with the world on his back. Every camera, every critic, every headline attack. They said, can he live up? He said, watch me rise. Turn pressure into power right in front of our eyes. No college stage, straight to grown man smoke. And still became the standard every record book wrote. Points all time, playoffs too. 40K, 10K, 10K, nobody else in that view. Longevity insane, still elite in year 20. Most stars fade out, he kept giving us plenty. 4 rings, 4 finals, MVPs in the light. Different teams, different systems, still reach the height. Athlete of the century, crown still heavy. 20 plus years and the throne still steady. From the chosen one lights to the all-time score. GOAT James walked through every door. They try to debate it, try to deny, but the resume too loud when the banners fly. Not just the game, he changed the culture. Century crown on the king's shoulders. Miami pressure, Cleveland promise, LA lights. Every chapter had a mountain, every mountain had fights. Down 3-1, whole legacy on trial. Then he blocked history with a championship smile. Cleveland cried, the drought was dead. 52 years of pain got left on the floor instead. Then he took purple and gold through a bubble war. Another finals MVP, still adding more. Olympic gold, global name. Business moves strong, built a school, built a brand, proved the doubters wrong. From Akron to the world, that impact run deep. Greatness don't rest when the mission don't sleep. This ain't just hoops, this is era control. Body, mind, money, legacy, soul. They can argue rings, they can argue style, but who owned the century for this long a while? Athlete of the century, crown still heavy. 20 plus years and the throne still steady. From the chosen one lights to the all-time score. GOAT James walked through every door.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy B. Lee and A. Johnny talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern Time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.
They said the crown was settled, but we came to rewrite. B. Lee with the blueprint of Johnny bringing the fight. LeBron with the vision, no gimmicks, just facts. GOAT James Kingdom put the whole game on his back. Built like a fortress from the haters we fed. A Johnny with the flame while B. Lee stay ahead. Dropping Olympic gold in 40-point nights. 2012 done, had the world in fright. Skip the nostalgia, we talking data and war. Got receipts for the lies y'all been praising before. From Cleveland to Miami to the Lake Show rise. Finals MVPs rain down from the sky. This ain't opinion, this verse has got math. When B. Lee speak numbers and a Johnny bring wrath. We got songs for the truth, hooks for the pain. Every bar built to echo LeBron's reign. Pause, wait. Oh, boom. Wait, hey, boom. Let's get it. Ha, ha.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. Not only do we actually talk basketball, ladies and gentlemen, we watch basketball. This is the best place to be on a Sunday afternoon. You know what to do already. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hype the GJK videos as they come down your timeline or feed. Also, make sure to follow us on all other platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We are GOAT James Kingdom. I'm A. Johnny, the Exposer. I'm here with my partner, B. Lee. What's good, Brandon?
What is good, everyone, and happy Father's Day to everybody, all the fathers.
There's indeed. We said fathers now. We didn't say zesties. We said to all the fathers. Shout out to all the fathers. Peace and blessings to y'all, man. Great men out here taking care of their children. not worrying about child support or nothing, man. They just taking care of their kids, man, being responsible grown men, doing what they got to do. We got one of those type of men down here, like King John. What's good, John? You can unmute yourself. Oh, there you go.
Happy Father's Day to everybody. What's up? How y'all feeling this day? I know New York's feeling good out there. I feel sorry for everybody who got to clean up everything out there. But hey, one thing I got to do is that I got to give it to New York. Even though I don't like the way they treated a lot of people, it's like they had a lot of fun out there in that parade
They
since
sure
they won
did.
that championship. So hey,
They sure
salute
did.
to everybody in New York.
They sure did. They sure did. They sure did. You should have seen them. You should have been out there. You would have loved to have been out there. That would have been the best place for you. You would have had so much fun and so much great food for you. All kind of stuff. You would have loved it, John. It would have been great for you, man. You would have loved
I've,
being
I've,
there.
I've always heard New York guys.
Yeah.
But I do want to say something. I made a
Uh-huh.
bet at the
Hmm.
beginning of the season, and I lost. So I will be wearing until the season starts this New York Knicks hat. I know it don't look good on me. I know it don't. I don't even like this type of blue.
That actually look pretty ugly.
Yes, thank you.
Uh,
And just so y'all
uh,
know, the Knicks had the Knicks had limited hats to buy. Everything was sold out. And I bought it while we was online last week
oh
on live.
my
So
gosh.
this was the limited amount of hat. Hey, congratulations, Nick. I lost the bet to Twin Man. Hey, y'all win. Y'all see Twin Man, let him know. I got him the hat.
Oh my God. That is hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. That is hilarious, man. Well, shout out to you for being a man of your word and holding on
Yeah.
to your bet, man. Because we all know these zesties don't. Boy, they make a bet, boy. You can't find them after that, boy. You gotta
Uh,
go stalking them for your debt. So shout out to you, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Let me. Oh my God, that is funny, man. That is funny. But I had fun at the parade. There you go, John. Look, there you go. Twin man
I
said he
see.
see. He said he see you, man. Happy Father's Day, Twin man. Again, happy Father's Day, man. We're here having some fun celebrating. As you clearly see here, we not some haters around here. They say you looking good, John. They say you looking good, John. Everybody giving you props, John. Everybody saying good job. Good job, man. Uh-oh. We need to talk today. Uh-oh. 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 Juan boy got urgent messages to be sent out to the world. Oh my God. Well, you know what? Time magazine sent out a message to the world and told everybody that LeBron James is the athlete of the century. We all know he's the greatest player of this century. There's nobody greater than LeBron since 2000. We all know that. He's the greatest of all time, so he got to be the greatest player in the 2000s. But no, he's the athlete of the century. Now, ladies and gentlemen, athlete is beyond basketball.
Yeah.
That covers more than just the sport of basketball. So LeBron James, and there's some great candidates for this particular award as well. I mean, if we go to soccer, which we all know soccer or AKA football, is a very popular sport and has some large influence on the world. Guys like Messi and Ronaldo should have possibly been on that list as well as candidates. Serena Williams
I think she
possibly
won on this.
could have made that list as well. Who else could LeBron have outdone on this particular list here, Brandon?
Let me see. Jordan played this century. Kobe played this century. Messi, Ronaldo, Brady,
Yeah, you're gonna have
Mahomes
soccer
in this
players on
century.
there.
All the best athletes in this century. Because Jordan was the best in their minds in basketball in the 20th century. He played this century.
Yes, you got Michael Phelps
Yeah, Michael
mentions
Phelps,
here.
Phelps,
yeah. Hussein
Hussein
Bolt,
Bolt. Hussein Bolt
Usain
has been
Bolt. Yeah,
mentioned.
Tiger,
I don't know about
Tiger.
Tiger. I mean,
Tiger in there. Tiger in there. He definitely in there. Asia
shout out to all
He's
the
Wilson.
definitely in
GJK
there.
members,
Tiger's
man.
why you say Tiger's not in there?
Because all of
He's
because
the greatest golf.
nah. I mean, he was on his way, but then like right before he really was able to pass Jack Nicholson, he kind of went through all his troubles. No, Am I wrong on that? I'm not.
He
I mean,
was
I'm not.
he was already the best though.
Yeah, he was already there, so he was just
Yeah.
making the gap larger at that point. He was gapping them at
And
that
when did
point.
Tiger start? Was it the 2000s? Well, I guess yeah, it was the
He
2000s.
started late. He
He
started late
started in the
'90s.
'90s, late '90s,
Yeah,
Okay.
late '90s.
I guess if y'all want to throw him in there, I guess because again, I really don't know the criteria. Floyd Mayweather is another one that you could put in there as well. Yes, Floyd
That's
Mayweather.
it. The criteria is easy. Who's the greatest athlete? That's easy criteria.
Yeah, but that goes into a lot of different scenarios. I mean,
Like what?
but that's what I'm saying. Well, then that would go.
Who
That would have to
dominated
go.
their
It would
sport? Who dominated their sport the most? So let's look at football. That's Tom Brady.
Messi.
Messi, Ronaldo. It's between those two.
I
yeah.
mean that's the
That's
that would be the only
viable.
argument you would have that there was two of them, right? There was two guys, so
Yeah.
it really wasn't one guy dominating. Like look, it was LeBron. It was clearly LeBron. It's clearly Tom Brady, right? It's clearly Mayweather, right? It's clearly Tiger Woods. Like there's no like those guys have no comp
And
at
then
all.
you got
Who do
Usain
baseball
Bolt. You
have?
got Michael Phelps.
Who do baseball have?
In the last 20 years, nobody.
26.
I mean, Bonds played in the 2000s, and he was unstoppable in the 2000s when he played. But then again, he's not going to get any credit.
Nope. Shoot, they ain't even put him
But
in
he
the
didn't
Hall of
play. I would say
Uh,
he didn't play long enough. I mean, he retired what 2004, 2005, 2000 what 2006. When did Bonds retire?
I don't know.
It was before that.
Then you gotta go. I mean, who's the best baseball player now? Shatoni. I
Yeah.
I
Barry
Yeah.
Bonds
guess you
retired in
give it to him.
2007.
Nah, that's too recent
I
though.
guess
That's
you
not
give it to
enough.
him. I
We're
mean,
talking about
it's between those two. Who dominated the most between those two?
now that you say it, it would be Tom Brady and LeBron. That would really be the two.
Yeah.
I
Tom
mean,
Brady and
Michael
LeBron.
Phelps. You got Usain Bolt, but they didn't dominate all year like the
But
multiple seasons. That's
Tom Brady
different
is
when
the
you
GOAT
doing it.
quarterback. I don't think he dominated football like that. I think he became the best quarterback towards the end of his career. But it was a long span where Peyton Manning was the best quarterback in the
Yeah, Peyton Manning.
NFL.
Over half of
Yeah,
over half
over
of
half
his
their
career,
time laughing at each other. He was the
It was
best
Peyton
player.
Manning.
It would
Yeah.
But
ha-
you
it
have to
would
give it to Tom Brady. You
it would
have to give
have
it
to
to Tom
be.
Brady.
I mean, he got the championship, so I ain't gonna take
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
away.
yeah, you have to give it. I don't think it's an argument. It has to be Tom Brady.
But when it comes to individual stats, it's Peyton Manning because he got the 4, 5 MVPs
I mean, Brady got
and
the
an All
stats.
Pro.
Brady got all the individual stats.
He broke Peyton Manning's stats.
That too. That's because
Um,
Peyton Manning didn't play longer than Tom Brady, but somehow that doesn't matter in football. That's very unfortunate that it's very unfortunate that Peyton Manning wasn't able to play longer to get
Tom
those
Brady
records.
played. Tom
Very
Brady played
unfortunate.
what 23 years.
23. Very unfortunate he didn't play longer to have
I
all
never
those.
heard I never heard longevity was issued in. Did you?
No,
I
it's
exactly.
didn't.
just very unfortunate. He should have played, like shouldn't have got hurt, right?
They don't say that in football. Football fans are more smart about football than basketball fans are about basketball. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
much.
yeah. They don't say Emmitt Smith not the all-time leader rusher because he didn't average the most yards per carry. That's not a thing.
I mean, but LeBron is on a. I mean, he got the
Who
flag
leads in
bearer
that?
for the Olympics. He was the flag bearer for Olympic Time Magazine Athlete of the Year. He getting his flowers right now from the right
I mean,
people. And
he's always got his flowers from the right people.
Mm-hmm. Is that true? Is that your mic? Is that your mic? Got bad feed?
Well,
who who
No.
Brandon?
Okay.
Yeah,
is it messed up?
No, you good now. It
you're
was a little
good now.
static coming. Yeah, it was a little
Yeah.
static coming in.
Uh,
Nah, but
Yeah.
but I'm saying, I mean, it's obviously an honor if Time Magazine puts you on the cover of their magazine and calls you the athlete of the century. So, um, Yeah, I mean, shout out to LeBron, man. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
again, this is what the Zesties hate is that he's recognized for how great he is and what he contributes because it's more than just on the court
yeah.
excellence that they're giving you this they're giving
That's
you this honor
exactly
for.
what they're doing. It's more than just on the court. It's off the court. The things, his voice he used, his platform he gives out, everything, and it's something positive towards LeBron James that a lot of people don't want to give him. Just anything positive. Just
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
don't.
it's next level.
also
This is next level.
he al- he also has the most time athletes of the year as well. So they always gave him his credit.
Yeah.
Not only he's the athlete of the century, he has the record for the most athletes of the year.
Is that also one of the awards that is recognized by the NBA?
No, I don't think so. That's just like a national thing.
Okay, because I was gonna say if that'd be cool. Because I do know the NBA. What's it called? They do recognize some stuff. Let me go see what was on the accolades again for LeBron James,
Not not
and the NBA
not for
recognizes his.
NBA.com. Yeah, they don't recognize anything outside of the NBA other than those sports
They don't
awards
recognize.
back in like that's I think that's the only thing. They used to recognize stuff
Well, no,
prior.
hold on. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they
IBM or
got like
something like
sporting
that.
news. Yeah, they got sporting news. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. IBM. Yeah, it's got to be something like sponsoring the NBA. Time magazine doesn't sponsor the NBA or any kind of sponsorship or endorsements.
That is a great
So
feat. The athlete with the athlete. We ain't talking about basketball player. We just talking about athlete. The most Time Magazine
He
player
has
of the year,
a lot of those.
LeBron James.
He has three ESPN athletes of the year, and he has the record the most NBA player of the years, but for the ESPYS. He has the most Sports Illustrated Sportsmen of the Year. He got three of those. He has the most BET Sportsman Athletes of the Year. He got nine of those.
damn.
Somehow he's trash, but everyone
Yeah,
ranks him outside the NBA because he's trash.
Well, that's clutch sports, man. That's how long they money reach. You know what I'm saying? They money reach all kind of places.
Hmm.
They spending all kind of money. Look exactly what I was just about to say. Exactly, clutch
Cl-
must pay Time magazine too. They paying everybody. They got so much money to just spend. Just people are just so willing to take any money from Clutch. Nobody declines
Yeah,
Clutch.
that's
Nobody
what it
ever
is.
said Clutch claim. Nobody ever said, "Hey, Clutch came to me and I declined." No one ever said that.
hey, I
Oh my
mean,
god.
I think it's a great feat, and I mean, his kids get to look at their father on that magazine, and it's a great honor for them to see their father, and I just think it's a great thing, and not to use race as a black man being on that Time magazine and it being something positive. I mean, I think it's amazing, and I think it helps the generation behind them get them something great to look at and want to achieve. You can be more than a basketball player because you are more than a basketball player, and you just got to work hard at it.
Hey, somebody said Clutch is the Illuminati.
It must be.
How
And
can
they
I
look
join?
at
Hey, how
LeBron
can I
James.
join, man? How do I join? How can I join? How do we get initiated into this?
All you need to do is get rich. You know, people don't like. They like it. People like you on the way up, but once you get to the top, they hate you. They try to do everything to discredit you once you get to the top.
I'm telling you, man, these are something funny, man. They are hilarious when it comes to all of this, man. It don't make no sense. Reading y'all comments sometimes just make it, yep, they're more powerful than the government. Exactly. They more powerful than the government, man.
I think Friday was
I
the
really want to
team.
know
I think
what are they actually doing? What are they actually doing? Clutch Sports.
Where they get all this money from? That's my
yeah,
question. Where's all these funds coming from, Brandon? Where is this budget? for this marketing plan, just to pay people to say LeBron's great.
Hey, Johnny, that clutch sports athletes are heavy. They in baseball, football, soccer,
Oh,
basketball.
so they skimming off the top to pay for LeBron James propaganda promotion?
They just get their percentage too.
Brandon said they got NASA's budget. It's highly classified. The budget's highly classified. Yo, it's crazy. Yo, they be so mad, man. They be so mad, man. They be so mad that LeBron's. This is another thing too. It's like, somebody was just putting in the comments how LeBron's even a good, person. And I remember one time I said that, like, yo, what is there to hate about LeBron in general? Like, why would you even hate on LeBron? Like, there's nothing to really hate on this man. Like, it's just, like Brandon would say, people just want something to hate on. Look at how he's hanging out with his teammates and how they're all out just having a good time. LeBron James is a billionaire. He's hanging
Yeah,
out with dudes that are probably, they're not even millionaires.
I mean,
No,
the 10-year anniversary of them winning the championship. I think Game
Hmm.
Seven Friday was the anniversary day, June 19th, when they won Game Seven. They beat the Golden State Warriors. The teammates got together, had a nice outing. You can tell they enjoy each other company too, man. I mean, I know when you're a billionaire, you're a little. I mean, let's be honest, you're a little different. You live a little different than everybody else, and I mean, he everybody else though.
I don't
But they
think he
like being
cares.
around him. But they like being
I,
around him. They
I,
could be around him.
I don't think he cares how much money he has.
No, he don't.
Yeah, he shares it. He shares it too. LeBron's very, very generous. LeBron is super generous. Like he doesn't like to make people feel beneath him. If you down with him, you're gonna be down with him. You're gonna be straight. Like so. I tell you what, I don't think the Laker team could have came together like this from the two-peat Laker team from 2010s. Nor do I think the Golden State team could come together like this. Nor can we already know that the Bulls team won't come
I
together like
think I
this.
think the 15 Golden State team can get together, but I don't think I think that's literally the only Golden State team they can get together. I think the 15 could, every other team can't.
The 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 2006 team just got back together for the 20-year anniversary for 2006. So there's
We
no
all know
issues
what they
with that
complain
team.
about. They complain about LeBron James.
Well, this is the funny part. Their real complaint is that they actually got to pretend to be fathers today. That's their real complaint. Today they actually got to be around their kids.
Uh, this is baby mama. I got something to do with my child, so you can't have your child this one day of the year.
This is the day they fighting with their baby mama because their baby mama's like, you ain't been a daddy all year, you ain't coming today.
Yeah,
Father's Day
exactly.
is my day. Where's my gift? I'm the father. You
I
laid on your
know.
child support. You laid on your child support. Talking about Father's Day. Ah, they are upset. That's another thing too. Yeah, and talking about that, we talk about how great of a teammate LeBron James is, a great of a leader that he's been with his team. Um, Even his fatherhood, right? We all know how great of a father LeBron James is across the board. So,
Yeah,
like again, this athlete of the century, honor, kind of fits right for what it is. Now, I just saw somebody in the comments saying it's American bias. Again, this Time magazine it's not an international magazine. It's an American magazine. So they're gonna reflect American values and principles, and that's probably gonna be more important than any soccer player. Most people in this country don't know Ronaldo or Messi. So
yeah.
A lot. I
LeBron
mean,
James is one.
majority don't. Majority don't.
I saw a video the other day where a girl was like, "Yo," she was like, "I was looking up the World Cup, and it was like, she's like, the USA has a team." She's like, "I didn't know we had a soccer team." She was like, "When did we get a soccer team?" She was like, "Who plays on the team?" And then people in the comments started like, they started showing all the comments, and it was hilarious. People were like, "Yo, who's the coach?" Like, Like, are we really playing in the World Cup? Like, what's going on here? And like most Americans don't give a damn about the World Cup of soccer. So guys like Ronaldo and Messi, and even like Messi lives down here. He lives in South Florida. But
Okay.
he's very popular down here because obviously there's we have a large Latin American population, so he's a star down here. But I think if he lived in Atlanta, nobody would even know who he is. He could walk in the streets, no problem.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nobody. Majority of the fans, people who wouldn't know who he was.
Yeah, yeah.
He just
He
looked
go,
like a regular player a regular guy who worked at the store.
hmm
It's all scrappy looking.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's exactly.
Well,
And they showed him going to like the supermarket down here and people going crazy for him and stuff like that. So he's starting to notice that living in
well,
America because he
well,
got
LeBron
money
can't.
too. He got no,
LeBron
LeBron
can't do
can't.
that nowhere in the world. He can't do that nowhere in the world.
Nah,
He
come
can't.
on. LeBron's a 6'9".
Yeah.
LeBron's a 6'9" black man. Can't really go nowhere in the world not be noticed.
No,
Trust me,
they,
I trust me. I know that. Just being 6'4" alone lets me know that people just gonna identify you. That's just it. So, but yeah, but I didn't read the article, but I know that Time Magazine is a big publication. Again, LeBron's been on the cover of magazines since high school, man. So this is really nothing new for him. This is just like like a full circle thing. It's just coming full circle. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, which is a highly prestigious sports publication, and he did that at the age of what, 16? Was it 16, 17?
yeah. I thought it was 16.
He was
16
16.
years old. He was a junior, right? He was a junior in high school, and yeah, he was brilliant, man.
And he
He
had the
was brilliant.
spotlight before that. I mean, he's had the spotlight since he's about 13, 14 years old.
That's what I'm saying, and he's been brilliant his whole life, and he's been scrutinized more than anybody that we've ever
Period.
seen in sports. Nobody has had so many people, quote unquote, making expectations for you. You know how people always tell you, man, just live your life, right? Don't live your life based on what others want you to do. Imagine being LeBron where everybody has expectations for you. Everybody you know or don't know and that know you has their own expectation of what you should be doing and not doing.
Who you think is the number one free agent in the NBA this when free agency starts in 2 weeks?
Trey Young, easily.
I mean,
No, it's LeBron James.
Only 12 teams looking for LeBron supposedly.
It's more. It's
pretty
more
sure
than probably
there's
Trey
less.
Young.
There's less of Trey Young. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's less for Trey Young.
Now everybody's
I don't
looking at Trey
think.
Young.
I don't think.
He's gonna get paid more. He's gonna get paid more because he
Yeah, Trey
can.
gonna
But
get paid more, but more teams
No,
would prefer.
to be honest with you, I think LeBron's going to get more money than Trey Young. To be honest with you, Trey walked away
I
from
don't think
$48 million.
so.
He's not getting more than that. Nobody's giving
Yes, he
Trey
is.
40, $50 million right now.
He gonna
Yes,
get. He gonna. He
somebody
gonna.
will. Trust me.
He gonna do.
He
Somebody
is.
will.
He gonna.
He not.
He well.
He,
He
he
might.
not.
Yeah. He
He
might.
not. He not opting out of contract to get less.
He no, because he's gonna get the 150 to 250. He probably gonna do what Luca did, right? What did Luca get again? Because remember, Luca
So he
took the
got like
because
one
then they get drafted
sixty.
in the same
Look
draft,
like 160
right?
something.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got traded
they,
for each other.
they got
They got
traded for each
traded for
other.
each other.
So that's what I'm saying. So he had the same problem Luca had because he got traded. He lost his eligibility for the supermax. So he has to wait. What was we were saying? It's the 8 or 10 years before he can get the
No,
supermax.
it's three. You
Same
got to
like
do. You
Luca.
got to
That's
do
what
the
Luca did, right?
three or
Luca. That's
4
why
years.
Luca signed a 3-year deal with the Lakers because after that 3-year deal, he's eligible for the supermax.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking he maybe signed a 2-year deal,
he gonna sign a 3 year.
but maybe a 2-1, right, or with a 1-year player option or play a team option at the end of the second season, something like that.
So Trey get more money
I
than
think I think
LeBron.
Trey is gambling on himself right now. He's saying I'm going to gamble on myself. There's no promise playing in Washington. I want to go somewhere where I can play,
I
get
think it was
paid,
a
and
prom-
still play.
I think it was a promise
But
made
I don't
to
think he's
Trey
going to get
Young
paid a
when he
lot
got
though.
traded. I think it was a promise made to Trey Young when he got traded to Washington.
Well, how
I think it was,
nobody can. Nobody can really talk to him and say anything. You can't
Well,
really.
Atlanta can talk to him. His agent can talk to anybody he wants
Oh, you
to.
mean he's gonna come back to Atlanta? He can't come back to Atlanta.
No, I'm talking about no. I said when he got traded from Atlanta to Washington. I think it was a promise made before he got traded that hey, after the season you're gonna opt out and we'll re up you for this amount. Because he only played 5 games.
To be honest with you, my Heat should go for him. I don't know why that's not even an option for Miami, which is why I think that people like Brandon and Lamont be right about the Heat. It's like, and I know Isaiah Thomas said that it's about culture. When you're with certain teams, certain players, it's just about culture. It's just not gonna fit because of the culture of the city or the franchise. But I don't know how Trae Young doesn't fit in Miami. Like he's exactly what we need. We got the cap space. He would
I
be
think Pat
perfect
Riley
for
runs
him.
people away.
Him. Imagine him, Bam, and Ware together.
The
You
crazy
don't have to
part
trade
is,
for him. You don't have to trade for him. You don't have to, and he's gonna be cheap. Like I said, you don't have to trade for him or nothing. You can sign him, and now you fill up that void that we've been trying to fill forever, which is a point guard position, a true
the
point
crazy
guard, a true
the
scorer.
crazy
Him and
the
Bam
crazy
together would
part
be
about
crazy.
the crazy part about Trae Young before he got traded, that all I asked was he was gonna go to San Antonio. That's what everybody thought he was going when he got traded to San Antonio, which would have been a great full fit for him with him and Wemby. Would have been a much better fit for Wemby with Trae Young than Fox. And even though I still like Fox, but I think Trae Young would have been a much better player in that because he's a point guard first, and that
They
can
paid
really
Fox
score
the
the
same amount
ball.
of money. Fox got the same kind of money as Trey.
Yeah, it's about the same.
The extension they gave him was the
No,
same.
Fox got paid. He's getting like over
I'm
50
talking about they
next
current.
season.
I'm talking
Okay.
about before he got paid, before he signed the extension.
Oh,
I think their money was about equal. Well, he signed, but he signed the extension once he got to San Antonio. I'm talking about the money before that. I think they both was making about the same amount. Because Fox came to was it the year before Trey or the year after draft?
I mean, I think it was a few years, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
They're,
I
they're
think he
about the
came
same age because
2001. I
Fox is
think he was.
young.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah, Fox,
2001 he got drafted. If I'm correct, or 2002.
Oh,
Yeah, 2020 or
he,
2021 Fox.
no,
he wasn't drafted
no.
2001.
Yeah, but why would you? But people want everybody want Dylan Harper to be the starting point guard. So why would you
He's
bring
not a
Trey?
point guard. Dylan
Yeah,
Harper's not a point
he,
guard.
he
He's not. I thought he was.
he's the point guard that they need. That's what it is. He's the point guard that they need.
That wouldn't be a bad option for the San Antonio Spurs neither. If you're just gonna add Trey Young, but then again, you just got another point guard out there with a bunch of team with a bunch of guards. To me, I think they need a power forward to a certain degree. They need they need a Julius Randle type of a player,
To be
someone
honest
like
with
that.
you, that's definitely what they need, a big man.
Yeah, they need somebody like that they can use. I think they can keep Cornette, but they still need a Hartenstein type of a guy to help them out.
Well, I had posted on my Facebook page that they need Gobert.
Somebody was saying that Boston's interested in Gobert.
I mean, somebody
Say,
should be.
Hell yeah, I'll still be interested in Gobert. He's still good enough.
Yeah, he's still good. He's
Still good
solid.
enough. Still can take you places with a good solid guy like that. Smart.
Yeah,
But like I said, I
hey,
don't see why my Heat can't go for Trey Young, especially that now that he's available. I think that helps. That gives us the perfect reason to not re-sign Tyler Hero and all those guys and just say, hey, we picked up Trey Young, and we're gonna continue with this.
well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think your boy gonna get traded. I think Tyler Hero's getting traded in the next couple
How?
of days.
He's not even on the contract.
They always trying to trade him, so
Damn, man, come on, Brandon. We've been trying to trade him since we started Go James Kingdom. That man
I
ain't
know
getting
they
traded.
always trying to trade him.
Just
So
like Giannis. Giannis ain't getting
even if they
traded, man.
re-sign him, even if they re-sign him, they gonna try to trade him in
We ain't
at
resign.
the
He's
deadline.
not even following the Heat anymore, man. He's gone. We're not re-signing him because he's gonna get
Sign,
the money he
sign,
wants. He
sign and
gonna get the money.
trade.
We're not paying him. We're not paying him in no money.
You gonna get the sign and trade. That's what's gonna happen. I'm telling you right now.
They for who? Who wants Tyler Hero for a
You
sign and
need
trade?
hey, don't be off the Tyler Hero train now because he is
Yeah,
free
not
agent.
for a
'Cause you
trade.
been
Not if I sign him. I'll just sign him dead right. Why am I going to trade away players for him? I could just sign him. He's a free agent. Why am I helping the Heat? I'm not doing that. I'm gonna sign him as a free agent. He's an
Yeah,
unrestricted free agent. Just
these
sign
boys
him.
want these boys want the most money they can get. So it's about the money.
Exactly. I mean, he's not gonna get it from the Heat, because that means now you're gonna send us a bunch of your garbage contract players. Now what are we gonna do with that? Nah, man, Pat Riley's not doing that. Again, we are clearing up cap space, man. That is it. We're clearing up cap space. We'll fill up the roster just enough to not get fined, because you have to spend a certain amount of money on the cap, and that's it. Keep it moving.
Because what's the name of free agent in Miami too? The guy who came from the Clippers. I don't know why I can't think of
Yeah,
his
he's
name. Right.
another one gone too. That's what I said. Powell, Wiggins,
Yeah, Powell. Yeah.
Hero, gone. Sign Trey Young. Give him the deals. Tell him, man, you got 2 years to show me what you got. Let's get it together. Let's do it. We got Bam here. We got Khalil Ware here. We got Jaka June is here. We got all these other guys, Jovic, all these other guys. We just work with these guys, and that's it. Trey Young will make it all work.
Ain't Bam up for an extension? Or not yet?
Yeah, yeah, he is, but it's fine. We give it to him. Bam ain't going nowhere. We keep it Bam. That's the whole point. I don't want to trade nobody, man. It's these ideas of making all these trades and all that stuff, man. No, man.
Well, Miami can't trade nobody. Only person who they
I
can
got
trade
nobody.
is Bam. They ain't got nobody.
Exactly.
They ain't
So
had
don't
nobody
trade.
yet.
Sign players. Let's go. Go out there and sign some players, man. There's a lot of players out here. You just saw who won. The Knicks won the championship. Go
Just gotta
sign
spend
some
money.
players. Yeah, that's it. You gotta spend some money. And like I said, we're not trying to spend money because we're trying to land a big star for the next offseason, or trying to get Giannis. I don't want Giannis because we have to trade too much for Giannis, man. It's too much, man.
I mean,
I mean,
just
if you
because
trading for
LeBron
Giannis,
went
I
there
think you got to be
don't mean
prepared to win
that
right now.
they're not going to get any big name free agent. Just because LeBron went there don't mean another big free agent gonna go there.
No, that's hard to get it. I mean, the last big free agent we got was Jimmy, and that's not really that big, but we got him. It was a perfect fit.
It was
So I think
perfect.
I think Trey Young's a perfect fit too. People don't like Trey Young. Trey Young has a lot to prove. He can come down here and be perfect. It's the perfect place to come and be, again, because down South Florida, right here in Miami, we cut off from the rest of the world. It's us versus the rest of the world.
Somebody got to explain to me why they don't like Trey Young. I would want to speak to somebody like
This playing style,
explain
this
to
playing
me.
style. He's
Well,
a very inefficient shooter. Turns the ball over a lot.
Yeah, but he
trying
get a
to
lot of
make
assists. He get a
trying
lot
to
of
make
assists.
he get a lot of assists.
That too, but that's
He
the
go.
knock
I
on him.
mean,
He's
he the
inefficient. He shoots
20.
a lot of threes. He turns the ball over a lot. That's why people don't like him.
There's a lot of players like that they like.
That's the majority of NBA players, but that's
Yeah, I mean that's
What's
that.
the
that's
team?
the
What's the
knock.
team him? What's the team him and
And
Ball?
Brandon, that was my point. That was like you can say that about most NBA players about
What's
Trey
the
Young.
difference between him and Ball? What's the difference between him and Ball?
LaMelo Ball, he's not trying to go to a
Baller,
different team. They said the
baller.
same thing about
Cause they
LaMelo.
love Ball.
If he's
They
trying to go
love
somewhere
Ball.
else, if he's trying to go somewhere else, they would say the same thing.
Look,
We
he
don't
goes.
need him. He's
Yeah, I guess so. You guys know I like the Trey Young, but he had to fall out of my top 10 because it's just not been
I like
popping these last couple of years. It's
I
kind of
love Trey
crazy how
Young.
those early 2020 draft players are starting to fall off quick. Like some of them are starting to fall off real quick.
It's
Zion
about the
Williamson, Trey Young, Fox,
Zion.
even Luca.
Ja.
People starting to talk crap about Luca now. Luca,
Don't
Ja,
forget about
yep, Ja
Ja.
Morant, yep. There's a few players that people are going in on. But hey, the bandwagon says King John with the Knicks hat. Come on over and rep the champions. Be a bandwagon and never get depressed over your home team always losing. Shout out to the
Hey, bandwagon,
man.
this is a
Get you
bet.
came
This
in
is a
here.
bet. I lost a bet.
Nah, that is good though. Nobody's took that away from Phelps. I think though, what is the influence of the 23 medals? Those are great achievements, but how did that influence America or influence sports in general? Did anybody say I want to
With the
go swimming?
Olympics, yeah,
Hmm.
with the Olympics, it's just such a short period of time.
Yeah.
just a short
It's
period
it's
of time. Like
it's
I was
really
saying,
a
Usain
small
Bolt,
space.
we know they're
Yeah.
great. We know what they did was great, but man, it's once every 4 years for a month that people really recognize their greatness, and that's the issue.
Yeah. Now we mentioned Serena Williams too as well. Shout out to her, man. Peace and blessings to all the TJK members, man. We mentioned Serena as well. She was another one
Yeah,
that we
she was
talked
great.
about. She's another one that she definitely influenced a lot. She definitely got a lot of influence.
Yeah,
So shout out to her.
Most definitely.
Um, but it's still nothing like LeBron because LeBron got 3 gold medals now, and don't forget he got a bronze too. So he got 4 Olympic medals, and
Yeah,
he got the
LeBron.
world. He got the world. He got the world Olympic MVP. Not to, and also was the flag bearer of USA.
Blackberry, yeah.
Was Michael Phelps ever flag?
first
Was Michael
basketball
Phelps ever?
player ever. I
But
mean, no,
what
I think
other
he
male
was.
athlete did it? Michael Phelps. Yeah, you see, yeah, let's go check out. Let's check out who other flag bearers were. Yep, we were talking about that too. We were saying how Messi and being that Messi and Ronaldo would be the only closest thing to LeBron really, and Tom Brady. But Tom Brady, football is such a small sport; it doesn't have that much influence. Tennis, golf, basketball, soccer are global sports. So even baseball is global. They got the world, not the World Series, but they got the World Cup too, right? They got something called like a World Cup in baseball. What is it called? The where they play the international teams play against each other. They have that too in baseball. Yeah, tennis is kind of big too. Rafael Nadal would be a good option, but again, how influential is Rafael Nadal? We mentioned Tiger Woods. Yeah, I even had his Zesty
This
tell me
was the
LeBron
flag
James
bearer
was
in
leading LeBron's.
2016.
Michael Phelps was.
Yeah,
So shout out to
2016.
Michael Phelps. Yep, yep. Yeah, I had a Zesty say LeBron led the Olympic team to a bronze medal. And I was like, it's crazy to think that a high schooler was leading the Olympic team with Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, and all them on there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't know that. They don't even know who played on that team.
Yeah, that's what it's called, World Baseball Classic. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, you on mute, John? We didn't mute you. You muted yourself.
Yeah, I muted myself. Yeah, they know
He said
LeBron was on the
Kareem.
Olympic team.
Come on, 2 cents. We said this. We talking about this century. We talking about this century, man. We talking about 2 cents. We talking about the athlete of this century, not of the 1900s. The athlete of the 1900s was Muhammad Ali.
Yeah,
Clearly,
is there an athlete of the 20th century? I know this is the first time they did it, but did anyone else did it? You see,
it would have to be Muhammad Ali, Jackie Robinson. It ain't gonna be Jeffrey. Tell you that much. Aha. Shout out to 3P God. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, man. Again, we support fathers here in GOAT James Kingdom. We revere fathers in GOAT James Kingdom. We salute fathers in GOAT James Kingdom. So shout out to you. Happy Father's Day to you. And again, all the gentlemen out here who are true fathers, enjoy it. Hopefully this time they got you socks that match your Jordans. And they got you ties that you can actually wear with a suit.
It looked like it was Ali.
It had to be Ali,
ESPN
man.
said
It had to
Jordan.
be.
Yeah, ESPN said
ESPN did
Jordan.
one. It said Jordan, Babe Ruth, then Muhammad Ali, then Jim Brown,
Oh,
then
they
Wayne
are
Gretzky.
tripping. I tell you right now, Michael Jordan. If they talk about anything, Michael Jordan pays ESPN. ESPN love Michael Jordan, bro. They love Michael Jordan. Shout out to my baby. Thank you so much, baby. Another happy Father's Day salute for all of y'all gentlemen, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Okay, I was gonna ask what this LGK mean, but John knows what that means since he's a Knicks fan. What does LGK mean, John?
I have no
Come on,
idea.
John. What does it
I'm
mean, man? What does it mean, man? What does
I,
LGK mean, man?
I'm a new Nick fan.
See, look, the bandwagon. No, let's go Knicks, man. Let's go Knicks.
Oh,
Six and five.
Knicks in 5. Oh man, and shout out to everybody who celebrated Juneteenth as well. We all know Juneteenth was this past Friday.
yes, it
Haiti
was.
got their butt kicked, man. Friday night, man, that hurt my heart. Watch how Haiti played on Friday night. Really didn't think they would beat Brazil, but then thought they at least played better. Coach did a stupid thing. Shout out to
I,
Hollywood Hearn, man.
I had posted. I said I want to see how much people value championships. I asked, does Jalen Brunson go into next season as the best player in the NBA because he did just win the championship? So is he the best player in the NBA?
Mm. Well, I saw a Zesty Live yesterday that put Jalen Brunson as the second best player in the league after SGA. So I don't know. I'm quite sure before this season started, he had Jalen Brunson nowhere near his top 10. And now
Nah,
all of a sudden, he's the second best player in the league. I mean, he put him in front of Luka, Jokic, Giannis, LeBron. He didn't even have LeBron in the top 10, which was preposterous within itself.
I don't think. I think
He
after
still had
next
Kawhi in
season,
the top 10.
I think after next season ends, Jalen Brunson will be. He gonna make an All NBA team. He's gonna make an All NBA second team. This is where he belongs.
Yeah, look, he said Brunson. When did y'all figure out Brunson was better than Luka? When did this happen? When did this happen?
Hey, this championship making championships make players better than each other. So
When did this happen? Hey, King John, man. That snapback is dope, man. That snapback is dope, man. Shout out to you, man. He got a little glitter on it too. He got rhinestones on it
yeah,
too, baby. He got some.
dude, it was literally the only
Got
hat. It
them.
was literally the only hat available. Yeah, it said draft day hat. So that's what it said.
Yep, we tried to go to the NBA store on Fifth Avenue in New York. That shit was completely crazy. It was a line around the corner. Like that's how crazy it was. Everything was selling out like crazy. Now all of a sudden everybody's from New York. Motherfuckers have
Hey
been in New York
Herm,
in over 40 years talking about New York.
hey Herm, you remember like a month ago you said the Knicks winning the championship would be great for the NBA, and I said, tell me your proof of that. Well, guess what, Herm? I think you was 100% right. I mean, I think the NBA want this offseason to move as slow as possible. The
What I
money
mean,
generated.
why white boys y'all want us to disrespect? What I mean, Luca balls out. Joker balls out. I mean, the only one that y'all could really get upset is that Austin Reeves. Who else? What white boy do we give a pass to? And who are we hating on? We just hating on people's takes. Now all of a sudden Jalen Brunson better than all these dudes.
Yeah.
Like
He,
why were
he,
y'all? Yeah, Brunson ain't doing nothing new. He's been doing
no,
this now for years.
yeah. He didn't make a jump. He didn't make a jump this year. I
Yeah.
think he's peak right now. I think this peak Jalen Brunson. He's an All NBA second. He's a top 10 player in the NBA. I think that's no argument.
Yeah. Can Jalen Brunson play like this for 4 or 5 games? Yeah, that's dope. That's nice. You can have a nice little stretch and stuff like that, but he ain't gonna pull this off an 82 game season to where you're gonna put him in an All NBA first team.
Nah.
Because there's gonna be too many players better than him, and that's
Tatum coming
fine.
back next year.
Exactly. Tatum's coming back next year. Giannis is coming
Uh,
back next year.
point guard from the
Yeah,
Pacers.
Halliburton's coming back. Yeah, Halliburton's coming back next year. So, and not to say any one of those guys are gonna just automatically leap him, but still.
Yeah,
And we just talking
I
about
think he.
SGA, Joker, um, Luca. I mean, maybe he might have jumped because, like I said, Jason Tatum and them are not around. I mean, I don't know who else you would put in front of him once you get to those guys.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna be kind of
Wembyama,
hard because of his stats.
Wemby,
He's not gonna
yeah,
put up those stats to be in certain All
hmm
NBA teams. So no matter
yeah.
how great he
Wemby is
plays in the
another one.
playoffs, his regular season stats would not be first team most likely. But who knows?
I think as long as he's peaking, I think his peak is an All NBA second team. Unless somebody
He
get
definitely
injured,
all NBA player. That's
then
for
he's an
facts. He's
All.
gonna be all NBA for yeah. He's definitely gonna be an all NBA player. He won 7 trophies this year, which is kind of crazy.
What trophies?
He won all 3
Well,
MVPs.
he won all 3 MVPs for sure.
That's so
All
let's
NBA.
start there. Then he won the
Okay.
3 championships, so that's 6. Then he won the All Star something in the All Star game. I think the All Star Challenge, one of the All Star games, so that's 7. Then he won the All NBA team, so that's 8. What is it, baby? The Shooting Stars Challenge. That's what he won. He got a trophy for that. That's what he got.
Thank you.
Shooting Stars trophy. So yeah.
Hey,
So that's
hey,
like
I'm
eight
Now
happy.
we're
trophies
talking
right
about
there.
participation trophies.
Yes.
You just participate. Well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. If the slam dunk contest count, why can't the Shooting Stars Challenge count? What? That's
Oh,
a
that's
competition. That's a
different. That's
contest.
different.
It's in the All
That's
Star week.
different because LeBron James is afraid to play in the dunk contest, so that counts more.
Hey,
It
hey.
counts more since he's
But LeBron
afraid.
James never competed in the Superstar Challenge, so he's scared of that too.
Well, Jordan didn't do it, so it's not needed.
Y'all see
Oh,
the
it's not needed.
Jalen Brunson? Y'all see the Jalen Brunson
Uh,
lookalike contest?
Yeah, we did see that too as well. We did see that as well. So again, I mean, hey, I think the guy who won it, what did they give him? I think they just gave him a signed Brunson jersey, which is worth money like crazy right now. That dude's
Yeah.
the king of New
Uh,
York. That dude,
He,
that
he,
dude, that dude's the king of New York right
he
now.
better sell it in the next month.
That's true.
Yeah, his
He said Luca got a conference finals MVP. He really does. But he don't got that chip.
he need one.
Well, he
Well,
needs either
supposedly he's
the
applying pressure on
in-season
the
tournament
Lakers.
MVP or the championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he needs.
Hey, Lucas said he won an A+ center this offseason.
Who's available?
That was his words. I
Okay.
won an A.
How many are there in the NBA? Like
I
who?
don't think
That's what
he
I'm saying.
needs.
Wemby and who else?
I don't think he needs an A+ center. He needs a lob threat. He don't need an A+ center.
But I'm just saying, like, who's the A+ centers in the league other than Wemby?
Jackson
Like, who else?
Hayes. Jackson Hayes is what he got. He
I'm talking
been
about in
with
real
that.
life. I'm talking about in real life.
That is real life. He actually still is on the roster.
Joker's an A+ center.
Yeah, joke is okay. Oh, that's two. Who else?
Who
Uh,
else? And there's no one else.
it's
A
nobody
plus.
else.
And
Ain't
so,
nobody.
so you
Because if
think
Joker's
James ain't
A
gonna get
plus,
one of
who
those
else
two?
is A plus? That's it. It's just Joker. Nobody's
You
even
think he's
close to
gonna get
him.
one of those two?
He's an
And don't
Embiid. And
please,
Somebody
maybe
two
said
for
cents,
Embiid.
3 years,
Embiid
two
for
but
what?
cents.
not no
20
more.
games?
No,
For 20
he's
games?
he's the A+ center. He's the A+ center in summer league.
Wait a minute. The Lakers still having the same problem they had last summer? Looking for a center? Oh man, damn.
Embiid
Told y'all,
used to be an
man.
A+.
How y'all think Aiton feels about that?
I know, right? That's
Hey,
crazy.
You
y'all
don't
see
want
that
me?
chain he got? Y'all see that chain Aiden got? It would say dominating with his last name in it.
No, I ain't
Yeah,
see
I
it, but
seen it.
that's pretty
I
funny.
seen it.
It say
That's pretty funny.
dominating,
I seen it. I seen it.
man.
This is definitely a
Yeah,
comedy show. This is where
Yeah,
we
because
laugh at Zesty
he's been
Jeffries.
dominated.
He's been dominated, exactly. Been dominating. Dominated and dominating. Been
That's what
dominating.
happens.
Yeah, there's
He
not
ain't
too many A
dominating, but he's
plus.
been
There's not too many
dominated.
A. Yeah, there's not too many A plus centers in the league or A plus point guards in the league. Those are the two, or at least ball facilitators and playmakers. Those are the two things that are lacking in today's NBA. Oddly so, and that's because everybody's trying to replicate LeBron James, a 6'9" guy who can be your center and your point guard, and that's not possible.
Yeah, who could do it all?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's
That's
the
the
greatest.
yeah,
they they
yeah.
they, they want to put the ball in the best scorer, make you a point guard, and especially if you tall, that helps.
I'm,
Um,
I'm pretty sure in the 90s, if they said create a player who could compete versus Jordan, they would have said a Magic Johnson who could score and who was more athletic than Jordan. then as soon as that person comes, all they want to do is hate.
Yeah. I mean, for example, if SGA played in the '90s, he'd be a two guard. He wouldn't play in point.
I mean,
He's a
SGA don't even play like a point guard. So
He don't. That's why I remember I asked
I'm
on the
always
show.
confused why he's listed as a point guard. Like, why? What's the point? What's the
Remember
point of listing him as a point guard?
I asked
I
on the
always
show.
said that too. He doesn't really play like a point guard neither. He
He plays
can, but
nothing
he
like a point
doesn't.
guard.
He really
Well, he-
doesn't. But
I
it's
asked
just
on the show
today's NBA.
where he gonna be looked at later in his career, and I said I think he's gonna be looked at as a shooting guard.
The combo guard.
I
But
mean,
if you have Stephen Curry as one of the greatest point guards of all time, you're gonna have to start putting SGA in those categories.
and that's another player who plays nothing like a point guard.
Nothing.
And I think Allen Iverson will have a great argument with why y'all got me listed as a shooting guard, but you got all these other players who play exactly like me. I mean, not
Yeah.
exactly my playing style, and they play point guard.
Yeah, two cents. I would say Bam is an A+ guy, but he's not if we're talking about Joker being A+. That's the point. Joker is A+. Who is on Joker's level? Nobody.
I think
So Joker's A+. Everybody else has to be underneath him. So you can be an A center, but you ain't an A+ center.
I think Bam is a C+, B-. I think he's solid.
I mean, the only A in Bam is the A in his name. I don't know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you talking about. Some A+ in Bam.
I didn't say A+, but he's an A for sure.
A
In today's
in
NBA,
what?
he's
Yes.
First of all, he's an A+ in defense. Let's just start there. He's
We
A+
all
in
know that's
defense.
not true. That's not
Yes,
true
that's
because
true.
he's not
He's
the
an
best
A+
defensive
defense.
player or never been the best defensive player in the league.
He's
So,
A+.
Matt,
He's an A+.
you could say he maybe could be an A some seasons, maybe, but he's literally a B defender.
Well, I mean, I guess we could say Wemby's A+ too as well. So I guess Wemby and Joker would be A+.
Wemby
I-
definitely
Bam is not on
both
their
are.
level.
Hey, Brandon,
Bam is not on that level.
I think Bam is a B+ defender.
That's too high for Bam.
Bam is
Defender.
an
I
A+
ain't talking about
defender.
player. I'm talking
I
about
have no
A+.
idea.
A+
I remember I
defender.
said as a player, I think he's C+, B-.
He got more all-defense selections than Anthony Davis.
He cares about Anthony Davis backup. He's a poor man, Anthony Davis.
He got
That's
more
all he
defensive
is.
selections than Anthony Davis and been in the league shorter than Anthony Davis. Did it in less
He's a
time.
poor man's Anthony Davis. He would never be nowhere near Anthony
Mhm.
Davis.
Who got
Yep,
more
so-
championships?
Who got what? Championships. That don't even count.
It count.
Nah, I don't know about that. It's a participation trophy.
If they could swap out a healthy Anthony Davis for a healthy Bam, the Heat would do it in a heartbeat. That's all I'm
Hell
saying.
no. Bam
That's
is
all
not
I'm
going
saying.
nowhere. Bam is not going
Yeah, because nobody
nowhere.
wants him. That's the difference.
Oh,
You
trust
have
me,
to
a
be
lot of
wanted.
people want him. Look, the New World wants him over there in LA with your because they know how he would help LeBron and
Well,
Luka.
of course, people want him when they don't have anything, but who wants to go to
Why?
places that they don't have nothing?
What you mean? There's no centers in the league. The only
I
centers you
mean-
can put in front of Bam
I mean,
is basically
a person
Wemby,
without a
Joker,
car
and that's it.
wants the car. It don't matter what type of car it is. They just
Even
want a
Rudy
car.
Gobert, he's better than Rudy Gobert. He's even better than Rudy Gobert.
I mean,
Definitely
no
better
one-
than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has not been good since 2020.
Hey, Chad on his way.
Chet, didn't he score 4 points in the closeout game 7?
Can you tell me how many points Bam scored in the playoffs?
I
Altogether.
don't know why you even bring
This
chat
playoffs?
points up when you talking about Bam.
He don't got
Yeah,
SGA. He's not playing next to SGA.
Hey,
He's not playing
hey,
next to
All
Brandon.
these excuses for
Caruso and
Bam.
Hartenstein.
Hey, Brandon,
Yeah.
Bam ain't scored no points in the playoffs, and you talking about Chet only scored 4. That's 4
The
more
only
than.
thing Bam did was get carried to the finals by Jimmy a few times, and you acting like he's a star.
How he get carried? He was the anchor of the defense. He can't be
That's what
carrying
you-
be the anchor.
You know he got carried. It is
know.
okay.
He can get carried.
Yeah,
He's the
okay.
offense.
We
He's
all
the
know.
ball facilitator. He's like Draymond Green out there. He's the reason why the Heat offense even functions.
Yeah, he's a poor man, Anthony Davis, like I've been telling you.
Nah,
Right.
Anthony Davis can't do
You're
none
right.
of that stuff. Anthony Davis
Everything
needs
you
a ball
said, Bam
facilitator.
is. Everything you said, Bam,
Bam
is. got
is the
some-
offensive facilitator. He is the
You
offensive
didn't even
wish
make the
he was
facilitator.
Anthony
playoffs, man.
Davis so bad. It's so funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he would. All Anthony Davis could do is shoot shots after somebody give him the ball. That's easy. You can get anybody to do that. That's why he's
You wish he
not
was
one no
Anthony
more.
Davis so bad,
Hey,
Hell
but
no.
it's cool.
hey,
Hell no.
hey,
Hell
Brandon.
no.
Uh, Bam can never be New Orleans Anthony Davis.
I
New
mean,
Orleans,
he
exactly.
started,
Never be as
I mean,
sorry as they
the
was.
only thing
Never
he
be as
is
sorry as they
maybe
was.
Washington Anthony Davis, maybe, but
Yeah,
I
Never be as
doubt it.
sorry as they was. Never be
he
as
was.
Maybe I
sorry as
doubt
they
it.
was.
Yeah, because
Hey, Anthony
Jimmy
Davis
wasn't
used to be the
carrying
P.
the team. That's
Anthony
why.
Davis used to be the PER king at one point in New Orleans.
And that man Anthony Davis ain't do nothing. They had one of the worst defenses in basketball when he was in New Orleans. Horrible. Complete horrible. He was so lucky to have a Rondo. Bam would have had a Rondo, it'd have been a done deal.
No, he had a Jimmy, and that's why he was in the finals because he
All
had
right,
a
you hear me
Jimmy.
say exactly. Imagine that, a Jimmy that can't win. You see everybody in Minnesota
That's why
won,
that
but
sounds
Jimmy.
like Bam, who can't win.
Now it's not
Yeah,
Bam. It's Jimmy who can't win. You
That's
see what
not
the
like
Golden State
the
can't win.
only time
Everywhere
Bam
Jimmy go, he
won
can't win.
something. The only
He
time
went to
Bam won
Philadelphia.
something is when he
Uh,
was Anthony Davis back up in the Olympics.
he
yeah.
was Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was in the starting center.
Yes, he was.
No, he
Starting
wasn't.
power forward. No, he did
Embiid
start.
was. Embiid was the starter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was the third man. He
He
was
wasn't
Anthony
no,
Davis
Anthony
backup.
Davis was a power forward. He's not a real. He's not even the center. Why we keep bring up Anthony Davis? He ain't even the center. This man don't even want to play center. This man scared to be in the center. This man, when they put center on his shirt, he gets
Hey,
mad.
John, what has Bam did as a center?
6 all
He's,
defensive selections, more than
he's,
Anthony
he's,
Davis.
he scored 83 points versus Washington.
83 points. There you go. 83. What is Anthony Davis' career high?
Who
60.
knows?
Exactly.
Got a couple.
Nobody knows
He
because
got
he
a
never
couple.
has nothing. In fact, like
He,
44
he
points,
got.
something like that.
He got a couple of 60s, 50s. He got some 50s in
He
there.
ain't got no 60s. Let's go look at Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis ain't got no 50s to 60s. He don't never score no 50
He had 50s.
points.
He
It's
scored
Anthony Davis.
50 a few
What are we
times.
talking
He
about?
scored 50 a few times. I
This
know
man here
that.
don't have the. Let's let's go see Anthony Davis's career high. Let's see if we can find out Anthony
59.
Davis career high.
59.
Let's see. Let's
59.
go find out.
He definitely scored 50
Oh,
a few times.
59.
He
Oh,
scored
he did
50 a
in
few times.
2016.
He
Who did he
scored
did it
50 a few
against?
times.
He did 59.
Against Detroit.
Let's
That
go
was the
see
New
what Stat News
Orleans.
says.
That
Stat
was the
News say.
that was that New Orleans Anthony Davis.
All right, he scored 55 times in his career. All in well, no, he did twice with the Lakers. He scored 55
Yeah.
versus Washington. No, he couldn't even put up points versus Washington. Then he scored 53 versus the Phoenix Suns. That was in 2018 when he was with the Pelicans. Then he did the Lakers. He scored 50 with the Lakers versus Minnesota. That was
The
in
one thing we know, the
2019.
one thing we
And
know
the last
about
time he
Bam
scored
this
50
season,
points was in 2022. Like I said, this man has not been good since 2022. This man's been a bum.
the one thing we know
I
about
mean, he
Bam
just
this
won
season.
the
That's
in-season
all. First of all,
tournament with a 40-20 game, and he was the best big man in the Olympics when Bam was watching him on the bench. So he hasn't been good since 2022. You
all right,
said
let's do
so.
this.
When the hell has Bam been good?
Well, we know about Bam. He's going to average
Okay, so let's do this.
19.3 points this next
So
season. He's going to average
in
19.
2025, he scored 42 points. That was his last big game, right? But let's count out of all these games here. They listed us 25 games for Anthony Davis scored at least 42 points. How many of these games were scored in the last 2-3 years?
How many times has Bam scored 40? How many
Let's
times
see.
has Bam scored 40?
50. Bam has more triple doubles. That's what he does.
No, no. How many times has Bam
That's
scored
Bam's
40?
game.
Since you're talking about Anthony
Because he
Davis
got
40-point games.
He
How many
got,
times
he
has Bam
got
scored
more.
40?
career highs.
He got more. We know what his career is.
We're gonna
How
find out
many
right
times
now.
has Bam scored 40 though?
It's 83. I don't know. All I know,
No,
he
no,
scored
no,
83.
no.
Your
How
man
many
ain't never
times has
scored
Bam
83.
scored 40?
Let's see here. Career high in points. Let's see here.
No,
Bam
it's
scored
80.
over 40 twice.
That's it.
Where?
That's it.
Last year or his whole career?
It's got to be his whole career.
His whole career. His whole
And one
career.
of
He
those
scored
is
40
the
points
83
twice,
point
but he
game.
scored 83.
Oh,
Your man ain't
man.
scored
What about
83 point game though.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
what are we talking about? What
Let's
are
just
we
move
talking?
on from Bam. I don't
Yeah.
know why Johnny keep bringing up Bam all the time. This
What are we
poor man
talking
Anthony
about?
Davis.
Oh, I don't know why y'all think because Anthony Davis shoots the ball more than him. Because Anthony Davis shoots the ball more than him. Then all of a sudden, Anthony Davis is
Hey,
supposed to
hey,
be better
hey,
than him.
John,
Anthony Davis
when
is out
Bam
here
scored
taking shots.
83,
Look at this. 30 shots, 31, 32 shots, 34
how many
shots.
times did he
46
shoot?
free throws.
Did he shoot over 50%? Did he shoot over 50% in
43.
that
No,
game?
no, no.
43.
He
He didn't
shot
shoot over
40.
50%?
43.
He
43.
shot 43 free throws. 43.
Oh, okay. Did he shoot over 50% in that game, though?
No, no,
He did?
no.
That's a lie. He did. He had to shoot over 50% because if you score
Anthony
83,
Davis
you have
can
to be on
shoot over
fire.
50% in that game.
We talking about Bam when he scored 83. He did not shoot over 50%.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to
Bam
show
is
50% when you're
solid.
being guarded.
Bam,
Ain't
hey,
nobody
Why
guarding
can't we
Anthony
just
Davis.
say he's a good
Everybody
player?
worried about
Why can't
every
we
time
just
Anthony
end it and
Davis
say he's a
score all
good
these
player?
points.
hey,
Who's a
you
good player?
said you
Yeah,
said
he's just a good
Who?
player. Why can't we just
Anthony
leave it that
Davis?
he's a good player? Why can't
I'm
we just
not
leave
picking
that he's a good
I'm
player?
not picking Anthony Davis. I'm not picking Anthony Davis over. I'm not picking Anthony Davis over Bam. That's what
No,
I'm not doing.
I know you're
Hell no.
not,
I
but
don't
I'm
care
pretty sure the
what
Heat
Anthony
will.
Davis you give me.
I'm pretty sure the
He's a
Heat will
bum.
in a heartbeat.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. It's about culture. Our culture. Anthony Davis would not last in Miami. Couldn't play in Miami. He couldn't deal with it. Couldn't go through the regiment. There would be too much pressure on him. Anthony Davis would never be there. We would never trade for no Anthony Davis ever. He's a bum. Think about no Anthony Davis, man. This man was lucky LeBron James saved his career.
So
He'd
just
have
like
been another
Bam's lucky
Zion
that
Williamson.
Jimmy came there.
Yeah.
If Jimmy never came there, I don't even know if they make out the first round ever.
No, they don't.
Jimmy
I mean,
Jimmy
Bam
comes
is
there,
his prime. They
that's
just missed
fine.
the playoffs.
Jimmy's a part of our culture. Jimmy's a part of our culture. Jimmy was perfect for the Heat. Take him any day over. I take him over Anthony Davis too. I can rely on these men. Can't rely on Anthony Davis. I tried to rely on Anthony Davis for 3 years as somebody who reported on the Lakers. That man was trash, man.
No, yeah, okay.
That man wasted LeBron James's time in LA.
Oh, that's what Anthony Davis did. Oh, okay.
Yes. What did they do in 23, 24, and 25 with Anthony Davis?
Hey, thanks,
Nothing.
2 cents. Bam was 20 for 43, shot 46% from the field
Wow.
in that 83-point game.
Wow.
Yeah, he was fine. 20 or 43 is not bad. When they were doing everything in the world to stop you, they were doing everything. He scored 83 points.
I don't think that Johnny watched that game.
What you mean? We was literally alive there. We had a whole live of us watching the game while it was going on.
If you did, you wouldn't be saying the things you're saying.
I am saying that. They were doing exactly that. He was 20 or 43 from the field, and they were completely trying everything, throwing 5 guys, and they were fouling him before he even touched the ball. They were doing everything. They were breaking NBA rules to stop this man. He still scored 83. Still. Scored 83. And he don't even like to score like that. That's not his game. His game is to pass the ball, get his teammates involved.
He don't like to score.
How many times Anthony
like
Davis
to
had
score.
over? How many times Anthony Davis had over 8 assists in the game?
I have no idea. You tell me.
Who had the most? Who had the most? Let's do that. Who had the most 10 Anthony Davis 10 assist games in his career? Let's go look that up. Let's go see how many 10 assist games Anthony Davis got. Anthony Davis career high in assists. Let's see that. Let's see how he's making some passes.
This is really bothering you, huh? This is really bothering you. You got to look up assists for Anthony Davis. I'm just saying.
I can't look up.
You got to look up assists now. For someone who said he's afraid to play center, you have to look up assists. This is how this bothering you. This bothers you.
Because Bam's the man. All right, so he does have what's it called game? He has three triple doubles. You should be proud of that, Brandon. He has a game where he put up 26 points, 15 rebounds.
Bam got 3 All-Star games versus Anthony Davis.
He did this with LA.
Okay, who made more All NBA teams? Because that's actually what matters. Who's the better player? Who made more All NBA teams?
Anthony Davis got 5. Bam got 0.
Oh,
who made
what?
More? Anthony Davis did make more All NBA teams. He did.
Oh, so
yeah. Anthony
so
Davis
what you talking about now?
All NBA teams.
Because All NBA teams means you're a better player.
What I'm talking about is assists.
Hey,
we're talking about career high assists.
Brandon. Bam got 0 block leaders. Brandon. Bam got 0 block leaders. Anthony Davis has 3.
No, what has Bam led the league in?
Nothing.
Which one was Bam led the league in?
Nothing.
Nobody cares about leading the league in no categories. You don't even know who led the league in blocks this year.
What's the matter?
We all know who
What's the
led the league in
matter?
blocks. That's
Well,
easy.
every coach is Wemby, but who cares? It don't
Anthony
matter.
Davis.
It's Wemby, but I
How
know.
many triple doubles Anthony Davis has? Well, I got 1, 2,
So,
3,
so, so let's talk
4,
about this. Let's talk
5,
about Bam
6,
defense.
7. Bam got twice
What
as many triple doubles
what does
Okay,
Anthony Davis
what
got for
does
his
Bam
career.
average in blocks? What does Bam average in blocks? And
Mm.
when you hear that, you gonna laugh, Brandon.
Bam is just a better player than Anthony Davis.
You don't want to tell you what he averaged in blocks.
Hmm.
yeah, hilarious.
I'll tell you this: Anthony Davis is 2.3 for his career.
What's Bam?
You don't want to say it?
I want to
What in
know.
block
Give it to
in
me.
blocks?
Yeah. I got it
I don't
right
know what
here.
Bam's blocks per game is. But Bam is not a rim protector. He's a defensive
Hey,
player.
0.8.
What? Who? Hold up.
Anthony Davis,
This rim protector averaged less than a block a
yeah.
game.
Michael Jordan averages 0.8 blocks a
I
game.
never said he was a rim protector. He's a defensive anchor.
My goodness.
Anthony Davis
He's
is
not.
average
He's not
more
a shot
steals
blocker.
too.
He's not a shot
Apparently he's
blocker.
not. Apparently he's. I
He's
don't know
gonna
what's he
lead the.
doing.
He's
That's because he's so small. That's probably what it is. He's like a poor
no.
man's
He's not a
Anthony
shot
Davis.
blocker.
Yeah, he's a poor
Yeah.
man's Anthony Davis. That's why he's a little guy.
No.
Bam for Bam for
Hey,
his career. Bam
Nah,
for his career, he has
the Heat
500.
system
He
is
has
not predicated
500.
on Bam just to sit by the rim and block shots. He has to play defense. He has to physically be the anchor of a defense, not just sit around here waiting for somebody to block a shot. That's what I tell you. Anthony
Oh,
Davis would be
really?
great for the '90s, but that's why his team's defenses always suck because he just sit at the rim. Yeah, Lakers defense always suck with Anthony
Hey,
Davis.
John.
The only time
How
it was
many
good is when
titles
they had a
has
real
Bam
defensive
won with
anchor
the
in Dwight
Heat
Howard.
with his defense?
None. Uh, no. For his career, Bam has 538 blocks compared to Anthony Davis
You don't have
1848.
LeBron James. You acting like
Yeah.
I wish if LeBron was on the Heat, we winning championships too. That's what you
Bam
talking
got
about. Bam was
Bam got
the team that ran y'all crazy. LeBron had to play all great in the finals. What did Anthony
So he
Davis
needs
do in the
LeBron
finals
to
when he was
carry him.
guarded
Okay,
by
I
Bam
understand.
Adebayo?
Bam needs LeBron to carry him to a title. Thank you.
a Bam for his career
Exactly,
has
just like
six,
Anthony Davis. Just like Anthony Davis needs LeBron to carry him.
Bam needs somebody to hold his hand and take him to a title to win.
Bam is a better player.
Bam best
But
season.
I would agree. He's not a
Bam,
first option player.
Bam best
Yeah, Bam
season.
definitely not.
Bam best season. He averaged 20.4 points per game. 2023. Anthony Davis averaged 28.1
Hmm.
in
That's about
20.
right. That's about right. Because
He should. He should. He should. He takes a lot more shots. He
that's
should.
what it is. That's what it is now.
Anthony Davis should. He takes a lot of shots.
For
Yeah,
the
of course.
playoff,
Takes
for
a
the
lot
playoff,
of
for the
shots.
playoff, Bam averages 16.4 points per
That's
game.
all.
Anthony Davis averages 26.1.
That's
What are we having a conversation about? What are we having a conversation about for real?
Y'all keep
about
talking
how
about
great
scoring.
Bam
Like that.
is.
Like that.
I mean,
No,
what else
no.
do you want to talk about?
Hey,
Who won more
John.
Rebounds,
playoff
Hey,
series?
John.
steals, or blocks
Who averaged more assists?
in the regular season and playoffs?
Oh, no, that's what Johnny was on assists for some odd
In,
reason.
in the regular season, Bam for his career averaged 3.6, and Anthony Davis averages 2.6.
He
Okay.
had the more assists.
Who won more series? Who won more playoff series? Anthony Davis or
You
Bam Adebayo?
you
In their
looking for
careers.
sub, ain't you? You looking for sub, ain't you? You
Exactly.
searching
He's
for.
trying. He's trying.
Now you said
He's
playoffs.
working.
You want to
He's
talk about
working.
playoffs? He
He's
won
working.
more when Anthony Davis won. He won more than Anthony Davis won. Tell you that much.
Anthony Davis won the big game
Anthony Davis
versus
been in
Bam
the league
team.
since 2013
Was Bam on that team in 2020?
and played in 60 playoff games. Bam has played in more playoff games than him.
Was Bam
Yeah,
on
he
that
was on that team in
2020 team?
He got hurt in the finals. You remember?
I just asked.
Bam
He made
actually played
the championship.
in that finals. I saw him play.
Okay,
And
I was,
No,
I saw him play.
but he got hurt. But he did get hurt.
No, I saw him play,
He
so
did
he
get
was
hurt.
playing.
Just so you
No
know,
excuses.
Anthony Davis got hurt too.
Yeah,
He hurt his foot.
he
No excuses.
he played 4 out of the 6 games. He played 4 out of the 6 games. So
That's the majority of the
So you're
series.
telling me he played
that's
most of the
okay.
series?
So
Got you.
excuse me,
Got you.
he
played
won
most of the
more.
series,
He
got
won.
you.
Imagine he made the finals twice. He made the finals twice with Jimmy Butler. Your boy only made the finals one with LeBron James. Like, come on, think about that.
And
Anthony
what?
Davis
And how
made
many
that
titles did he get
one-time
out of
count.
that?
Anthony Davis made that one-time
How
count.
many playoffs did he make since he's been in the Heat? Since he's been in the Heat, they made the playoffs in 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. The Lakers missed the playoffs in 2022. We already know that. So they already missing playoffs too. They missed the playoffs just like the Heat missed the playoffs. The only difference is y'all got LeBron.
Hey, John,
Without
did the
LeBron,
Heat make the playoffs this
Anthony
year?
Davis is nothing.
Hey,
No.
John, did the Heat make playoffs this year?
No.
Okay, all right.
He scored 83 points and couldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, but Anthony Davis is not on the Lakers this year. Anthony Davis is not on the Lakers this year. He went on the Lakers for the last 2 years.
Bam been on the Heat.
He got
Jimmy
traded
Butler-
last year, so he wasn't even a part
Jimmy
of them making
Butler
no
got
playoffs.
traded. Jimmy Butler got traded. Bam had his chance. Number one option. I'm the
And we
guy.
made the
off this
playoffs.
run through
And we made the
league.
playoffs without
He
Jimmy.
couldn't make the playoffs. I mean,
And we still
don't
made the
call
playoffs without him.
on this show. We don't
No,
call
we made
it
the playoffs in
play-in.
2025 without
We
Jimmy
don't call
Butler.
we don't call it the play-in. We call it the Miami Invitation.
No, we had the
They
first
always
round. We
did it.
played against Cleveland in the first round of 2025. And y'all forget? We played against Cleveland in the first round of 2025. We made the actual NBA playoffs.
Y'all made the play-in.
How
Without
close
Jimmy
was
Butler.
that series?
Y'all made the
How close was
play-in.
that series? Was it like a 7-game series?
No, we made the playoffs. In 2025,
seed?
we were in the playoffs.
What seed was y'all?
The 8th seed.
So y'all
Oh,
made
The 8th
the
or the
play-in.
7th seed.
So y'all made the play-in.
No,
So that's what I said.
we made the playoffs. We won in the play in.
They
Unlike
made it out
Chicago,
of the
we
play-in.
actually
You had to
win
play in the
He's
play-in.
trying to say they made it out of the play-in.
It don't matter. We played in the play-in with Jimmy Butler
They made
too.
it out of it. They made it out
There
of the
ain't no
play-in.
difference.
That's all he's saying.
The difference is that Bam won without Butler. Does Anthony
did he
Davis
win
win
without
without
Butler?
LeBron? No.
What did you win without
What
Butler?
did
At least a
without
playoff
Butler?
appearance. Without a playoff appearance, was
So you
Anthony
telling me
Davis
that
doing without
Anthony
LeBron?
Davis never won a playoff series
You
until he got to the Lakers?
Jimmy Butler
Is that what
got
you're saying?
hurt. You know Jimmy Butler got hurt in
What
the
I'm saying-
playoffs, right?
What I'm saying is that he had won one playoff series while he was in New Orleans. That's it. That's all he
So
won.
he won
One time.
a playoff series.
When he got with LeBron, he started really winning.
So he won a playoff series without
Yeah, but he
LeBron
ain't won
James.
without LeBron.
You just
He
said
ain't
he
won
did.
without
He won without
LeBron.
But how
won
many
LeBron.
without
playoff
LeBron.
series?
When he
How
has
many
LeBron,
playoff
he won.
series has Bam
He didn't win
won
without
without
LeBron.
Jimmy? How many playoff series has Bam won without Jimmy? Okay.
Not one. Yeah, but not one. But
Did
he made the
say-
playoffs without
Did
Jimmy.
he say one?
No, he said not one.
No, he didn't.
That's
He
interesting.
He won every playoffs. The Heat didn't make the playoffs when in 2018 we did make the playoffs, but he lost that series. But in 2020 we had Jimmy, so we won there. So from there we won.
Has he
But we
ever
didn't have
made a
Jimmy in
playoff as the best player on the
2025.
team?
No.
Yes, in 2025.
Last year. Who was the best player on the team last year?
And in 2018, Anthony Davis was lucky to make the playoffs because they had Rondo and all those guys balling out in New Orleans. Yeah, I think they had DeMarcus
Brandon,
Cousins on that team too.
do you think Tyler Hero led the Miami Heat in scoring last year?
Most likely, because I would think
They
Bam did
They
because
don't,
he
they don't make
he
you the
only-
best
he
player.
barely averaged 20. I thought scoring 83 points make you a better player, but not
Yeah.
averaging more points, dude. That's kind of odd.
Averaging more points. No, averaging more points don't make you the best player.
But scoring
he-
more points in the game, dude. Okay,
I
that makes sense.
bet you Tyler Hero averaged more points and assists than
No,
Bam.
scoring 83 points, dude. There's a difference. Scoring 83 points, dude. There's a
Okay.
difference.
So
You
one
scored 83
game
more
makes
points.
you a better
He scored
scorer, but not all
Somebody scored
season.
59. No, you got to
A whole
score
career doesn't
83,
make you a
sir.
better scorer,
83
but
is
a
the
whole
impossible.
One game, dude. One game makes you a better scorer. It
scored
don't matter if you
career.
average more points in a season
Tyler
or a
Hero's-
career. It's one game.
Tyler
80.
Hero's lucky he's playing alongside Bam Adebayo. We'll see what he does when he's not having Bam passing him the ball. You see it.
When he leave,
There's a
if he
difference.
leave
That's what I'm saying.
Miami, If he leave Miami,
He does more on the basketball court than Bam. I mean, than Anthony Davis does. That's the point. All Anthony Davis does is block shot and rebound and shoot shots when somebody give it to him. That's nothing.
All he do better.
Nobody can do that.
Is score, rebound, steal, block, shoot better from the field. And make all NBA teams. That's literally all he do better.
And win.
He's
And
the best.
win. Don't forget the winning part.
Yeah, you ain't forget about the championship.
He won 2 titles since he was with the
I would love
Lakers.
to play with LeBron. Who won 2 titles with the Lakers?
Anthony Davis.
Who?
Yeah.
Anthony
Anthony
Davis.
Davis won.
Oh,
He won 2 titles with the Lakers.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. He won 2 titles.
Don't be trying to take. Don't try to subtract anything.
Did he win any MVPs as a Laker?
Bam won MVPs in his life.
Yes.
Bam won the Western Conference
Ain't the
MVP.
best. Hey, we shouldn't even have
He won
this
the Eastern
conversation.
Conference
If you're not
MVP.
even the
He won
best
Eastern Conference
basketball
MVP.
player in your house, why are we having this conversation?
He won the Eastern Conference MVP. Jimmy gave it to him.
Jimmy gave me a
And Jimmy said, "Hold this."
Jimmy said, "You can have that one." Jimmy gave it to him. That was his. It was Jimmy gave it to him. Cause Jimmy, without you, I can't be here. I need you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly how it's always gonna be, man. Exactly, man. Anthony Davis ain't win no championship without LeBron, man. These guys be giving
It's
guys
fine.
praises because they just
He
like
already
Kyrie.
won 2 of them. And he's a
Just
top
like
75
Kyrie.
greatest player of all time.
Top
He's good.
75.
Because
He's
of Clutch
good.
Sports. Because of Clutch Sports and their Illuminati paying behind. Yeah, I mean, shoot, if Bam would have signed with Clutch Sports, they would have paid for him too. But Bam got
Bam.
integrity. Bam has
Come on.
integrity.
First, just don't sign anybody. Come on now.
No.
You got to be a
Don't
star.
worry.
You got to be an all NBA player.
The one
I
thing
know they-
Bam do. The one thing Bam did is follow Anthony Davis to Kentucky.
He was a better player in
Man.
Kentucky too.
Yeah, because he won a title there, right? Oh yeah, that's Anthony Davis.
Yeah, Anthony Davis won the title in college too.
Was he the #1 pick? Of course not.
No, Anthony
He's the
Davis.
poor man,
won.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony
Anthony
Davis played in it.
Davis, #1 pick. That's a
Yes.
bust. Sounds like a bust to me. Sounds like a bust.
Hey.
Now that you said that, it
Hey
sounds like a
John,
bust.
where is Anthony Davis from again?
The city, Chicago.
Okay.
That makes it even worse. That
No,
makes
it
it even
don't.
worse. Nobody from Chicago ever really played the
I want you to say it as I want you to say that as a Miami Heat fan, because just
Nobody
so
from
you know,
Chicago.
James Posey,
Chicago.
Antoine Walker, Dwayne Wade was all on them the championship team from the city. I told you, Miami needs Chicago.
What? All
Miami
those dudes are
needs
lazy.
Chicago.
All those dudes are all lazy and predicate their careers off other people. Name those people again.
Dwayne Wade,
Uh-huh.
Antoine Walker,
Okay, I heard that name as well. Go ahead. Who else?
James Posey.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Who else?
I can't remember who else was on it.
Anthony Davis. Don't forget about Anthony Davis. Who else? Anyone else?
I was
All
just
these
talking about
Chicagoans.
I was just
Ain't
talking about
now one
Miami
of-
Heat players.
Ain't now
I was just
one
talking
of-
about Miami Heat
And
players.
the other one, and like the one that you should be bringing up is Mark Aguirre and Isaiah Thomas. The only reason they getting pub is because Jordan choked.
Oh, Tim
Jordan was
Hardaway-
scared of them.
You know Tim Hardaway from the city too, right?
Another one that's on somebody else's coattails. Another one.
So,
I mean, does anybody in Chicago ever stand on their own and be on
Yeah.
their own? Who?
D.
Which
Rose.
one?
Derrick Rose? MVP.
Them knees is buckling every time he get out of a chair. What you talking about? He's standing tall. He ain't standing tall.
MVP.
He's the MVP. That's what he
MVP.
doing. I'm telling you, man, you got to be from South Florida where the coke is strong, man. You could be Michael Irvin, man. You could be 60 years old beating belts on the sideline in the middle of the heat.
Hey, there's always something wrong with somebody in Florida. There got to be something in that water.
That's what you got to be. You can't be like Dwayne Wade. Them. These dudes be having buckled knees. Hey, Brandon, did you hear Dwayne Wade telling everybody how he was out of his prime after 2012?
He did say that. That's
He
obvious.
did say that. You
mean-
didn't hear that? You didn't hear him
No, I
say
didn't hear
that?
I didn't hear that,
That's
but I don't think he was in. I think it was before then.
Yeah,
I
he
think
ain't
it-
No,
lying.
he said
I think
that
it was
he said
before
that
then.
He said after 2012, after his third knee surgery, he started to feel like he had no more explosiveness in his game, and he had to really change his game. That he really noted. He said for one, he thought he came back too early, but he said that he felt like he had to come back early because of what they had to do, which was win a championship again.
Mhm.
And he said, but after that, he just never felt the same. Like he could tell that he didn't have the same lift, the same explosiveness. That he and you can see it even in the stats. His stats
It
started
was
to go
obvious.
down
And
as
you can
well.
see
It was
you can
obvious.
see it if you
Yeah,
watch the game. You can see that
Yeah,
if you watch
he
the
was
game.
not the same player, but he did carry LeBron apparently. But he was definitely wasn't the same player.
He wasn't the
yeah, he
same player when
wasn't.
LeBron
But
got
he
there.
but he did but he did talk about that, and I did watch, like I said, the 2006 Heat thing, and they were talking about that run and what made it special, and they were making fun of Shaq. They were calling Shaq lazy as hell. Um, I thought that was funny when they kept saying how lazy Shaq was, and Shaq kept saying like I don't have to do all that. Like I was a 2-time champion. I ain't got to do all that. And
That sounds about right.
Yeah. That's the reason him and Kobe had an issue.
Sounds about right.
exactly, but they all got along. They all didn't care, man. They really didn't. They really like even Alonzo was saying how Shaq was Shaq, but they all knew their roles. Is what which is what me and Brandon always say. They all knew their roles. They all understood what they had to do, and it all worked out. Eventually, at the
Yeah.
end, they were able to really win the championship. So,
It was about winning the title.
Yeah.
yeah, it was
And that's
about it
what it
was
should have
about
been
winning a
about.
title. It was about winning a title. It definitely was about winning a title, without a doubt. It was about winning a title. But before we let you gentlemen in, because we've been having so much fun here, we wanna give John some love and some praise here, man. John has been a part of GOAT James Kingdom from the beginning. John is, I think, the second or third GOAT James Kingdom member. So that tells you how long John has been around. John has supported us for a very long time. We were always looking for people to join our panel, and John was more than gracious and to step up and be a part of the GOAT James Kingdom Sunday afternoon shows, man, and help us just to have another voice, so that I'm not always embarrassing Brandon like I always do. So, with that being said, man, shout out to you, John, man. We want to thank you. Brandon and I really do appreciate you. And obviously Craig as well, but Craig's not here for his flowers. This one's for you, man. So go ahead, show everybody all your hard work, man. And
Hey, hey,
and
just
the, you
so
know, the oracle of GOAT James Kingdom, King John, ladies and gentlemen.
just so everybody know, I just opened it up. I hadn't looked at it yet. I just opened it up. My
Okay.
family has seen it. Everybody, I hadn't opened it up, so I'm seeing it for the first time when I open this up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
open it up so we can know how Adam Morrison felt when he got his championship.
Yeah, so we can know how it feels, when Anthony Davis scored
There you
83
go.
points. There you go. Oh,
There
that
you
look like
go.
Anthony Davis. I mean, Anthony Davis never scored 83 points. My bad. That sounds like when Bam scored 83 points. When Bam was holding up the 83. Look at that there. Shout out to, hey.
There you go.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, sir. You see what I'm saying? It looks bigger on TV, right, Brandon? It looks
Yeah,
bigger.
it do. It do.
It
Looks
looked bigger on
amazing.
TV.
It look amazing.
Yeah, man.
Shiny.
Yes.
LeBron James,
Nah.
LeBron James.
Yeah, man. But let's work on the gold, man. Let's work on getting the
Yes,
gold, man. Which
that's
is
the next goal.
I think that's a million. Do they have the one for 500,000, or is it
No,
just
they
now it's a
don't.
million?
It just goes
So
straight to a million.
so we got to
when I
get a
j-
million
when
subscribers.
I joined
Ooh,
when I joined Go James Kingdom, I think it was at 2.3 subs, and
that had to be before that. You had to
the
join the show
yeah.
before that.
No, but what I remember is I remember the locker room making a shot at Go James Kingdom
Mm,
about the subs, and
mm.
it just felt like we had a bigger platform, even though he had more subs, and it
Yeah.
when you
Nah.
when you lap somebody, it's just easy, but that's
Easy
cool.
work.
Yeah.
Light work.
Yeah,
And the funny thing about what you said was always funny, because Brandon and I, when we started this, Brandon had more understanding of what we were supposed to do or where to go with this. He had more of an outline for us. But we never looked at other channels like, wow, they got this, and we always said, well, how are they getting this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can we do to get there? Like, we never looked at other people who had more subs than us and more of a following us as like a suspect. We just looked at it as like motivation to a certain degree. Like, it can't, how can we get to that point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that we got to do to get there? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I never understood the views counting and the subs counting by people who have channels or don't have channels. The worst part, it'd be the people who don't have channels that be counting people's subs and views would be the most funniest things to me. Be
That's
like
the
who are
that's
you?
the funniest shit ever. Because when I first found y'all was at like just around 2,000 subscribers, and I've been following y'all since then. And it's hilarious. All the people that be going at y'all for y'all viewer count, they got less subscribers than y'all do. And I'd be like,
Yeah,
why you over here talking about counting subscriptions and y'all niggas don't even got the memberships that GJK has? That's crazy.
I knew when I first found them, the energy that Brandon and that Johnny showed. I saw, like I told him, I saw him on TikTok, and I reached out. Johnny reached out right away, and I hadn't missed one Sunday since. I used to
It's
show up
funny because
to
I found
every
y'all on a
Friday
Sunday
show.
show.
I used to show up to every Friday show, everything. Uh, I love the energy, and for a lot of y'all who don't
Hmm.
know, I'm a really high energy guy. So people who know me when they watch the show, they was like, "John, why you not giving that?" That's it's just I'm a really high energy guy. Well, you know me, it's really really high.
Yeah, let Herm
Hmm.
come up here and say something, and then John start acting a fool.
That's where you see the high energy. That's cause I'm
Yeah,
really comfortable in that. I'm really comfortable in that area. Trust me.
everybody has their ticket points here. We all know when it's about time for people to start, ticking. We all know that. So, but again, shout out to you, John, man. Thanks for all your support, brother.
I
We can't,
appreciate
we
this,
can't say
man.
thank you, too many times, but we'll do it whenever we can, man. So shout out to you and congrats, man, to you too, man. Again, Craig, you're more than
Shout
welcome,
out to
man. We're
King
trying to
John.
get you yours too. We're trying to get you yours too, Craig. You gotta holler at us, man. I know Craig just loves this. This is fun for him. He likes to be a part of this, but we definitely want to give you your shout out to Craig. You deserve yours as well. So shout out to Craig. And again, shout out to all of y'all, man. All the GJK members, man. We got Inside here. We got 2 Cents here. We got New World here. So let's start with you, New World, man. LeBron's the athlete of the century, man. What's going on these
Nigga,
streets? What y'all
I'm here
been
too,
hearing about
man. I'm
this?
here too, man. Don't be trying to forget me too, man.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
Juan
No,
Boy.
my bad. That's
You
One
thought
Boy.
that was
My
the
bad, One
Hardwood
Boy. I
Authority.
thought I thought that was Inside. My bad. Why you change your shit? My bad, One Boy. Damn, One Boy just been going in on me. You know what? Let's put
Yes,
One
he
Boy on the
do.
screen. Let me put One Boy on the
No,
screen,
hold
man.
on,
What
hold
happened,
on,
One Boy? My bad, man. The
Salute
Hardwood
Juan Boy, my
Authority
nigga.
show. Y'all make sure to support the Hardwood Authority show, man. Look what I done started, Brandon. I done started something. Look what I done started. Look what I done started.
You started
Cause
the GJK Civil War once
Shout out to
again.
One Boy, man. Y'all make sure
what
to
up, bro?
follow
What up?
One Boy, man. They be hating One Boy for
Yo,
no reason too, man. They be hating on One Boy, man.
yo,
But shout
happy
out to y'all,
Father's
man.
Day
What's
to
good,
y'all
y'all?
too, man. Happy
Yeah, what's
Father's Day to
good,
y'all
man?
too, man. I mean, I hope all your women doing all the laundry and fixing all the meals. Know what I mean? If
I
she
did get a
not,
Mm.
good breakfast. I did get a
know what
good
I mean?
breakfast today. I did get a good
Oh,
breakfast today.
oh,
So shout out to
that's
my
what's
wife.
up.
Shout out to
Yeah,
my
shout out
wife,
to all the
man.
fathers out there putting in that work and handling their responsibilities.
Well, y'all know, y'all want to hear something? Every Sunday morning, Brandon takes a hiatus from the Sunday show, and for one reason only. He actually cooks breakfast
Mm.
for his kids every Sunday morning. So shout out to Brandon. That's probably what he's doing right now. He's probably making his kids. He gets his kids up. He makes them breakfast. I mean, he does it every Sunday. Every Sunday, he does it. So shout out to Brandon, who's been dedicated
Shout out
to
to
the Sunday
Brandon.
show. And that was another thing too, John, is that when we first started Go James Keenan, we thought we had to do more shows throughout the week. But I'm glad that we didn't decide to do that because that would have been very strenuous. Because again, it's hard to do a show every Sunday to be on point to make sure we're here for you guys every Sunday. But imagine if we would have started doing a show like once or like 2 or 3 shows throughout the week. We would have had to keep doing that. It's not easy doing this. So again, shout out to all y'all for y'all support, man. And we're gonna keep trying to give y'all better content and talk the game like the game deserves to be talked. Because that's all we want to do is obviously praise LeBron's greatness, and with that, we should be able to praise today's. That's why here in GOAT James Kingdom, Brunson has always been praised. We didn't wait for Brunson to win the championship to say how good Brunson was.
No, you put him on your top 10 list beginning of the preseason.
Mm-hmm. We didn't wait for that. SGA, same thing with me. I was praising SGA before people was praising SGA before he started
Yeah,
winning MVPs.
yeah.
So, all of us talk about the game, and that's the good thing about what we do here. We talk about the game. But obviously today's show is about LeBron getting the Time Magazine Athlete of the Century. And not to
Yes,
mention, like
sir.
Brandon said, he has the most athletes of the year awards with them. And did you
Yeah,
say
most
player of the
times
year?
athlete of the year. He has the most
Athlete.
times athlete of the year award. He has the record for that. He has
Mm.
three. He had one with the Cavs, one with the Heat, and one with the Lakers. So he has with all three teams.
He has one with all.
So
Oh my God! I don't think any
okay.
nigga has ever
That's
done
So,
that. So he's
crazy.
got
I
so what you
knew.
he got one on
so
every
it's not.
franchise he been playing for.
So this is GOAT debate worthy? Can I use this in the GOAT debate?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
I mean,
yes,
Why not?
yes.
I use it.
Now, why they're using
Yes.
gravity?
They use gravity and
They
advantage
use gravity.
creation.
Yo, did you hear? Yo, hey, B Lee, we
Uh-huh.
got a new term. B Lee, we got now there's scoring turnovers now.
Wait, what is that? What
What
did
you
you say,
say?
Wild
What
boy?
you say, wild boy?
That's the same thing I said when I heard it yesterday. Scoring
Scoring
turnovers.
turnovers.
Oh my
Okay, what the
God!
hell is that? What
Whoa!
was that down?
Basically, a
Man,
scoring turnover is a live turnover. You know how there's dead ball turnovers and live ball turnovers? A live ball turnover, you know, a live ball turnover is bad because that means now they're going the other way, right? But now they're just calling it a scoring turnover. Instead of saying a
So
live
that,
ball turnover,
so
they're calling it a scoring turnover.
so it doesn't mean you score off the turnover.
No, it doesn't. It just means it's a live ball turnover. Because there's no tracking of how many times. They track how many points you score off a turnover, but they don't track how many times you actually make a basket off a turnover. So I don't know how that works.
What
So
the fuck?
they called it a scoring turnover, and this was them. And this was funny because this conversation, I think, we are kind of needed, Brandon, for the analytic conversation, because I know you love the analytics, and because of you, I understand the analytics, even though I don't like to use it. But we really need to have more shows about the analytics because people don't understand all these different analytics. Like it's
They
really
really don't.
confusing. They really
Ely,
don't.
like we
Like
were arguing about true shooting the other day for hours, bro. Like these people, they try to use true shooting across eras to compare efficiency, but it's like, how can you do that when the value of free throws, I mean, at least the rate at which they're shooting free throws in a game are not the same. That you can't
yeah, and
evaluate
then
true
they try
shooting
to
across
tell us
eras.
where was that 44% that they was holding on to?
no,
So
the 40
44% of a
the
free
forty
throw
four
is like
percent
a,
it's
and
the free
and
throws.
B Lee, try to understand. I don't know how to understand. So we talk about they trying to track across all eras. Like how you going to account for the fact that they shoot less free throws in today's game than they did back in the 80s and 90s, and try to say that's going to remain the same? I don't.
Well, no,
I
the thing
mean,
about the
advanced stats are year by year. That's the issue. It's kind of hard to use them throughout eras and everything. They're adjusted year by year.
That's what I'm
but
but
no,
that's
saying.
the
So I
problem. They
don't know
try to
how this is
compare
going
it
to
across
remain
eras.
44% of free throws in the
It,
era
and no,
that
it's
they
not
it's
even
shoot
tough.
about
free
using
throws. Yeah,
across
that's
errors.
what
They
I'm
don't
saying.
even know what they mean. Like they didn't even like it's crazy that you guys were arguing against true shooting, but they couldn't argue for it because they didn't even really know what it meant. They couldn't explain it to you guys for where you guys could even understand it, which is my
I really
problem with
couldn't
it.
understand what they were
Well,
trying to say.
well,
I
they
really
they
couldn't.
still believe PER means being efficient, but they have no idea what goes into what that formula is. They
Yeah,
have
and
no
then
idea about it.
and then that's another thing too. They love to discredit VORP, right? As if VORP is not actually correlated with
Because
box
LeBron
plus
got the
minus.
highest.
No, and exactly because what you can't have a VORP without a box plus minus. Your box plus minus and your minutes is what creates your
It goes into it.
VORP.
Yeah, it
It
goes
goes
into it.
into it. So and it's just like win shares, right? They don't like to talk about win shares, but your win shares per 48 are based off of your win shares. So
Oh,
it's
48.
basically the same thing. It's basically exactly by per 48. It's basically they're taking your win shares and dividing it by per 48 minutes in your career. It's the same thing. So it's like they don't even understand what these things be meaning, but they want to use them in the GOAT debate. And they want to argue with that these things have impactful meaning, but they do it. Like I was listening. I heard about the first 15 to 20 minutes of it, and I was like, when I heard the scoring turnover part, I was like, yo, what the hell is a scoring
What the hell
turnover?
are you talking about?
Exactly, but it wasn't until he said it was a live ball turnover, which was like, okay, that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's a live ball turnover. It's the same thing with advantage creation. Just say playmaker. I don't need to say advantage
Mhm.
creation if there's a term called playmaker in basketball. That's what a playmaker does. He takes
And
advantage
plus,
of
they use it
advantages.
wrong. They use it wrong anyway because when they say advantage creator, right? Like, we talk about Kobe being an advantage creator. He's not taking advantage of the creation if he's going to shoot over 2, 3 players. Now we
That's
got
why. That's why.
anti-gravity for you niggas.
You got anti-gravity now, and we got disadvantage creation because you
And we
dudes be
got
creating
disadvantage
terms.
creation for
At
you
least
niggas.
our terms is more realistic. But the conversation that y'all were having about true shooting, what bothered me was that they didn't explain what it was. True shooting is basically a measurement of your scoring to your shot attempts. That's it. It's basically measuring the amount of points you put up to the amount of shot attempts that you needed to do that. So, as an example, if you take one field goal and you score 2 points, that's considered 100% true shooting. But if you make a 3-pointer, it's 150 because in reality, the most you can score on a regular field goal is 3 points. But a regular field goal is usually 2 points. So when you score 3, it's 150%. You score 2, it's 100%. The caveat is that if you make one free throw, it's considered 0.44% or 44%.
Which doesn't
And
make
that's
sense because it should be considered half.
because it's the reason it's not considered half because technically it's a bonus
Yeah,
shot.
that's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't you don't really control the amount of free throws you're going to get or not. You can control the amount of shots you do take. So that 44, from what I understand, represents the possession or whatever, or the amount of a possession a free throw represents. So that's why they do that. So as an example, if you hit a 3-pointer, you score 3 points. It's one shot, 1 3-point. That's 3 points. Your true percentage is 150. But if you make if you make a 2-pointer and a free throw, it's considered 114 percentage because that free throw is like a bonus, right? And that's the way that people get confused because in reality, you really could have scored 4 points because that field goal could be a 2 or a 3. But you only put a 2-pointer up and you only made one free throw. So in reality, you don't really got the 150 because it measures the amount of points you could have scored to the amount of points that you did score. So when they say Rudy Gobert has the highest true shooting percentage, that means that when they say he's shooting 70%, that means if for every 10 points he could have scored, he gets you 7 points.
Okay.
That's what true shooting means.
They couldn't explain that to me, Johnny, because the motherfucker kept saying that that 44% represents 44% of the possessions you're taking are a free throw or some shit like that.
Yeah,
and
no,
we
but
kept telling him
that's
that's
the
really what he was
subjective
saying.
value.
He's like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that is what
that's
you're
the
saying.
subjective value. That has no
sense.
real value in it. There's no real measurement to why they made it 44%. It's just something that it was just a math calculation.
Analytics. They just add random shit in there. That's all it is.
Exactly. That's all. That's
There's
the
no
only
rhyme or
random
reason
part
for
about
anything.
it.
That's all
but
of them. There's no rhyme or reason for them.
But the
Yeah,
funny thing is that
exactly.
all the analytics that doesn't require random shit like assist percentage and rebound percentage and turnover percentage, which basically goes off of the amount of possessions you had to the amount of assists you made or the amount of possessions you had to the amount of rebounds you made. Like those are real numbers. There's no extra shit in that. There's no fluff in it like
You don't gotta do a whole bunch of
or win shares.
You don't
there's no formula. Yeah, there's no calculations. No
There's no
special
PIM
equation.
nigga. We don't gotta do no
exactly.
PIM dash to get this shit together, nigga. It's just simple aquatic equations, nigga. Like this ain't basketball. If you gotta do multiplication, subtraction, and division just to get a fucking number, bro. Like I don't know if we should be using that number in these debates.
At the end of the day,
I feel like advanced metrics should be for like coaches and shit.
Exactly. If the regular box score ain't enough for you, that's the problem. Again, this is the analytics was just the first step of avoiding talking stats because, like I told you, Jordan's career is not enough, right? So now that people don't understand analytics and it's still another form of stats, the different thing became to create terms. Now we're just gonna call you an advantage creator. We're gonna call you, silly terms that we don't know, right? An event creator, right? Because we don't want to use stats and accolades. Because if we use stats and accolades, we all know Jordan ain't the GOAT. We all know Stephen Curry ain't top 10. Like we all know these things about these players. Kobe's not top 5 if we use stats and analytics. Like it doesn't, especially if we use analytics.
Analytics was put there for a reason. So, just like, how else are you going to say Michael Jordan was a better winner than Bill Russell in the playoffs if you don't use win shares in the postseason? There's no other way to say.
But I don't think Jordan has a higher win shares than him.
Jordan was number one.
Jordan had high win shares.
Jordan was number one until LeBron came and just blew everybody away. Now that stat don't matter anymore.
They had to change the formula.
Now it don't matter anymore.
The formula, yeah, believe. But that's also why I don't think advanced analytics. Like I don't care about them because like if y'all could change the formula because of LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. Just to keep one guy ahead of everybody else, you have to make one stat, which I think it made steals more valuable than assists after they changed the formula. And I'm like, this is literally tailor made for a specific player. That's how I know these stats don't really mean shit.
I mean, they was made by Jordan fans, so of course.
They were. Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
but
Exactly.
yeah, I don't be all in with the stats analytics all the time because when folks talk about true shooting, John Stockton had a career 61% true shooting. Does that mean he's more efficient than certain guys ever seen play the game, or is he a better shooter than guys ever seen play the
At
game? So
scoring,
yeah,
that's
they
not
got
about
it.
All I'm
shooting it.
gonna
That's
say to
that's not
that,
what it means,
Herm,
though,
is
Herm. That's not what it
that's not
means,
exactly.
Herm. True shooting means your scoring efficiency, not your shooting efficiency. Your shooting efficiency is your field goal percentage. Your true shooting represents the amount of shots that you take to score the amount of points that you score. If he has a true shooting of 61%, that means he is better at scoring than a guy who has it at 58. It's just that simple.
We know damn well he's not though.
The only
We
reason
know
we
I
know
damn
mean,
that is
well.
because
if
you
it
have to
is,
put up more points. That's why you go by more
you
points.
gotta put up
That's
more
the it.
points.
If you want to know who's the
Volume
better
is
scorer,
important.
who puts up the most points? That's it. But that bothers people because their
Totally.
favorite player don't have enough points. But now it bothers them
Nope.
because when you look at true shooting, you're going to see guys like Stephen Curry up there because he's great at shooting threes. You're going to see guys like Rudy Gobert and Dwight Howard up there because they take smart, efficient shots, high
DeAndre
efficient
Jordan.
shots.
DeAndre Jordan
Exactly.
would be up there.
They
Mhm.
score. They score a lot on little shots. They don't
Yeah,
need a bunch
if
of shots
Rudy
to score a lot of
Gobert is taking
points.
like if Rudy Gobert is taking like 8 to 12 shot attempts a game and he averages about 15 points, his true shooting percentage is going to be extremely high.
Exactly, because he could score 20 for you, but he's scoring you 15 to 16. That's why it says in the 70s. Like I said, the 70% represents the amount of points you could have scored. So, like I said, if you could have scored 20 points, but you only put up 14, well, in reality, that's what, like 60, 70%.
Yeah, I'm so glad you broke that down for me, Johnny, because I literally could not understand what the fuck this stat was for. Because I
Hmm.
know how they break it down, but they were trying to say that it's comparing all efficiency, like from
Mm,
where you shoot everywhere on the court. Like
that's how they
that's
use
what
it
they're
though.
comparing.
That's how they use it
That's
though.
how that's how they use it exactly. They use it to
That's just
compare
like a
who has
effective
better
field goal
efficiency
percentage.
across the
Yeah,
board.
like
Yeah,
effective field goal percentage is there to account for 3 pointers made. It's basically that it's just there to help your field goal because when you do regular field goal percentage, it doesn't account for your 3 pointers. So when you got someone like Stephen
yeah.
Curry who shoot 44, 45%, people think, oh, he's not that efficient, he's average. But no, that's because he's taking a lot of threes. So when you add effective field goal percentage, it literally accounts for the 3 pointers that he's taking. So his effective field goal percentage really reflects his true field goal percentage is what they want it to look like. But that's why it's called
I mean,
true
even then,
shooting percentage. Yeah, again, these
but even
numbers are
then, you don't
helpful,
even
but you
need
have to know how to
to.
use them. You have to know how to use them. You have to know what they mean and how they represent the
But even
numbers.
then, John, there's another way to find that out. You just go by his shot attempts. If he's taking about 5, 6 3 pointers a game, you just look at his 3 point efficiency. They have that listed on the main stat line. So you don't even need like effective field goal percentage. We just literally look at his attempts and versus his makes. Like they're gonna give you the percentage right there.
That's what I always tell you. Your field goal percentage is enough for me to know that. That's what I need to know, man. What do you shoot for your field goal
Like,
percentage?
that's all you need. Like you don't need
Like
all this other bullshit. Like
you
this is all
don't,
just
you don't. But
That's all
basic
again,
I
clean
ever. That's
semantics.
all I ever need is your field goal percentage. I didn't need all
That's
the other
all I
stuff.
need.
All the
I
stuff
just
was
need your
crazy.
field
and
goal percentage, your
I
three
didn't know.
point
I
field
didn't
goal
know
percentage,
Daryl Morey
your
though.
free throw. That's all.
I didn't know Daryl Morey was the one who made true shooting percentage though. I know John Hollinger was the one who created a lot of the stats that the Zesties love. Like I believe he created PER and game score, and I
Yeah.
believe he created box plus
But Pat,
minus. If I'm
Pat Riley
correct.
been using advanced stats for a long time though. I think he's one
That's
of
why
the
I say he's
first
a
coaches
coach
to
And
though.
not, I don't
really
These
think
are
they
all
use.
use
coaches.
those though. I don't think they use though. When you say they use analytics, they use what your field goal percentage is on certain spots of the floor. They might use offensive rating, defensive rating for certain categories. But I don't think they use what a player's PER is or what a player's win shares is when they want to sign them and stuff like that, or when they want to put them on the team. I don't think they
You know,
use any of
they
those
don't care
numbers.
about none of
I
that
mean,
stuff
they
because they
I don't
probably
know
think they
a
use
do
lot of
any of
though.
those
that.
I
stats
But
think I
yeah, but
think
look
fluctuate
at
agents.
depending on
they
who's
I
on
probably
think
your
do.
team.
agents. I think it's when it's positive for you want more money. Yes, I think it's used. When I
Yeah.
think a team see certain things ain't so high, they use it in contract negotiations. I think it's used. And the,
It
Well,
definitely has
the
to
contract.
be
problem,
used.
King John, is that a lot of those stats that you said, they fluctuate depending on who your teammates are. So if you're playing with a whole bunch of trash ass niggas and they're bringing down your advanced analytics, even though you might be a great player, you know what I'm saying? If they're going to use those stats to dictate how much you get paid, then that's going to fuck over a lot of players that are playing
And
for
what?
bad
Ain't nothing,
franchises.
ain't nothing better than ain't nothing better for a player to negotiate, but saying I averaged 25 points per game, or I averaged 12 rebounds per game, or I was averaging 3 blocks per game. Like those are going to be the things that they're not
That's
going to tell.
true.
Well, I was top 5 in defensive rating this year. Like they're not going to
Yes, they're
negotiate
definitely
saying
going
that.
to use that. Why
They
would
definitely
they
gonna
use
use
that?
that. They
Why
definitely
would they?
gonna
I
use
don't
that.
want more money, so I'm gonna just go with my lower stats since they're
Yes,
gonna use it.
they definitely gonna use that.
Of course,
What lower
it's,
stats? No, I'm saying
it's
that's what I'm saying.
obvious.
But the stats that's going to get you. I don't know what team is paying you because okay, let's go to the top. Okay, so
They are going
what
to use
stat you would
every
say
stat
right? Okay,
possible to
Then,
get
all right.
paid.
Okay. What stat right now can Austin Reeves use that are not basic stats
okay.
to help him get the best contract? So give me
He's
a
going to
stat
use
that would help
every
him.
stat he can to get paid. It don't
Didn't
matter if
Well,
it's
give me one. I just want to
analytics,
know. I want to
if
know.
it's
I want
if
to know
it's
what his
didn't the Cleveland
cheerleading.
analytics.
He's going to use everything
didn't the Cleveland
Let's
Cavaliers
see
say
what
they
his
won their
Austin.
series? Didn't Cleveland
because of
Cavaliers
Most
say they
analytics.
likely
won
it'll
their
be the
series
win
through
shares
advanced stats?
thing for him.
Didn't advanced
No,
stats
they
come
were
into
they
That's
were
play
that's
after
down.
why
they did
They
people
were
well?
can't be
down
having
oh
basketball
3.
conversations.
They were down
No,
0-3, and
no,
when he
but
said that, everybody laughed at him. He says
the
They
advanced
use
stats
analytically
say
we're
they
analytics
winning
a
this
lot.
game.
They
That's what he
use
said. We're winning this
analytics a
series
lot.
analytically. That's what he said. They
They
were down
use
0-3.
analytics a lot. Just
that's
because we think
crazy,
they
man.
should, don't mean they don't.
Okay.
They're
Analytically,
definitely
they
crazy.
up
Hey,
on the series.
Okay, so
can we
let's do
can
this.
we
All
do
right,
this?
so Austin Reeves, offense. Austin Reeves, offensive rating was 129.5. This was 11th. Oh wait, that was 2023. Okay, wait a minute. Why are they showing me his 2023 shit? Oh man, that's
Hey,
not
let me
gonna
say
work, bro.
something while you were looking that up, Johnny.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Uh,
We
John-
listening.
Okay, all right, yeah, but see, I know how I go. You have to, like you say, create stats to create your narrative. We all know. Look, that's true shooting percentage, PER, all that stuff. It's not even an official stat tracking for the NBA. So when we comparing players and stuff, you got to get your argument off. You got to go analytical to try. Hey man, he dribbled the ball more times. It's not an official stat. So we're talking about individual accomplishments at that point in time. So use the official NBA stats, what they track. Forget all that analytical stuff like that. Stick to whatever that rebounds, assists, and all the things that we've been using for all these years.
Who do you
But
want to actually stick to that?
yeah,
Yeah.
but we can't now.
I'm just
See, it's
saying,
so
who do
much
you want
analytical.
to stick to that?
I want to. I'm saying as a
Just
fan,
fans? Just fans? That's what you're saying?
no, I'm saying fans. Well,
Man, put a name on it. Put a
whoever
name
watch
on
the
it,
game,
man. Put a
we
name
normally
on it.
use official stats when we
I
trying to compare people. The analytical stuff is,
Facts.
yeah, you're trying to win an argument. You're trying to push a narrative.
All right. So,
We
so now hold on. Wait. Let me ask you this, Brandon. Let me ask you this, Brandon. If you're Jalen Duren, is it better to say, hey, my offensive rating was top 5 in the NBA at 134? Because a lot of people don't think he was great offensively for the team. Or would it be better to talk about his normal stats for the contract he's trying to get this year?
If
both.
you was him
Or
and
should
you
you
was
say he should throw
trying
that in there
to
as
get
well?
paid
He should.
Yes.
more money,
Uh huh.
You
what
throw
would you use,
both.
Uh huh.
Johnny?
You
Just
throw
to be
both.
honest. If you was trying to get
No,
paid more money,
because this is my
which one
no.
would you use? Which one would you use?
I would honestly
All of it,
use.
right?
I would
You
use.
would
I
use
would
all
use
of
my
it.
stats. No,
You
not
would use
really.
all of it because you want more money.
No, not really. Because the reason I said it.
Okay. You be the only
No,
player
listen.
who don't
All
want
right,
to get paid. Then
He
you
averaged.
be the
Oh,
only
listen.
player
Hold on,
in
wait.
NBA history who
Brandon,
don't want to get
listen.
paid.
Brandon, listen. Brandon, you have yet to prove why somebody's paying you because of offensive rating. But I know I'm gonna pay him if he's averaging 19 and 10. That's the point. He's an all NBA player. I mean, an all defensive player. He averages 19 and 10. Why am I going to say, oh, well, I'm going to give you more money because you have the same amount of offensive rating as Diabate has? Diabate is number 1 in the league in the offensive rating, but he's nowhere near the level of a Jalen Duren because he don't average 20 and 10. That's the point. The
Like I
offensive
said,
rating is
you're
not
going
going
to
to
use
keep you
That's why you
every
paid.
use
stat
Nobody's
both.
paying you
possible.
because you're number
You're
one
going
in
to use
box plus
every.
minus.
They're paying you for everything. You're going to use every
Yeah.
stat to show.
You gonna use
Okay,
I'm
everything.
sorry. That's how life works. You're
listen.
going to use
Here we go.
everything in
Diabate.
your toolbox.
Diabate's.
You're going to use everything in your
Diabate.
toolbox to get paid.
Everything that matters. Everything that matters. Not just everything that matters. I'm not going to throw stuff in there that don't matter. Diabate is number one
You
in box. I
you
mean,
be the
offensive
only
rating. That's
person to
not going
do
to get him
that.
no bigger
You be the only
contract. Jimmy
person. That's all
Butler's
I'm saying.
third. Mark
That's
Williams
all I'm
is
saying.
fourth. That's what I'm saying. None of that. No, I don't. I've never heard nobody say. And matter of fact, I heard people say Jalen Duren's going to lose money because of what he did, because of his playoff performance. But they didn't say because of his analytics. They say because he was only averaging like 12 points per game. He went from averaging like
Okay,
19 to
who
12 points per
said
game in the
that? Who is
playoffs.
a GM
Like
is
that's
going
what
to
they're
pay
talking
him?
about.
Who said that that's a GM and is going to pay him? That what they did stat wise, traditional or analytics don't count. It doesn't matter. They're going to use everything they can to get more money. That's just how life works. You're
What do
not
you
going to
think?
just
But
ignore
Lee, I
these
think
stats
you're just
because
missing the
Is
point that
Jalen
because
no
Duren
GM is
because
about
of
to look
fandom
at a
Jalen Duren's
rights.
player's stat
agent?
sheet.
I,
Jalen
I would
Duren's
love
agent
I would
is
love to
going to
know
give him.
who cares because I brought up that's what I'm saying. You have yet to bring up who cares if he brings up defensive rating. Who cares if he brings up his VORP?
The
Who
people
has
who's
said that they
paying
care
them.
for this?
The people
The
who's
How
going
does
to
that
GM,
pay them.
matter?
The people who's
every
going to pay
GM in
them.
the league,
The
every
people
GM in the league.
they use
What
analytics
GM
in
is sitting
every
here saying,
sport.
"Oh, this guy's VORP is
What
third in the league.
GM,
I'm going to
bro?
give
Y'all
him
got a
$1 million
name.
more."
Every GM.
Y'all
Why do
got
I
to
have to
name a
name
team that
anybody?
played somebody. Name me the player
Why
that
do I
got
have to
played
name
that didn't
anybody?
have the
To be honest with
stats,
you,
and he had the
give me a reason why I have to
analytics.
name anybody.
No,
Tell
because
me
I just
why I
want
have
you
to
to name
name
one
anybody.
player. I want you to name one player with great analytics and no stats that got paid. That's what I want to know.
Now, analytics is a bargaining
Did
tool.
Because
Marcus Gasol win
I know players
did
with great
Marcus Gasol
stats.
win a defensive player of the year because of analytics?
Huh?
No,
Yes.
no, he didn't.
That's what the media use.
No, he didn't. That's not what the
What
media
did they get?
uses. Because
Because
if they
his
would have used that, they would
traditional
have gave it to
stats
LeBron in
was below
2012.
average. His traditional stats were below average. He wasn't top 10 in blocks. He
No,
was a top 10 in rebounds. He was a top 10 in steals. His defensive stats were trash. If you just
exactly.
going by traditional stats, they had to use other things to make him defensive player of the year.
No,
Yes. In real life,
no,
they
they weren't
did.
going by that. They were not going by his
Okay,
analytics. If they were going by
what were
analytics,
they
they would have
going
made
by, Johnny?
LeBron.
Tell me. What were they going by?
I'm gonna
The
win.
hate for LeBron James. That's it. The hate for LeBron. That's it. They didn't go by nothing else. They were just saying to themselves there was enough reporters who said, "I'm not
Yo,
giving LeBron James a defensive player
why
of the
would they
year."
give it
That's
to
it.
someone who
That's
didn't
all
make
it was.
Listen, why did they give it? Why did they
Because
give
they
it to
gave it to a
someone?
center. They gave it to
Listen,
a center that was on the
listen,
best
Johnny.
defensive team.
Why did they give it to someone who didn't make the all defensive team? Explain.
Oh, you broke up.
Because they don't even know who's on the all defensive team or not. They don't know. They don't vote for that. They didn't vote for that. They don't know who's making the all defensive team or not.
Why you think that? Because they was using
Because
analytics. And
no,
let
they
me
were
tell
not
you,
using analytics. They were not using
trust me.
analytics. No, they were
Listen,
not.
just listen, dude. Just listen. They use the analytics because that's a team.
I'm listening.
Those are team stats.
I'm listening.
And his team stats in analytics was off the chart, even though he wasn't a dominant rebounder, shot blocker, and he was a dominant with steals. They use analytics to boost his stats up. That's why he won Defensive Player of the Year. That's the only reason. And the NBA coaches understood this, and that's why they didn't vote him on the all-defensive team. But the media used those stats. That's why he was Defensive Player of the Year.
Billy, what
Okay,
year you
first
talking
off,
about?
that's
What
not
year
why.
you
Hold on,
talking?
wait. First off,
2013.
that's not why they've
Nah,
made
they
him
didn't
defensive player
really
of the year.
use him
And the
like that
media,
then.
and the
They
media
took
has, and the media has nothing to do with somebody being
Okay, all
signed
right,
or not.
okay.
So that has nothing to do with signing. So that has nothing to do. Giving
said
somebody
no
the
one
defensive
used
player of the year award has nothing to
analytics.
do with giving somebody $250 million
I'm-
or
do you
$300 million.
know him
No,
winning the
for
Defensive Player of the
signing,
Year,
for signing
who's-
purposes,
who's
for signing
his Defensive
purposes,
Player of the Year,
for
who-
signing purposes, sir.
His Defensive Player of the Year boosts his credibility to make more money in the NBA because of that Defensive Player of the Year, because of those analytics.
Nah, because if that
It wasn't
was
because of the
case,
analytics.
If that
It
were the
was
case,
100%
BD,
because of
you
analytics.
remember LeBron should have got it then because he
No,
led
it
the
was
league
because
in
they had the
defensive
number
win
one defense
shares.
in basketball. That's it. They had the number one defense in basketball. That's
Well,
it.
so why don't you give
Now
it to
we
That's
the
were
best
number
it.
two.
And
defensive
they
player
get
We
on
were
credit
the
because
number.
he's
team?
the center.
Tony Allen.
Now we were number
Best
two that
defensive player
year.
of the team,
Because
Tony Allen. Second best
exactly,
defensive player of the year, Mike
and Tony
Conley.
Allen had better
No, they used
analytics
the
than
advanced
him,
stats.
and Tony
They
Allen
used the
had better
advanced stats.
defense analytics. Who had better advanced analytics, Gasol or Allen?
Mark
Allen.
Gasol had better
Allen
analytics.
did.
Mark Gasol had better analytics because he played with Tony Allen and Mike Conley, who's the two best defensive players of the team.
So basically, you're saying that these advanced analytics gave somebody a defensive player of the year because
That's
he
the only
played with
reason
two
he got
people.
it.
Yeah, because
That's
I don't.
insane,
You
bro.
can't explain to me any other reason he
That's
got it.
his.
That's
Johnny
insane,
keep
bro.
going on about the traditional stats, and we know he didn't dominate in rebounds. He was in top 10. He was in top 10 in blocks, and he definitely was in top 10 in steals. So what other defensive stats are you using?
Brandon, two centers made
But they're not going off of that, Brandon.
But at the same
but
time,
hold
But
on,
my,
that's
though,
okay,
also
my
an
question is,
anomaly.
hold on, wait. My question is, why are they using analytics for Marc Gasol and no other defensive player of the year?
That's what I'm
the
saying. Like
analytics
that, it's
didn't
an
favor
anomaly,
Marc
bro.
Gasol though.
I'm
That's
pretty
what
sure
I'm
they use it
trying to.
every damn year.
Nah, but
No, I
Lee.
don't. I
No,
don't
they
think
did it
they
because
use
Well,
it.
what
no,
happened in 2012? In
before
2012,
that.
you can't use it in 2012 because it ain't Tyson Chandler. Tyson Chandler wasn't leading the league in none of these analytics. So why did they give it to Tyson Chandler in 2012?
But Lee.
Who
But the
knows? He
analytics didn't
definitely
even
shouldn't win it
favor
either.
Marc
LeBron should have won
Gasol
back to
though.
back.
No, you know. I told you why. Because they hate LeBron. That's it. They hate
I
LeBron.
told
It
you
is coming
why.
back
I don't
every
need a
year.
Gasol
reason.
won it.
I don't need a
I
reason to
told you
make
why
Marc
Marc
Gasol
Gasol
defensive
won it.
player of the year.
I
He on
told
the
you why
number
Marc
No,
one
Gasol
defense
won
in
B-Lee,
it.
you do
basketball,
kind
and he's
of.
the anchor of that defense. That's it. They're just gonna
B-Lee,
give it to him.
you do have to use a
They don't need
different.
nothing. They just didn't want to give it to
No,
LeBron.
they didn't
You
use
got
any
to use a
analytics
different
because
year
the
because those
analytics
2
didn't
years
favor
are
Marc
very
Gasol.
The
anomalous. Those
analytics
2 years
definitely
are
favor
anomalous.
Marc
No,
Gasol.
it didn't. No, it
He
didn't.
led in
They
like
really
2 or
didn't.
3. He
No, he
definitely
didn't.
Or
led in
No, he
analytics.
didn't.
I don't
No,
really
he
think he
didn't.
did, bro.
I
I
think we need
it.
to
I
put up the
think he was
analytics
like
to that
top.
team
I
that
think he
year.
was top
He led
20.
no. He
Lee.
led the NBA. Marc Gasol led the NBA in box
And
plus
defensive
minus,
box
defensive box
plus
plus
minus.
minus.
That's
He
it.
led the NBA in that.
That's it. That's the
Yeah,
only thing.
that's it.
Okay,
That's
I
what he
thought
led
he
the
was
NBA in.
second. I thought he was second in
But
defensive box
defensive
plus
win
minus.
He
shares,
was.
LeBron led it.
Where's the? He didn't
I
lead.
think
He didn't lead the
LeBron
team in
led
defensive
in like
rating.
no, he didn't. No, he was
Well,
like I
He
know
led
he
the
was
LeBron
win
second in
shares.
one
didn't
of
lead
those
in
stats.
no. I don't think he
He
led
led
it
the
in.
win shares. He led the defensive win shares.
And that like
That's
like
what
you said, that's because
I
of the
thought he
team he's
led in
playing with
defensive
though.
win share.
That's because the team he's playing with. I know he's second in one of those stats though. I just
No,
can't
I'm
remember off
telling
the top
you,
of my
they
head.
only gave it to Paul Gasol because they had the number one defense in basketball.
Marc
That's
Gasol.
it. That's it.
No,
They had the number one
B
defense in
Lee.
basketball.
But in all actuality, the guy that was well rounded in all the analytics defensively was Joe Kim Noah. So if that was the case, Joe Kim Noah should have won DPOY because he was like in the top 3 in all those categories.
He had
In
So
just
was
all the
LeBron though.
analytic
So was
categories.
I
LeBron.
think Joe Kim Noah won in 2011, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah,
But
but
Joe
LeBron
Kim
was
Noah
also top
actually
5 in like all those categories
no, but
too.
Joe Kim
Nah,
Noah actually was.
wasn't the White Depoy in 2011?
I
Yeah,
think the
I
White
think
No,
was
that
the
was.
I
in
thought it was
2011.
Yeah,
2010.
I think Noah won it in 13.
Oh
Oh, he
yeah, he
did.
did win it in 13. He did
okay,
win it
Okay,
in
okay, okay,
13.
okay.
okay, okay.
He
No,
did.
LeBron won
You're
it
right.
in 13.
We just
LeBron
we
won it in
all
13. I mean, not LeBron.
Not
Paul Gasol
14,
won
I
it in
mean.
13.
No,
14 probably
Tyson
was
won it
Joakim Noah.
in 12, and
Tyson was
Gasol
12 and
13.
then Gasol was
In 12.
13. Yeah, so yeah, Joakim Noah did win in 11, didn't he? I thought Dwight won in 2010.
No, Joakim had to win in 14 or 15 because he won afterwards because Dwight won 3 in a row, and then
Oh, you're right.
Tyson Chandler
You're
won.
right. I forgot that he won 3 in a
Yeah,
row.
but
You're right.
that particular year though,
And
Joe Kim Noah was had the
2014,
most
Joakim Noah was
well-rounded.
Noah won in
defensive player of the year.
13-14.
Yeah, Gasol won
The
it.
White
No,
won.
Noah
The
won
White
it
won it in
13-14.
9, 10, and 11.
Yeah, okay,
Noah
I
won
see.
it
I see.
13-14.
No, but
Okay,
But
I remember
Noah,
now.
had the best well-rounded defensive resume for us the analytics of 2013 when
Yeah, I
Gasol
get what
won.
you're
He
saying. I get
actually
what you're saying.
was better than all overall when you put
He wasn't
everything
better
together,
than
bro.
LeBron, but Marcus Gasol didn't even make the all defensive
Nah,
team
he
because the
shit.
coaches knew
Joakim
he
Noah.
Nah, he
wasn't.
made
I
the
think that
Because
was
the
defensive team.
coaches
Joakim
knew
Noah's
he
best
wasn't.
defensive year.
The
He made the
coaches knew
defensive team.
Marcus
He
Gasol
ain't make
wasn't
the first team.
that all defensive player that the media thought he was. So that's why
It,
Yeah.
they had LeBron James back
it
to
was
back
six.
years,
It
and the
was six
media voted
players on an
for
all
a
defensive
second
first
team
team.
player in 2012.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was
never
That's
six
see a
players
insane,
on an
D-Boy.
bro.
all defensive first team
That's
that year.
still probably one of the greatest robberies in NBA history, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
I ain't never see a D-Boy. Well, we saw a D-Boy win it off the bench.
Off the bench, but even then, like his shit was justified, nigga. I don't know about Mark Gasol, bro.
The robberies in NBA history is Scotty, Tim Duncan, and LeBron
That's why that
Scotty,
9/11.
award
Tim
sucks to
Duncan, and
me.
LeBron. Yeah,
That's
it
why
Tony
I
does
don't
suck,
care
Allen
about
too,
bro.
that
It
though.
award.
does.
Tony Allen too.
It really does.
Yeah,
A bunch
Tony.
of players
And
should.
Hey,
even now, how they do the defensive team suck because they put
there's
all
no
these
standard
guards on the
for it. There's
team
no
now.
criteria for it or nothing. There's no criteria for it. Yeah,
no,
and there's
because
no criteria for it. That's what sucks about it. There's no real
I could,
criteria for it. But hey,
Once
but
Caruso
we
made an
got
all
somebody new here,
defensive
y'all.
team, I
Let's
knew it
let's
was
let's
cooked.
let's give this gentleman let's give a gentleman Scott Howard an opportunity here. Thank you for joining the Goat James Kingdom Sunday afternoon panel. As you can see, we clearly are just having a conversation. But welcome to Sunday afternoon. We are Goat James Kingdom. Today's topic was LeBron James. But what is it you'd like to speak on it? I don't know if you were the gentleman that said that you wanted to debate us on a Sunday afternoon. Scott,
He might be
got your
on.
mic on,
Yeah,
Scott? You can
no. Well,
speak.
number one, I
Uh,
appreciate you guys having me on. I want to just say I respect the channel you built. It's hard. Can you hear me?
yeah, we
yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
can hear
hear
you.
you,
Good,
man.
you
We can
good.
hear you.
Oh, it's delayed.
Hmm.
We can hear
Yes,
you clearly.
I got a little bit of a delay.
Oh, go ahead and
No,
cook, man.
anyways, just
We
want to
waiting.
pay you guys respect for building a successful channel. So, but what I did want to come on here to discuss is, yeah, the LeBron Jordan debate. So, I do believe it's kind of a long debate to talk about, but I can start wherever you guys want. I mean,
All right, no. What we do here, Scott, is in Goat James Kingdom. If somebody feels that Jordan is the goat of basketball, which I think that's what you want to prove, we do have a segment here where we call Exposing Goat James Kingdom, where we give you 5 1-minute segments for you to explain why Michael Jordan's the GOAT. No interruptions. You can take the full 5 minutes at once, or you can take each minute 5 times. It's on you. That would be your choice. And then from there, Brandon and I will respond to whatever take that you have, and we can have a conversation from there. But that's how we usually do it here. That way, people feel comfortable. They get their chance to speak. They don't get interrupted, and then we get our chance to respond and make sure that we clearly hear everything that you had to say, so that we can respond correctly as well. So, would you like to do that?
yeah, sure. So, like I said, I think it's a long debate, and I think there's three levels to this. I think one, we need to establish level one is who actually had more accolades in their career. Also, I think there's many factors to why you would judge who's better. I think longevity is one of them, and I'll just concede longevity to LeBron. But then there's also who was more dominant in their prime. And again, I think that's baked into how many accolades they actually achieved. So I think if level one, we check a box and say Jordan, or if you say LeBron's got more accolades, then you go down into level two and you go into statistical context. So, for example, it's pretty clear that Jordan averaged more points per game at 30 points per game. But you may come back on statistical context and say, well, it was easier to score in the 80s and 90s, whatever the case may be. And then third, I would say, I know you guys like to get into the actual, like, let's look at film. And again, I don't know how much time we're going to have today to do all of that. But if we check the second level, like, oh, the statistical context, that it was easier to score in the 80s or 90s, or maybe I'd say it's easier to score in the 2020s, then we can definitely look at the film and start talking about defensive schemes, offensive schemes, and why anything would be easier or harder in certain eras. So level one for me is just simple accolades and achievements. Michael Jordan clearly has more accolades. He's got more championships, more finals MVPs, more scoring titles, more steals titles. He's got, um, sorry, I keep hearing a delay.
No, you can keep going. We're making that's a background feed. We'll
So
make sure everybody's
yeah, sorry.
muted.
He's got
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
no.
I'm just gonna name it in because I keep hearing a delay. So that's my bad. So, yeah. So yeah, 6 championships to LeBron's 4 championships. 6 Finals MVPs to LeBron's 4 Final MVPs. 5 MVPs to LeBron's 4 MVPs. 10 scoring titles to LeBron's 1 scoring title. 1 DPOY, which you guys were just talking about, to LeBron's no DPOYs. 9 first-team all-defensive teams to, I believe, LeBron has 4. I'm going off the top of my head. And then obviously 3 steals titles to LeBron's none. So I do think when you just assess accolades, Jordan has more of them. And quite frankly, he's done it in a shorter period of time, which I find to be more potent. So that to me is level 1, and I'll just stop there so we can have a discussion from that standpoint.
Okay, appreciate that. Appreciate that, Brandon. You wanna
No,
chime in on that?
yeah,
Yeah.
I can go first. So, NBA accolades, LeBron has more. That's simple. LeBron has more NBA accolades than Kareem and Michael Jordan combined. So that's great. I know you said about NBA titles. That's great. Michael Jordan has 6, LeBron has 4. Both have the most in their era. But they don't have the most of all time. And when we talk about the greatest of all time, we talk about the whole NBA, not just 2 players. So Michael Jordan does not have those. I know you said 3 steal titles. That's great. That's not an NBA record. LeBron has the most steal in the postseason. That's an NBA record. You talked about scoring. LeBron James, the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. He's the greatest scorer in NBA history, period. He's the greatest offensive player that we ever seen. He's top 2 in both of them. He's second in assists, number 1 in points. So he's the greatest offensive player we've ever seen. He's even number 1 in the win shares that people like to use offensive win shares. He's even number 1 in that. So offense goes to LeBron, scoring goes to LeBron. He's versatile defender. He's top 5 in steals and defensive rebounds in NBA history. He's number 1 in the postseason defensive rebounds and steals. He's the most versatile defender he's ever seen. Winning, LeBron won the most games of anybody in NBA history, most playoff series, most conference titles, highest plus or minus. Winning, Jordan has the most titles, but LeBron James has the most winning records of NBA history. So I know you said a few other things like scoring titles and all that. Those scoring titles adds to his 32,292 points, which is well short of LeBron James' 43,000 points. LeBron James has 50,000 points total. Michael Jordan's not even in the 40s. Let me see some other things that you said that was incorrect. I know you talked about the all defensive teams. That's great, but no one has ever said Marcus Smart
Do
is
you
a
mind if I
better.
interject here, Brandon? I'm
Okay,
sorry. Is your name
okay,
Brandon?
No, you
yes,
cut him
Brandon.
off. He let you talk. He let you
It's
talk.
cool. It's cool. But nobody has ever said Marcus Smart is a better basketball player than Jason Tatum because he has more all defensive first teams. We go by all NBA teams. LeBron James has the most of those in NBA history, as well as the most first teams. LeBron James has records. So I will let you go ahead and try to interject now.
Okay. So that's where we need to establish like what are we using as the formula to decide the GOAT. So one, I've already said if longevity is a factor, I'm totally fine with conceding that to LeBron, but that's not the only factor. So what I would say is he has more all-time points, but that's simply because he's played longer. And if you're going to use that rationale, then is Jason Kidd a better scorer than Kawhi Leonard? Do you believe Michael Finley is a better scorer than Kawhi Leonard? Because they're above him on the all-time scoring list. If I'm a coach and I'm trying to understand who's going to be my number 1 scoring option, I'm going to obviously use points per game. And Jordan is 30 points per game to, I believe, LeBron's a little bit under 27. And that is what all coaches uses because if they didn't, then Larry Bird would have been the number 2 option on the team, and Robert Parrish would have been the number 1 scoring option on the Celtics, considering he's above Larry Bird on the all-time list. I'm guessing none of you would say Parrish is a better scorer than Larry Bird, and I'm guessing you're never going to say that Jason Kidd's a better scorer than Kawhi Leonard.
So are you trying to discredit players who
So we're talking
throughout their
all-time
career?
longevity
You're trying to
stats,
discredit
which you
players
guys
throughout
can
their
have that
career
factor,
who
but we
score
need to
more
judge
points than
other
others.
factors.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Okay, so let me address that, Brendan.
I don't
Okay,
think
so
that's what I said.
no, let me
That's
let,
what we
let,
call straw man. That's not
no,
exactly what I said.
let me address that for you there, Scott, about the all-time scoring situation. The fact that 30 points per game that is being used for Michael Jordan is used as some kind of barometer to say that that's what Michael Jordan actually did in the game of basketball is false. His 30 points per game is predicated on the fact that he played 1,072 games and scored 32,000 points. So Jordan's totals is what creates his averages. Even with Jordan averaging 30, if I'm a coach and you told me a player is going to give me 30 points per game for 15 seasons, but a player is going to give me 27 points per game for over 20 seasons, I think I'm going to take the player that's going to give me the 27 points because, again, if you're going to include the averages, you have to include the amount of games played for it. So averaging 27 points per game for over 1,500 games or close to 1,600 games is actually better than averaging the 30 for the 1,000 games that Jordan played. So yes, in raw numbers, if you just look at 30 to 27, you're going to say that's better. But in reality, you're not in using the true context of the games played. So again, you're talking about 1,000 games at 30 points per game or 1,500 games at 27 points per game. If you told a coach or a GM that, I would want the guy who's going to give me the 1,500 games at 27 points per game. So that's why the totals actually represents the true greatness of a player's career, not their averages. And you may respond.
I would disagree, and I think you're overcomplicating you're overcomplicating it. It's really simple, and I think we all know this. 30 points a game is 30 points a game, and when you do it over a span of I don't know how many games you said 1,072, I think that's a pretty accurate points per game. What you're trying to outline is if you have more games at 27, then you're more accurate of a 27 point a game scorer. In other words, implying that if Michael Jordan played the same amount of games, he may have less of a points per game average. We do know that 1,072 games is a good subset. When you're doing a statistical analysis, that's plenty of games to get an accurate points per game. And in fact, when that's his average, that all that means is his peak times were better. That's why he had a 37 point per game season, which LeBron's never sniffed. He's had a 35 point per game season, which LeBron's never sniffed. He even averaged more in the playoffs. So he actually is one of the few players that increases their points per games in the playoffs. So I don't really buy into the longevity argument is going to be a more accurate barometer of scoring. Again, it's really simple. Coaches go by points per game. You guys were just debating what an agent's going to go by to get their players a bigger contract. They're not going to go by their all-time list. They're going to go by what their points per game was that particular season. That is the most accurate barometer of quality by far, especially if you're a coach.
Well, if you're a coach and you're looking at scoring, you're going to pick the most efficient scorer for one who scores a lot, which is both of them. Like LeBron James is the youngest player to score 30. He's the oldest player to score 30. He's the most consistent scorer we have ever seen in NBA history. He averaged 25 plus points for 20 seasons. Michael Jordan, he couldn't do that for 10 straight seasons. So LeBron James, if you're talking about scoring, LeBron James led his team in scoring over 20 times. Michael Jordan, like 12. Like if you're a coach, you're going to get the player who's going to be consistent. Not only is he consistent, you could look at what he does offensively. Someone who's averaging 27, 7, and 7 and shooting over 50%. You're going to look at the complete player. Michael Jordan, after year, I believe 9, he didn't even average 30 points per game per season, I believe. Or after year 10, it was like 96. And his field goal percentage kept dropping and dropping. And LeBron field goal percentage keeps going up and up. as well as his scoring staying consistent. So when we're talking about the greatest scorer, we have to look at everything. I know you said in 1987 when he averaged 37 points per game, but then again, it was a down slope throughout Michael Jordan's career till he got to year 15 and he only averaged 20. LeBron James in year 19, he was averaging 30. So LeBron James is more consistent throughout NBA history scoring. That's why he has scored the most points, because no one could score like LeBron James. He does this everywhere he does. He's the greatest scorer we've ever seen, and we witnessed this. We witnessed LeBron James score points like no other. He's the greatest mismatch we have ever seen in basketball because his IQ is off the charts. Michael Jordan, he was barely hitting 40% shooting later on in his career. He struggled shooting over 50%, which he didn't do his last 7 seasons.
So that's where context comes into play. Number one, in 96, 97, 97, 98, when he didn't average 30, he averaged 29.6 and 28.7, and he led the league in scoring. So in other words, nobody else scored 30 points a game. And in the 90s, which everybody can agree is the dead ball era, the average team scored 95 points per game. So it means he averaged a higher percentage of his team's offense than LeBron has. In fact, I would actually knock that on, not to go jump to longevity, because I am conceding longevity to LeBron. I do think it's amazing what he's done in his career as like playing for as long as he has, excuse me. But when Jordan was on the Wizards, if you look at the amount of points that the Wizards were scoring per year as a team, and you can check the math on this right now, and I'm open to be wrong, but I'm going off the top of my head. But Jordan, when he averaged 23 points a game in 2001, he actually averaged a higher percentage of his team's offense than when LeBron did it at 39. And when Jordan was 40 the last season, he again averaged a higher percentage of his team's offense. So the amount of your offense, actually, in my opinion, the percentage of your offense matters more than the scoring. In other words, if you have a team that's scoring 120 points a game and you average 20, that's not as important as if you average 20 points a game for a team that's averaging 95 points a game. It's much more important.
You see
That's
how fast he just switched that up. Now
No,
it's
no.
not points per game. You see how fast he switched that up.
Okay, no, I got this, Brandon.
You see how fast he switched that up. Now it's not points per game.
Listen, I got this, Brandon. I got this. But you also see, you said you wanted context, Scott. You're not putting into context that Jordan is also
still
taking
points per game.
No, hold on.
Switching what up?
No, hold on.
His like delay is long.
No, hold on, wait. Let me get this. I got this, Scott. I'll respond to that. It's not even about the points per game. You said you needed context. So the context is obviously Jordan's volume of shooting as well. You're not using that in the equation, which is a part of the efficiency aspect that Brandon brought up. Is that Jordan, with all of his scoring, is based on volume shooting, which actually derails a good offensive team. When you're also giving Jordan for credit for being a part of the larger part of the offense, you're not accounting for playmaking, which is LeBron's another part of his ability, which is his assist, and the fact that he generates more points than Michael Jordan with his scoring and passing the ball. So not only does LeBron James actually generate more points than Jordan on the basketball court, he actually is more efficient than Jordan as well when it comes to taking these shots and making them. So again, that's why I brought up the amount of games being played, because the idea, and also in all of this, has to include games played and shots being taken. So you said something about that. I'm assuming Jordan would have a less point per game average if he played 1,500 games. I am correct on that, because if we drop Jordan to 900 games, he's averaging 32 points per game. If we drop Jordan to 700 games, he's averaging 33 points per game. We drop Jordan to 600 games, he's averaging close to 35 points per game in his NBA career. So it's clear as day, the longer you play, the harder it is to keep a high average, which we all know in Jordan's peak and in his prime, he was a 35 point per game scorer. The reason his career average is 30 is because he couldn't keep up 35 points per game for a very long time. So again, LeBron James was able to withstand a 27 point per game average. Like Brandon said, he had 25 points per game plus for over 20 seasons. No one's ever done that. That is more efficient, that's more consistent, and that's why the totals really reflect all of that more than anything. No matter what you say about Jordan's career averages, he only put put up 32,000 points in his regular season career. He only put up 5,900 points in the playoffs. If you took Gilbert Arenas totals as a player, that would equal LeBron James with Michael Jordan. You would have to take Gilbert Arenas' career and Michael Jordan's career in scoring to equal what LeBron James did in scoring as far as in the regular season. And if you want to help if Michael Jordan in the playoffs, you would have to add Iverson. You would take Michael Jordan Iverson's playoff career points, and that would not equal to LeBron James's playoff points. So not only is LeBron James generating points as a scorer individually, but he also does it as a passer. So offensively, Jordan is nowhere near the impactful player that LeBron is on the offensive side. But we're just talking about being a scorer. Again, what truly represents your scoring is the amount of points you put up, not your career average. Because again, your career average is an equation. It's not your actual performance or actual results of what you actually did on the court.
All right. Well, I'm going to do a long-winded answer because it's hard to do back and forth here. So the reason why his scoring went down, I'm not sure how old anybody is here, but if you actually witnessed his career, the big thing about Jordan was he wanted to win. And so when Phil Jackson came in and implemented the triangle offense, the whole idea was to not score the way he was scoring in the 80s. So that was by design. That wasn't by he couldn't score as much as he wanted to. The whole idea was to actually start sharing the ball in the triangle offense and to spread the offense so that the attention wasn't always on him. If you obviously, I've seen some of your video breakdown, and you've tried to make the case that he's only gone one-on-one in the 90s. That's again because they started to share the ball more. In the 80s, he saw way more triple teams, way more double teams, way more blitzes than he did in the 90s. And that's because they started to actually utilize this team. So that was completely by design and why he actually won more. The whole fact of who's a more all-around player, just being the virtue of winning, of being the better player, than Nikola Jokic should have got the MVP the last 2 years. And I'm a huge Jokic fan, but if you look at SGA's statistics in the last 2 MVP years, they're basically Michael Jordan's career averages. Now, to the field goal percentage that you guys want to talk about, I guess LeBron's average is not that much better than Jordan's. In fact, and I'm going to use this, if we just use the Bulls years, Jordan is a 50% field goal percent shooter during his winning years. And I know I'm going to be your normal Jordan fan and not love the Wizard years. I don't think he should have come back. The only reason why he came back is he wanted equity in the actual team. He didn't come back to prove anything. I mean, that's if anybody was there to witness it, he was smoking cigars, drinking whiskey on the sidelines in front of everybody for 3 years. So he was never preparing to come back. He got asked to come back. That's fine. We can include those Wizards years, but he's still at 49.7. That's a pretty efficient field goal percentage for somebody who is a volume shooter. And that I'll agree. That is the role of a shooting guard. Absolutely. But here's what I'll ask you is, what was LeBron's field goal percentage in the 2000s? It was not close. It was basically under 50%. He didn't start going above 50% until the 2010s consistently, when they changed the way we played basketball, or at least the NBA did. When they went into a more spread offense, there was the freedom of movement change for refs. So you couldn't actually hand check. You couldn't actually do any type of foul. And if there was any touching of the player, then they would automatically get called for a foul. But LeBron was under 50% field goal in the 2000s. So I wouldn't necessarily say that LeBron's that much of a more efficient scorer as the shooter than Jordan was.
That's a reach. Again, we've heard these fallacies from people about Michael Jordan's career. Again, you don't want to count the Wizards years. That's fine. Again, Jordan still played only 13 seasons with the Bulls. Only had 5 seasons where he shot above 50%.
No, I did.
But that's what I'm telling you. He played 13 seasons and had 5 seasons shooting above 50%. That's it for his career. That's all he had for his career was 5 seasons where he shot above 50%. At the end of the day, Jordan's volume still says that he shot worse than LeBron James shot. Even if you want to add LeBron James's and you don't want to use the context of LeBron facing zone defenses and also playing in the dead ball era of the 2000s, because the dead ball era wasn't just the 90s. It actually trickled in all the way to the mid 2000s. Where NBA teams were averaging 80 points per game, 85 points per game, shooting, very low percentages, and all kind of stuff was going on in the 2000s as well. If some people would tell you that was the toughest defensive era in NBA history, the 2000s as well. But we all know LeBron James faced zone defenses throughout the 2000s. Jordan never faced zone defenses. If LeBron James had the ability to play against the type of defenses Jordan was facing, which we all have film of, they were not triple teaming Jordan like that. Jordan was having free range to the basket. At the end of the day, Jordan's abilities was perfect for the 90s. And if LeBron played in the 90s and the 80s, he would dominate even better because he's more skilled than Michael Jordan. He can get to the rim better than Michael Jordan. He can shoot better than Michael Jordan. He does everything on the basketball court better than Michael Jordan does. That's just the facts. He's playing tougher competition. The guys that are guarding LeBron James in the 2000s are way better than anybody who's guarding him in the 80s. All right, he's being guarded by Danny Ainge and Dennis Johnson and Joe Dumars. Like, I mean, again, come on, man. The guy's got to stop
Jeff
this.
Hornacek, Hershey Hawkins.
Yeah, like he's
Brian
not being
Russell.
guarded by no elite defenders. LeBron was facing NBA
Jerome
teams
Kersey.
that had 3 all-defensive players in his first playoff appearance, right? His first playoff time in playoff 2006. He's facing a team with 3 all-defensive players on their roster, plus a defensive player of the year on that team. So LeBron James has faced phenomenal talent. He's faced more defensive player of the years than Jordan. Again, at the end of the day, we're talking about true talent. LeBron James beats Jordan. But if we just stick to the stats, which is what we're trying to do, because we agree with you, it's about the stats, the accolades, and the achievements. Statistically, LeBron James achieved more than Jordan. He's number 1 in more categories than Jordan. He accomplished more than Jordan in statistics. He has more accolades than Jordan. Again, all NBA trophies are accounted for. You can go on NBA.com and see who holds the most NBA accolades in NBA history. That would be one LeBron James. Achievements-wise, nobody's done the things LeBron James has done in the game of basketball. Again, like Brandon said, the youngest to average 30, the oldest to average 30. He has 21 All-NBA selections. This is the oldest award in NBA history, meaning every player who's ever played in the NBA has had a chance to be an All-NBA player. LeBron James has made the most.
And he's the youngest and oldest All-NBA player as well.
Exactly. So he's there. He's the only player to be top 5 and MVPs, Finals MVPs, All NBA first teams, All Defensive first team, All-Star selections, all-time points in playoffs and the regular season, and all-time assists playoff and in the regular season. No other player can talk like that. So again, and not to mention, he won the most titles in his era, which we can say is the toughest era in basketball. Again, he had to go against Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Tim Duncan, Joker, Embiid. We can go down the list of the players that LeBron James had to face in this era, and you can clearly see LeBron James is the greatest player to ever play basketball. And
Scott,
now you can speak, sir.
Yeah, Scott.
I'm sorry.
Scott, just tell us why Michael Jordan is greater than every NBA player.
In what ways? Accolades? I can tell you that if you took the difference between Jordan's accolades, which championships matter, if championships didn't matter, people wouldn't be making such a huge deal about Jalen Brunson now. So I even heard you guys talking earlier. They want to make him the face of the league. I've heard plenty of publications talking about that, and that's simply because he won championships. So if you took the difference between Jordan and LeBron, 2 championships, 2 finals MVPs, 1 MVP, 1 defensive player of the year, 9 scoring titles, 3 steals titles, and 4 all defensive first teams. That's the difference. That's a better career than Kevin Durant. As far as why he's better, to answer your question, he was simply a better scorer. He was the most athletic player in NBA history, had the highest recorded vertical jump in the draft, 45 inches plus.
Oh, hell no.
He's faster, quicker than LeBron. And here's where I think LeBron people get it messed up. Is LeBron a great combination of size and athleticism? Absolutely.
I'm going to repeat.
So is
Tell us
Davis.
why Michael Jordan is the greatest player in NBA history. Not what you don't like about LeBron. Why is Michael Jordan the greatest player in NBA history?
Absolutely quicker and faster than LeBron James. I just told you. I just
No,
told you he's the most athletic, best scorer that we've ever seen, best winner that we've ever seen. He dominated the '90s. The minute he came into the league, Bob Knight, who's one of the greatest coaches in college history, said he was the best player he had ever coached, by far, best player he'd ever seen. And he took an Olympic team with a bunch of college players and had an 8-game run where he beat NBA All-Stars with college players. That's before he even entered the NBA. So he is definitely better than anybody's ever come up against. And I'd say the 80s and 90s had just as many good players, like Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kevin Johnson. I mean, the list goes on. And who
Half the
guarded him?
dudes
Are
that
you
you
guys going to
named,
actually
Yeah, he
LeBron
tell me
said.
also
oh
played
my
Sidney
against,
goodness.
bro.
Moncrief
What the?
is not a
This
great
nigga
athlete?
said Shaq
You
and
going to tell
Allen
me Dennis
Iverson, bro.
Johnson's not a great athlete?
Okay, all
No,
right.
he's not.
Hold,
No, he's
hey,
not.
No, he's
hold on,
not.
hold on. All right,
Brandon, you got to address that 48-inch
okay,
vertical.
okay,
You're
Please,
telling
all
me
right,
please
Shaq didn't
don't
play
all
let
right.
that
against
shit
Michael
slide.
Jordan?
All right, all right, all right, y'all. Let me go ahead and address this. So I asked you why Michael Jordan was like, what makes him the greatest? You said because he's the greatest athlete that you ever seen. I don't know why you think Michael Jordan's the greatest athlete you ever seen. There's a lot of Michael Jordans right now as it is. Michael Jordan couldn't keep up what he started out as throughout his career. LeBron James is obviously a better athlete than Michael Jordan was. Vince Carter. These are some great athletes. Saying he's the greatest is definitely a stretch. You say he's the greatest winner we've ever seen. He doesn't have the most games won. He doesn't have the most playoff series won. He doesn't have the most titles. He doesn't have the most. There's nothing about Michael Jordan that says he's the greatest winner that has played basketball. So right there, and then you say he's the greatest scorer you've seen because you could keep thinking he's the greatest scorer when he doesn't have the most points. Then again, you said because he played a exhibition game with college players, so that makes him the greatest. There's nothing you
You're
said.
ridiculous.
There's nothing you said, even though the 48-inch vertical is a complete lie. Even Michael Jordan said that wasn't true. So everything that you stated, why Michael Jordan was the greatest, not one thing that you say he was the greatest at in NBA history. That's what we're talking
You
about. The
don't
goal.
even
You have
have.
to be greater than everyone who played the game. So what is Michael Jordan greater than everyone who played the game of basketball?
He's not even a better scorer than Wilt. He don't got the record for the most points per game in a single season, and he shares the record of points per game all time in the regular season with Wilt. I think Luka got the most playoff points now, so he don't even got that.
All right, let's again address this all-time thing again. Do you guys do realize that Kareem already had the all-time scoring record and nobody cared about that? I mean, King John, I know you lived in this era. When Michael Jordan was trying to be, he was never really trying to be the greatest. He was just trying
Oh,
to be the
don't ask
greatest
King
winner,
John.
which is why he
Don't ask
retired the
King
first
John.
time. Because
Oh
he
my
felt like
goodness.
in his own press conference that he was bored, that he was too easy to play, that he was dominating. He wasn't motivated. We all know he did have his father's death at the same time, so he wanted to go play baseball. But there was no goal where he felt like I had to beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record.
Well,
That
he
was
couldn't.
nothing that anybody cared about. It was just a longevity record.
Jordan
Nobody
fans
cared
didn't care
about that.
about it.
And if you
All
guys
right,
want to
but
keep bringing up
nobody,
Bill Russell and
Jordan fans
championships,
didn't care
we
about
can
it.
talk about that.
You don't
no,
want to
I
talk.
mean,
nobody.
Bill Russell did have more championships, but he also had more second team All NBAs. So there is nobody who's on Jordan's side is actually just saying it's just about the championships. It is about the fact that he's the greatest scorer ever. 30 points per game is the greatest points per game
He's
average.
tied with Wilt.
It's more than Wilt Chamberlain by 0.1.
It's not more
He's
than
the
No,
greatest
it's
scorer
more
in
not.
than Will
playoffs by
Chamberlain.
points per game.
It's
And no
by
one said
30.1.
48-inch vertical. He's
That's
recorded
a
at the
48
NBA
is a
draft
lie.
of having a
That's a lie
45-inch
also.
That's
vertical.
not. That's
A
a
Bro,
lie.
when
forty-five-inch
That's
Michael
not
Jordan
Look
was
it
recorded.
up.
retired
That's
the
not
first
He
recorded.
time,
said him.
his
He
career
said
was
him
not
called
He
enough.
said it
vertical.
himself. That's
Hold on,
not
hey guys,
recorded.
he has a delay, guys. He has a delay, so we can't all say stuff because it's gonna be hard for him to hear us. So let him finish.
Okay.
Go ahead, finish, Scott. Yes, finish up, Scott, so we can respond, please.
I put up the video of Jordan saying,
Yeah, so I'm saying we can talk about the Bill Russell. He wasn't the all-around player. Wilt Chamberlain was getting all NBA first teams above him, and Bill Russell was winning the championships. Kareem, I would say, is the number 2 player of all time. I don't actually put LeBron over Kareem. If you want to take in all the accolades that Kareem has, I think it's better than LeBron's.
Okay. All right. If I may respond to that, again, all of the things that you're stating that you would put,
But go ahead.
yeah, all the things that you're saying that you would put Jordan over LeBron would put Jordan over Kareem. Kareem has more All NBAs, more MVPs. He has more All Defensive selections. He has more All Star selections. The only thing Jordan has over over Kareem as far as accolades is Finals MVPs and the 10 scoring titles. Kareem has the block titles. He has the rebounding titles. Jordan's don't have that. Even if you give Jordan the steals, the blocks and the rebounding titles trump that. So you have that with Kareem. Again, he has more points
Top
than
5 in
Jordan,
playoff
rebounds than
wins.
Jordan. He has all these things over Jordan. So yeah, when Kareem retired, he was legitimately the GOAT of basketball. At that point in time, the only person that could have rivaled Kareem at that time would have been a Wilt Chamberlain, or if you value championships, it would have been Bill Russell. Michael Jordan was bestowed the GOAT status without the accomplishments or the resume to do such. Because Jordan brought a level of casuals to the game that wasn't there before. He brought a level of popularity to the game that wasn't there before. But Jordan's accomplishments when he retired in 93 was not worthy of GOAT status. He didn't have nothing there that would make him the GOAT. Averaging 30 points per game didn't make it GOAT. If you said that no one cared about 38,000 points in Kareem, well, no one cared about Wilt Chamberlain averaging 30 points per game either. So why should we care about Jordan's 30 points per game? No one cared about Wilt Chamberlain's 30 points per game at all. So we can do the same thing for Michael Jordan. Say no one cared about the 30 points per game. 30 points per game doesn't make Michael Jordan the GOAT. 6 championships doesn't make Michael Jordan the GOAT. 5 MVPs doesn't make Michael Jordan the GOAT. 9 all defensive selections doesn't make Michael Jordan the GOAT. 10 scoring titles don't make Michael Jordan the GOAT. Jordan doesn't have the greatest peak or the most dominant era in NBA history. We all know that's not true. And you actually sat here and said that championships can be trumped by all NBA selections. So if that's the case, the LeBron James being the number 1 in all NBA first team is another reason why he's the greatest player of all time. Because again,
No,
he's
I
number
didn't.
1. But hold on, you did.
No.
You said that he was making second
Bro,
team.
no, I didn't.
Oh, Scott,
I didn't
you
say
said he
that.
was making
We heard it.
second team. You said he was making second team
didn't.
as
Now you're just
champion.
making
As
stuff
champion. Did you just say Bill
He
Russell
did.
was
No, I
second
didn't.
team?
Run,
Yeah, he
run
did.
the
He
tape.
did.
Run the tape.
You did.
Run
Everyone
John,
We
heard
was
what
really
you
having
said.
a good
You
conversation,
said he
Scott.
had the
We
most
really were
second
having a
team.
good conversation, Scott.
Yeah, I said Bill
We
Russell
were.
was
You saying
second
that. You
All
said that.
NBA, but then he got ranked above.
Yes, he
Wilt
was on the
Chamberlain
second
because
team.
of the championships. So it's
Yeah,
a
that's what we're saying.
combination of both of them.
That's what I'm saying. So you're using Wilt Chamberlain's first team selection
So
as an
at
All NBA
first,
player
if
over
Wilt
Bill
would have
Russell's
been able to win
championship.
championships along with his scoring, along with his first team All NBA, he would be considered the GOAT. Yes.
I'm still trying
But
to
that's the
hear
point.
this thing that
The
put Michael
scoring is not
Jordan
why
number
Jordan
1.
won. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jordan doesn't have
I'm
nothing.
still trying.
Jordan's not number 1 in none of these
The only
categories,
thing
but in
that you
scoring
guys have
titles.
proven is that LeBron has a longer career than Jordan. That's all you guys have proven.
No, he accomplished
What?
more than Jordan.
Yeah, he accomplished more than Jordan. That's what we're saying. He's accomplished more than Jordan. He's in.
He
He has
accomplished more. Your resume is not.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, guys, you guys got to let us have one-on-one with him. Kion, you got to let us have the
two
conversation,
finals
please.
MVPs, 1 MVP, 1 Defensive Player of the Year, 9 scoring titles,
Okay.
3 still titles, 4 All Defensive first teams is a better career than Kevin Durant. That is
Okay.
the difference between Jordan and LeBron, and he did it in a shorter amount of time. If I
right,
were
you wanna know the difference?
hiring somebody and they said,
Uh-huh.
I can make you $1 million 6 times in 15 years instead of $4 million in 23 years, you would take the $6 million in 15 years. Obviously, I'm putting
you don't
$1
believe
million
that, Scott.
value on the championship.
Scott, you don't believe that, Scott. You don't believe that, Scott, because you won't take the $11 million in 13 years. So you don't believe that. So you don't believe the 6 over 15 is better than the 4 over 23 because you won't take the 11 over the 13. Now, to get back to the conversation about why we keep telling you Jordan's career is not enough, why he didn't do enough, because at the end of the day, none of the stuff that you're saying Jordan is number 1 in. He does not hold records as the number 1 in these categories to be considered the GOAT of basketball. LeBron James, you just said what he has over LeBron James. Let me give you what LeBron James has over Jordan. LeBron James has Magic Johnson's All NBA selections over Jordan. He has Yao Ming's All-Star selections over Jordan. He has Dr. J's finals appearances over Jordan. He has Kobe Bryant's Player of the Month and Player of the Weeks over Jordan. LeBron James's games played, points scored, assists made, and rebounds grabbed over Jordan equals up to a 20-point per game average, 9.9 assists per game, and 9.9 rebounds per game and 11 assists per game. So the stats that LeBron James has over Michael Jordan and the accolades equal to Hall of Fame numbers as well, but with real numbers. Because the guy who has the two Finals MVPs, the one MVP, the 3 All Defensive selections over LeBron has no stats over LeBron. So it even shows you how weak Jordan's era is that Jordan accomplished less than Michael Jordan. Jordan accomplished less than LeBron, but was able to rack up more accolades while doing less. Shows you how tough LeBron's era was, that he did more than Jordan and was still able to get less accolades in his era because he played in a tougher era than Jordan. He had more people to face for scoring titles. There was nobody scoring 30 points per game in the 90s. You eloquently stated that for Michael Jordan. LeBron James had to deal with Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant. All these guys who can put up 30 points per game in today's NBA. Jordan didn't have
that
all
was
those
the last
scores.
two. Do you guys know what straw man is? Do you know what a straw man is?
That's not a straw man,
What you guys are doing.
Hold on,
That's not a straw man.
Do you know what being exposed is? Do you know what being exposed is?
It is, because I never said that there was no in the 97, 98 years is when they weren't scoring 30. But Dominique Wilkins scored 30 points a game. That's not no one's saying
Not in the
nobody
90s,
scored 30
sir.
points a game.
Not in the 90s.
No, hold on.
Dominic never
We
scored
take
90
the
points
whole
per game in the
decade,
90s.
Scott.
Gaming is all a
Scott,
function of longevity.
when we talk about the entire
Like LeBron
decade of the
Dominic
90s,
Wilkins never
Jordan-
scored 30
hold
points per
on,
game
Scott.
in the
Can
90s,
only
sir.
judge
When we talk
somebody
about
by
the whole
amount of
decade
years
of the
that they
90s,
actually
Jordan is the
played.
only player that averaged 30 points per game. If you take the 2000s decade by
I didn't
itself,
say the 90s.
there are
I
at
said
least
he had
5.
scored 30
Listen
points
to what
per
I'm
game.
saying, though. For the entire decade, we're talking about for the entire decade, Jordan is the only player to average 30 points per game in that entire decade. For the 2000s, there's at least 4 players that have averaged 30 points in that decade. At least 4 off the top of my head. So at the end of the
Yeah,
day, we're
that's the
talking
point.
about more competition for scoring titles. Jeffrey didn't have to deal with 4 or 5 players
Jordan's the
averaging 30
only
points for
person
the
to
entire
average 30
decade.
points per game as a career. So what's that?
No, he's not.
the
Wilt
only-
Chamberlain averaged
No, he's
30.
not.
They
Wilt
both
Chamberlain
averaged
averaged
30.
30.
Like,
Besides-
Wilt
Come
Chamberlain
on,
averaged the
Scott.
same amount. Wilt
Besides
Chamberlain
Wilt
averaged
Chamberlain.
30.1. Jordan averaged 30.1. They are a 500th of a point difference. The NBA doesn't count that 500th of a point. Why do we should count it?
Right,
Wilt
there's
Chamberlain's
only
resume
2.
says he's
Nobody else
30.1.
has been able to do it.
Okay, and that's fine. And exactly. And you know what?
Bill
There's
Russell
only
did
one
it.
player. There's only one player that played over 1,300 games and averaged over 25 points per game for their career, and that's LeBron James. That's the point. You can't.
I mean, if you
can't
wanna
make
talk
27 points per game at 1,600 games is better than 30
Let me ask
points
you
per game
this.
at
How many
1,000
times
games.
has a player led the league in scoring, got most valuable player, got finals MVP, and won a championship? How many times has anybody done that?
Like 4 times or something like that.
Michael Jordan
For
and
other
Shea did it
players.
last year. Shea just did it last year.
There's a player that won that, but again, he only done it 4 times,
and who
four,
did that?
4
And
years
who are the players?
4
that
years
did
is
that?
not enough. 4 years is not enough. Being great for 4 years does not make you the GOAT.
Who
That's
are
the
the
point.
players that did that?
I mean,
From what you
if
just
that was
stated,
so important,
Shaq
no, but here's
did
the thing,
it.
Johnny. Here's the
Kareem
thing,
did
Johnny.
it.
If that was so important, why doesn't Jeffrey have 10 championships? If scoring the basketball was so important and winning a championship
actually,
at the
there's
same
only
time,
one
why
player
doesn't
that
he have
did
10
that, and that was Michael
championships?
Jordan.
No, that's if
He still
that's
doesn't
if you're
have 10
counting.
championships.
That's if you're counting all defensive first teams and all the other stuff. Yes, if you're counting scoring title, because that's the only difference is the scoring title. There's plenty of other players that won an MVP, Finals MVP, All NBA first team, All Defensive first team, all that, and the only difference is Jordan was the one that won a scoring title, which we already told you. Jordan's a shooter. He's gonna win scoring titles.
And scoring
Majority
title,
of scoring
yeah,
titles
you're
winners.
right.
That's fine.
Especially
but
'cause
nobody
he's
cared.
leading the league in
Nobody
shot
cared about
attempts.
scoring titles. No, same way you just. Nobody cared about scoring titles. Wilt Chamberlain had the most scoring titles before Michael Jordan. Nobody cared about that. Only people who care about scoring titles are Michael Jordan fans. And that's fine. Y'all can claim scoring titles mean something. But at the end of the day, LeBron James has
They
the
did
ultimate
care
score.
about it.
No,
Everybody
they didn't.
was calling.
No, they didn't.
During the years that Wilt and Russell were playing each
Wilt.
other, they were calling Wilt
Hello.
the best player in the NBA.
Sir,
It's
sir,
only because
they
he
never-
could not win the championships is why
They
it did
never
not all come
handed-
together
they
to
never-
make him ranked over Bill Russell.
Wilt
Michael
Chamberlain-
Jordan, on the other hand,
God
is
damn.
scoring that much and winning championships.
Wilt Chamberlain,
Is that
Wilt
all you're talking about
Chamberlain,
is points per game?
Wilt Chamberlain,
My
Wilt
God.
Chamberlain never handed the ball to Michael Jordan when Michael Jordan got his 8th scoring title. When Wilt Chamberlain was passed with his 30,000 points by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he handed the ball to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. No one cared about scoring titles or scoring averages. When Jordan retired in 1993 with the highest points per game average in NBA history, even higher than the 30.1 he has right now, there was no celebration for it. There was no. I was born at that time. I was born before crack. So I know what I'm talking about. Nobody celebrated these things. None of these things were ever celebrated. They were only celebrated for Jordan. In fact, Jordan was chasing Wilt Chamberlain. He was chasing Wilt Chamberlain's scoring records because that's who he thought that he was going to be able to surpass. He never thought he was going to get to Kareem's level because Kareem was playing too long. Jordan never wanted to play long enough. That's why he quit in 93 because he never thought to play basketball for a long time. That wasn't what he wanted to do. And that's just the truth. At the end of the day, he couldn't do what LeBron did. LeBron legitimately played 20 plus great NBA seasons. Elite,
You're proving
21
my
all
point.
NBA. Yeah, no, but that's a part of it. A part of it is that being Jordan doing less is still less. You're trying to say because he did
Because
all
Jordan
whatever
wasn't
he
trying
did.
to play a long career. He was trying to play a high peak career
Well,
where he
that's
dominated, and he
Jordan's
did that.
fault. That's
Still
that's
not
Jordan's
his
Because he
problem.
That's
couldn't. Because he
Jordan's fault.
couldn't.
Do it. That's a
Because he
Jordan
couldn't
problem.
do it. He couldn't do it. He
That's why
just
he's not the
couldn't do
greatest.
it.
That's
He
why he's not the
wasn't
greatest. He couldn't
disciplined
do it.
enough.
He couldn't do it the
Exactly.
greatest.
It's one factor of the debate. You guys get longevity. Name something else. Name something else.
Consistency.
What is long
Okay,
consistency?
okay.
Hold on,
Whatever
you
it
ain't
is.
get.
That
Hold on,
was
you
the
ain't
only
get
man
that.
subscribed to be able to say
Y'all
when
never
you
got
cannot
to the
win.
film
First
part.
of
Yeah,
all,
consistency.
Y'all
That's
never
what
got
we.
to the
That's
film
we
part.
That's
still
what we
haven't
have
brought
too.
up that LeBron on his.
Everybody
He's
can't
young.
speak at one time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just be
exactly.
quiet.
He's the youngest. He's the youngest to most all
First, we have
accolades and
not brought up
achievements.
LeBron as the biggest choke of any superstar in any sport.
Oh, now he's
That's
talking
false.
about.
Oh, man.
Now you
That's
just
That's
got the
false.
narrative.
That's
Hold
Now
on.
you
false.
skip
That's
I
false.
John
want
is
to
the
do
only man
something real quick.
subscribed to
Now
be
you
able to
skip
turn.
You
That's
want to
false.
you want to talk
That's why he
about
cannot win.
about achievements, right? So LeBron's the youngest to
2011.
get to.
No, hold on, guys. Hold on, wait, no,
LeBron,
guys. You guys can't. Hold on,
Come
hold on,
on,
guys.
y'all.
New chill. Let's listen, sir. You don't want to talk about 1988.
or 1995.
No, just 1988. That's the biggest choke
Yeah, let's
job
talk
in any
about it.
sports history. Okay, name me the player that was league MVP, defensive
talk
player of the
about it.
year. Okay, yeah, name me the player that was league MVP, defensive player of the year, all NBA first team, all defensive first team, all-star starter, all-star MVP, scoring champ, steals champ, and losing the playoffs versus a team with no all NBA player or no all defensive player on their roster while choking 3 straight games in a row.
Michael Jordan. Hello?
Yeah, I know Michael Jordan's the
What
only
was
one to
the
do that.
Bulls' record that year?
50 wins or 53 wins.
What was the Bulls' record that year?
50 or 53 wins. One of the two, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think
So
it was
still
they
a
were
50-win
50 and
team.
32.
No excuse. 50-win
It
team.
doesn't matter. Jordan was the league MVP.
And who did they lose to?
A team with no all NBA player and no all defensive player on their roster. One all-star.
So then, fine. I'll if you want to take that level of logic here, then LeBron choked in the 2009 Eastern Conference Finals to the Magic. LeBron choked to the Celtics.
He choked averaging
in
40 points a
2008
game.
and 2010.
Oh my goodness.
And he
False, sir.
most definitely choked to the Dallas Mavericks, who were way older, should not have. And were the most favored finals team ever. The Heat were most favored finals team ever in 2011 against the Mavericks. And LeBron averaged 17 points a game. Easily the biggest choke job ever. Even if Jordan's team lost in 88, he never averaged below 25 points a game in any series in the playoffs.
I didn't mention team records. So to bring up 2009 is useless because in 2009, LeBron James didn't lose to a team that had no All-NBA player, no All-Defensive player on their roster. In fact, he lost to a team with an All-NBA first-team player, All-Defensive first-team player, and the Defensive Player of the Year, rebounding champ, and I believe was the block champ as well. So he faced a tougher.
Dwight Howard wasn't an All-NBA player.
He just
that's
said
what I'm
he
saying.
was.
Johnny,
that's what I'm saying.
Don't make it.
No, that's what I'm saying. And LeBron. Hold on. Kion, relax. Stop. Listen. And also, LeBron James wasn't Defensive Player of the Year. He wasn't the steal champs or the scoring champ in 2009. That was what Jordan was in 1988. Go to 2010. Again, same scenario. LeBron James wasn't all those things that Jordan was. Not only to mention, he lost to a team that had 2 all-defensive players on their rosters. Jordan didn't face a team that had 2 all-defensive players on the rosters, while Jordan did underperform because Jordan went from averaging 35 points per game to averaging under 30 points per game versus that same Detroit team. And not only did he lose to the Detroit team in 1988, since you want to go to 2011 and 2010, Jordan lost to the same team 3 straight years in a row versus the same strategy, which was pushing him left on the basketball court because he couldn't dribble the basketball well going left. Now, go back to 2011. LeBron James not only joined a new team that had a brand new roster from front end to the top, from top to bottom, it was a completely new roster. Not only did he join a team like that, he also, again, didn't lose to a team that didn't have an All-NBA player or All-Defensive player on their roster, as the Mavericks did have an All-NBA player and an All-Defensive player. The Heat were not a super team. Again, LeBron James was not league MVP.
All-NBA first teamer.
That doesn't matter. Jordan lost to a team without all NBA players, without all defensive players on the roster.
Team.
That's not a super team, sir.
Wait,
a super team would be Jordan's 19. Hold on, no. A super team would be Jordan's 93 team. Jordan's 93 team.
You're telling me the Miami Heat were not a super team even
in 2011?
Preseasons picked to win the championship.
No, they were not. No, they were not. They were not a super team in 2011. No, they were not.
And the Bulls in the league were favored to win.
No, they were not.
Hold on, wait.
I'm gonna name you a super team.
He just said this. Don't let him get away with this because he just said that LeBron teaming up with an all NBA first team player is a super team. So what about Scottie Pippen making all NBA first team for several straight years, damn near every single championship run, he's all defensive first team and all NBA first team. Is that not playing with a super elite player?
It doesn't matter about
eras.
Jordan had a super team. Jordan was, again,
the entire time.
There's only been 5 teams in NBA history. Hold on, wait, Scott, wait, let me get, hold on, wait, Scott, hold on, Scott.
Scott, you have to let it Johnny talk.
This is why y'all can't stop chime in, man, because y'all gotta let us get this. Listen, Scott. Jordan played on a team that only happened 5 times in NBA history. 2 All-NBA players and 3 All-Defensive players on one team in the same season. That happened for Jordan twice. LeBron's never had that. Jordan's never even faced a team like that. LeBron's actually faced a team like that in the Eastern Conference. The 2011 Miami Heat were not a super team. They had 6 or 7 players on veteran minimum contracts. That's not a super team. So again, the 2011 Heat is not even as much of a failure as Michael Jordan, who lost to the same team 3 straight years in a row versus the same strategy and a team that was weak on top of that. A team that ended up winning championships and building a dynasty off of Jordan choking. Now you can go.
You call scoring 30 points a game choking?
He was averaging 40 points per game during those playoff runs. So he went down from 40 to 30. That's choking. And he lost series because of that. He went from averaging over 30 points per game to the 3 games he lost in 1988 to averaging 24 points per game. The 3 games that they lost, 3 straight games that they lost in 1989 to 24 points per game. And in game 7 of 1990, he needed 1 game to beat the Detroit Pistons. Jordan went out there, took 27 shots to score 31 points. So yes, Jordan is a high volume scorer. If you're taking 22, 23 shots, you should average 30 points per game, but it was below his average. His field goal percentage was down. His turnovers was up. His assists were down. His steals were down. Everything was down for Michael Jordan versus the Detroit Pistons. That wasn't for LeBron James.
I'm still trying to hear what makes Michael Jordan the greatest player of all time.
So his second
It's just
best
the
player
points
didn't
per
play
game,
Game
D-Lee.
7.
That's
So
all.
the Scottie Pippen
That's
didn't
all they
play
care
Game
about.
7. So let me put this into perspective for you guys. So the teams that so LeBron's team in 2012, the Heat, had 4 players averaging double digits. LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Chalmers. 2016, LeBron had LeBron, Kyrie, Love, J.R. Smith. Lakers, 2020, he had Davis, LeBron, Caldwell, Pope, and Kuzma. 4 players averaging double
What'd I
digits.
say, bro?
The
Points per
only
game.
on the Bulls teams, there was only
Oh my
3
Yeah,
goodness.
players
because
that ever
LeBron,
averaged
LeBron,
double digits. And
Let
on
him
the
go, guys.
97
Let him
Bulls
go.
team, there was only 2 players that averaged double digits, and that was Jordan and Pippen. You had Kukoc averaging 7.9, Harper averaging 7.5, Longley averaging 6.5, and Rodman averaging 6.1. Those are the only teams to ever win championships and have no more than 2 players averaging double digits, and at most 3 on the other teams. But LeBron's teams have all had 4 players averaging double
Meanwhile,
digits
Rodman
minimum on
averages
their
double
teams.
digit
And you're
rebounds.
telling me those aren't super teams?
This
No,
is ridiculous,
again,
bro.
what you're doing. Hold on, wait, what you're doing there is also being disingenuous because you're not talking about who they're performing against. Again, LeBron James is facing teams that have more double-digit scores than Jordan's teams are facing against. Again, Jordan faced a bunch of teams that didn't have players as good as Scottie Pippen. You keep mentioning Scottie Pippen when Scottie Pippen is better than most of the teams that Jordan went up against. He's outscoring Magic Johnson in the finals. He's outscoring the John Stocktons of the world. He's outscoring the Gary Paytons of the world. He's outscoring and outperforming the team's sometimes best player or the second best player. The Bulls had still the best team with that limited scoring that you're talking about. Not to mention, Jordan is not letting players score. There's a difference. LeBron James is not taking 23, 25 shots per game. So there are shots for his teammates. There are no shots for Jordan teammates. You want them to average 20 points per game, taking 10 shots per game? That's not going to happen. For Jordan's teammates to average the points that you want them to average, Jordan has to take less shots. And Jordan wasn't willing to do that because Jordan was chasing scoring titles, not championships.
It's been like an hour. I'm still trying to hear why Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time.
You're not gonna hear it because he's not gonna say
I
it.
mean, bro, this nigga averaged
he's just
28
trying
shots
to
in the
put over
regular
LeBron.
season, bro. How you going to expect his teammates to average more than 7 points per game if they not getting the ball? How many shots per game is Tony Kukoc averaging to get those 7 points per game, or John Paxson? Nigga, they're only getting like 4 or 5 shots a game.
Tony Kukoc in the 95-96 season averaged 13.1.
Well,
We lying too. So we lying about Tony
So you're getting
Jordan has numerous.
he averaged
So I'm going to answer
13.1.
the question you guys started hearing. Jordan was the best offensive player
Bro, you're
and
lying
the best
about
defensive player on the team.
He
was
definitely
a
wasn't
We
the
know he
best. He
wasn't
was
the best
never the
defensive
best
player on the
defender on
team.
the
Stop lying.
championship team.
He played with
Never.
Pippen and Rodman.
You're telling me
was
Michael
over
Jordan
his
wasn't a
rank.
lockdown defender?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't the
Everybody
No,
best
he wasn't.
defender on
No,
his
he
team.
wasn't.
Michael
It
Jordan
was
is a
Pippen
lockdown
and
defender
Rodman.
and the best scorer on the
He
team.
said he wanted to go to the film. What film? You got to prove that.
You don't make first team all defense if you're
What
not a
film do you
lockdown
have to
defender.
prove that?
No. Don't look at the
It's a
accolades. I
lot of
want you to
players
tell us
who
who he
made
was
all
guarding.
defensive teams who not lockdown defenders.
He said that
Scotty and Rodman was first team all defense.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Yeah, what
hear
we
that
talking about
again.
here?
Don't look at the accolades.
Scotty
Don't look at the
and
accolades. I
Rodman.
want you to bring up the
Don't
film.
look
I
at
want
the
you to
You
bring up
said
the
the
film and
third
tell me
part,
who
the
Jordan
third
was
part.
guarding.
You said the
Scotty
third
and
part of
Rodman
this
was
debate.
all defensive first team, bruh.
But he said the third part
I'll
of this
bring up
debate
the
was
film
the film.
against you all
I need
day.
to ask a question, please. Please,
Other
please. I need a
players from
question,
other
please.
teams
Please get
all
the film.
saying Scotty was the best
Hey, guys,
player on the board.
hold on for one
Michael
second.
Jordan was a
Hold on
lockdown
for
defender.
1 second, guys.
Hold on.
Absolutely. That's
I'm
why their defense
I'm
was
I'm,
so
I'm gonna
good.
let you guys
And he shouldered.
just go
And the
ahead
reason
and
why
just
Jerry
go at them.
Krause could build a
Me and
defensive
Johnny
team is because you
been
had
quiet
an
for a
offensive player
while.
like
Hey,
Michael
Scott,
Jordan.
can you hold on for a second?
No,
Can you
no.
hold on for a second?
I just
So I'm
I
gonna
just need to
let
ask a
you
question.
guys go at him, okay? But I just want to let him know that not one thing he said that makes Michael Jordan the greatest player of everybody in NBA history. The only thing he said was his points per game, which he tied with Wilt Chamberlain, which is ridiculous. So you guys go ahead and go because it's been an hour and he has not said one thing that makes Michael Jordan the greatest player of all time.
I have a question. I have a question. Hold on. I have a question. Just a while ago, right? He said four players on the team averaging
If you're
team
going
like
by
10
that
points
logic,
or more,
LeBron's not the
averaging double
best at
digit,
any
right?
one statistic.
Is a super team. That means when Jordan joined the friggin' league, Jordan was on a motherfucking super team then because 4 player on that team averaged over 10 points. Because Jordan averaged 28, the next man averaged 22, the next man averaged 16, and next man averaged 10. So how Jordan could take that team to the motherfucking finals in the 80s? Because if you're going to talk about 4 player averaging double digits is a super team. So Jordan play on a super team when he entered the NBA then. So why Jordan didn't take that super team to the finals? Since you want to talk
That's a
about
good point,
team 4
Kyle. I
players
ain't gonna
make a
lie.
super team. Because 1984, if you go back and look at 1984, 4 man on that team have been double digit, you know. So how Jordan and job that same team to the finals? Or he could jog when he was 2 man scoring in double digit, but he can't jog them when 4 man. Explain that. No, tell the truth. Tell the truth and tell everybody say when David Stern changed the league and staff it for James Jordan when he went and cried to David Stern about the piston. Tell the truth. Don't lie. We all man here. We all man here, G. We are Jordan. We is not family to Jordan. We is all fan here. Tell the truth. Jordan went and cried to David Stern. Don't lie.
Hey, no, he's telling. Hey,
Jordan was the
I
only
got
man
you,
in the
Kyle. I
history to
got
cry
you.
to David Stern.
Hey, because
Yeah.
that's true. Because you did say that
Okay,
since LeBron
I'm going to
played
be
in
honest.
2011
I
with
need you to
4.
repeat that, but let
No,
me
I got you
address.
because he
Let me.
said no.
I
I got
honestly
you
didn't
because he
understand
said
what you said. I'm
basically
not trying to
because
be
you
rude.
said
I
that
really didn't understand
LeBron
what you
played
said.
with 4. No, I got you. I
Let me
understood
ask you
exactly
this.
what he said. He said that you said that the 2011 Heat were a super team because they had 4 players averaging double digits, right? So he basically just countered that by saying Jordan in 1984 he had 4 players averaging double figures. So by your logic, that would constitute a super team. So why didn't he take that team to the finals? Why did he lose
in the first round.
in the first round at that? You got 4 players averaging double
What were
figures,
the
but you
players?
lost in
Let's
the
look
first
it up.
round. You couldn't even get them to the finals. What that mean?
When you ask this is stuff that when y'all ask questions in the debate, y'all ask questions to points that y'all don't even know. Like if you're going to mention who's first all-time scoring and stuff like that, at least know the top 5 because you're bringing up a invalid point. Now, where's the film you got? That's what we want to see.
Yeah, I want to see this defensive film of Jordan being a lockdown defender because he wasn't locking up Charles Barkley in the '93 finals.
So
Jordan just
I
have a
want
low
to
IQ
go.
when it comes to playing basketball.
It's
Like
not
that.
only that's the
That's the
super
truth.
team. So let's not do revisionist history. So why
But
do
why
you
not?
think Durant joined the
Oh,
Golden State
let him cook,
Warriors?
Kyle.
Do we not consider the 2010s the super team era? It
Yes, because they created super teams to stop LeBron.
and if it's the super team era, then LeBron James started the super team era. That's obvious. And the Miami Heat were
The Boston Celtics
preseason
started.
favorites to win each.
Yes, they created
No.
super teams to stop LeBron.
2 years
The
prior, they
Lakers in the
joined and
80s
led
were
the
a
league
super
in
team.
scoring and was first team all defense.
Yeah, there was super teams before LeBron. What are you
The
talking
Lakers
about?
in the 80s, man. What are you talking about? The 80s. The Lakers in the 80s.
Like, come on, man.
The Lakers in the 2000s were a super team.
How many
What we
times?
talking
Nobody
about?
before LeBron James had chosen
The
superstars in
Celtics
their
were
mid
the
20s
Celtics in
and free
2008
agency to
were
beat
a
Yeah.
each
super
other.
team.
That's
Well, that's
akin
because
to Michael
Doesn't matter.
Jordan choosing to
Kevin
team
Garnett
up with
requested a
Charles
trade. How is
Barkley
that any different
and
from
Dominique
LeBron
Wilkins in their
deciding to
prime,
go in free
or
agency?
Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. It never happened.
those guys
That's because they
couldn't,
weren't
Scott.
able
They
to.
Hold on.
couldn't. They weren't.
That's because
Scott,
they
they were not
couldn't.
allowed to. The NBA had to
Sorry, I
fight
didn't
for
hear you
free
at the end.
agency.
Yeah.
The NBA
No,
players
about
had
the
to fight
bird
for
rights.
free agencies. The
about the
NBA had
bird
to
rights.
fight for free agency. NBA players
LeBron
had to
was a
fight
sign
for
and
their
trade.
chance. Yeah, no, not only that. Listen, those guys did not have 4-year deals. They had 8, 9, 10-year contracts. Karl Malone, they signed Magic Johnson to a 25-year deal. Like again, that
For like
the
25
league.
million.
The league, by the time you get to the 2000s NBA, the collective bargaining agreement made it more easy for players to be free agents, and it made it harder for teams to hold on to players. That's why LeBron James won in the toughest era, because it's hard to keep a team together like they were able to do in the 1900s, because you were able to sign somebody for 8 years. You were able to hold somebody for such a long time. Players did not have as much power. So LeBron James, able to use the power that the players in the 90s gave him, is kind of what's it called, hypocritical for the 90s people to say that, because again, the 90s players fought for free agency, and LeBron James took advantage of a rule and a situation they created for him, and now y'all holding it against him. That's not fair. LeBron James had the right to be a free agent. He had the right to go find the best
That's
team
hella
and the
crazy,
best
bro.
opportunity for him, and he did. And even under those same circumstances,
It's a
he still
great
didn't have.
point.
He still didn't go to the best option. Miami Heat was only the best option at that one offseason, but still after that, they had to fill the roster out. Again, when LeBron James decided to join the Miami Heat, they had two players under contract, and that was Michael Beasley and Mario Chalmers. So
So
the
if
Heat
Jordan
didn't
can't
have
quit
a
to go
team.
play ball,
and that was
to go
and that
quit
was
to go play
because they got
baseball, why
rookie contracts
LeBron
in
can't leave?
2008, and that was their rookie contracts.
Yeah, that's because they
Mm-hmm.
were on rookie contracts.
Yeah, they
So
got
again, they had to
drafted in
re-sign
2008.
Wade. They had to re-sign Bosh. They had to re-sign Haslam. They had to re-sign Jamal McGlure. They had to go get Mike Bibby, Carlos
Jamal
Arroyo,
McGlure.
all these
And these guys seem like a super
Gauskis.
team. Yeah, like they sound like a super. Y'all
That's
take
not
three
a super team.
players and
I'll
make
give
them
you
a super team.
2013. I'll give you 2013, Scott. 2013, you add a Ray Allen. You add a Rashard Lewis, right?
Mike
To
Miller was
already a
healthy.
team. I give you that. If you want to say the 2013 Heat team was a super team, I give you 2013. I always tell people that 2013 team added a bunch of it. Like I said, they already went and got Shane Battier and Birdman the year before, and now you're adding Ray Allen. You're adding a Rashard Lewis. You're just filling up the roster with more good players, more players to help you win a championship, and that I give you that. But 2011 Heat was not a super team. And there was no other super team LeBron James ever played on. Even the 2016 Cavs were not a super team.
They really think Chris Bosh making 2 playoff appearances make him look like.
Now, y'all got to
Come on,
remember when
man.
I pause it so that he
Man,
can speak
Bosch
because he has a
averaged
delay.
24 and 12. You're telling me those aren't
It
good
doesn't matter.
stats?
He made the
Those are
playoffs
It
great.
doesn't
twice.
matter.
Those are great. No, those are great numbers.
You only got
Those are
two
all great
playoff
numbers.
appearances, man.
2 playoff appearances.
And
What do
we
you
talk
think?
about Kevin Love, right?
Exactly.
Kevin
And
Love
he
and
was the
Kyrie
third. He was
both
the
didn't
third
make one
option.
playoff appearance
Scottie
before they
Pippen
went
never
to
even
play for
averaged
LeBron.
as barely averaged as much
So,
as LeBron's third
It's a
options.
different era.
well, hold on, wait.
It's a
The point
different
is,
era.
Scott, what do you think Scottie Pippen's career average would have been in a 30-team league if he would have been drafted to a 30-team league, not a 23-team league, where you get two top 10 picks on the same team?
You got chilling, Johnny. That's why nobody want to come to Juice.
Well, Scottie
Johnny,
Pippen never averaged more than 22
Yo, Iron
points a
Man
game.
26.
So, and he was never considered a
What's up,
dynamic
Quan Boy?
scorer. He's more of an all-around player. So I don't think he would have averaged more than 22 points a game.
Yeah,
He wasn't
exactly.
even really
And
considered.
22
There was
points in the
many
90s
small
is a lot. Is
forwards
great
in the
scores.
90s and 80s that were just as good, if not better. Grant Hill was considered a lot better than him.
Again,
Dominique Wilkins was considered a lot
what?
better than him.
He's
Clyde
not
Never.
better than
Drexler was
Scottie
considered
Pippen.
a lot
Never.
better
No,
than
he's
him.
not.
Never.
Definitely not better.
Never. First off, the 22 points per game that you keep knocking to the side is top 10 scoring in the 90s. So he would have been a top 10
You
scorer.
think Scottie Pippen would have done what Dominique did on the Atlanta Hawks if he was by himself?
He would have been better than Dominique.
He was better than that.
He would have been better than Dominique because it's not about just your scoring. Scottie does more on the basketball court than scoring. Scottie not only can score,
You
but he can
guys
do
are
more than
crazy.
scoring. And if Scottie Pippen would again,
Number
if
one,
Scottie Pippen is
back
drafted
the
to
question
Toronto,
of
if
why
you
Michael
draft
Jordan's
if
the greatest ever, there's
if
never
Scottie
been a
Pippen is
combination of a player that was as good as him on offense and as good as him on defense.
that's a lie. Jordan was not good on defense. Jordan was not good on defense, sir.
Scott, just pull up the tape.
10 teams, first team all defense, one defensive player of the year.
Name
Those are
name
media
name the
accolades.
name the guard. No, name the guards that could stop Jordan from making the all defensive team throughout his era. What guards are stopping him from making the all defensive team? He had
What was
guys
his
winning
comp for these
defensive player of the
defensive
year
teams?
coming off the bench. He had guys winning defensive player of the year coming off the bench in his era. Jordan didn't even have that many great defenders in his era. Again, he played with the greatest defender alongside him, which was Scottie Pippen of his era. Scottie Pippen was the best perimeter defender of Jordan's era, by far.
So was it Jordan?
No, it wasn't Jordan, by far.
Johnny,
Yes,
what we
Kion, go
ever
ahead,
heard
Kion.
still, you know. What we ever heard still, you know.
Jordan,
Jordan used to guard the best player on the team, you know. that
No,
we
he
used to
didn't.
heard, you know.
The only thing we're gonna,
That we
I'm
used to
more than
heard, you
happy
know.
to
That's
jump on
So
here
lying.
and
how
we can
come
go
Jordan
over
wasn't
film
guarding
if you want.
Carmelo?
We can
So
go
why
over
Jordan
film.
wasn't guarding Carmelo? They said Jordan was guarding the best player on the team. So
Jeff
oh, we
Hornacek
never
was the
see a
best player on the
a
Jazz. What are you
film
talking about?
Jordan guarding Carmelo.
It was Jeff Hornacek was the best
Oh,
player on
there's
the
none
No,
of
Jazz.
that.
Kion, yeah,
That's
trust me.
what we heard.
No,
That's what
listen,
we
but
heard from those
that
players. That from
even
those
again,
that Jordan.
even if we want to give Jordan credit for defense, that still doesn't make him the GOAT. Like Brandon said, you still doesn't have explained why Jordan is the GOAT, because there's a lot of two-way great players in the game. LeBron's one of them. Kobe's another one of them. These are all-time great two-way players. Again, Kareem is a two-way player. Like dude, there's a lot of play. Wilt Chamberlain's a two-way player. Bill Russell's a two-way player. I don't know why Jordan is considered the only guy that supposedly has offense and defense. There's a lot of guys that we talk about in the GOAT debate that are both deadly on both sides of the ball.
But being a 30-point-a-game scorer is a level that matters.
This blood sleep
He's
man, the
not
man
the
is
only one that
30
does
points
that.
game to
That's
blood
what you're
sleep boy.
missing.
Jesus.
But we already established that the 30 points per game
And it
doesn't
matters
really
more
mean
than
that
just
much.
being a 25-point-a-game scorer.
No,
Once
it
you're a
doesn't.
30
Not if you
point a game
average 25
scorer,
points
it
per game for
changes the
1,400
offense.
games. Not if you average
As
25 points per
SGA
game for
has
1,400 for 1,400 games. If I average 25 points per game for 1,400 games, that's better than you. That's why Karl Malone has more points than
30
Jordan.
points is
Kobe has more points than Jordan because
First
they
of
are
all,
able to do it longer
when
and
you
better.
score at that level, it allows your GM to now build a defensive team.
No, that's false. That's
Johnny,
false.
and with Wizard Jordan scored 30,000
Just
points.
like the
Jordan never have
Bulls did in the
30,000 points.
90s. So they
That's
were able to
false.
expend their
They didn't
resources
draft.
on defensive
They didn't
players
draft. They didn't
because
draft
he can-
Stacey King
You could never do
because of
that
defense.
with LeBron James because
Sir,
he
that's a
doesn't score at
lie.
that level.
Sir, you don't draft Stacey King for defense. You don't draft BJ Armstrong for defense. You don't draft Will Perdue for defense. You don't draft Kukoc for defense. You don't go pick up Craig Hodges for defense. These are all players that the Bulls added to help them win championships. These are all offensive players.
But you pick up Dennis Rodman, you pick up Ron Harper.
Offense. Kerr, offense. Longley, offense.
Dennis Rodman, offensive rebounds.
Those are all defensive players. You have Pippen, and then Jordan. Ron Harper is not an offensive player at that point.
He's not he became a defensive player. That was the role they gave him, but he was an offensive player before he joined the Bulls. When he joined the Bulls, they didn't bring him there for defense. They brought him there to be a scorer. He just had to happen. Jordan came back, and when Jordan came back, ain't no shots for me.
Player before he joined the Bulls, but by the time Jordan was playing with him, he was not an offensive.
Exactly, because Jordan is not giving up shots. That's the problem. LeBron's giving up shots.
Take 26 shots a game.
If I'm playing with Kyrie,
take 26 shots
if LeBron's playing with Kyrie, he's giving Kyrie shots. If he's playing with Dwayne Wade, he's giving him shots.
That's how the offense was built. In the same way, Allen, it's the exact same.
No, it wasn't. The offense was not built for Jeffrey to take 27 shots a game, bro.
Because he
you
was
admitted that
offense, and Larry Brown could help build a defensive team around him.
No, that was a horrible.
It doesn't matter if he shoots 27 shots a game. If he shoots 50%, that's an efficient player, especially if you're a volume shooter.
Well, why did Phil Jackson want to take the ball out of Jordan's hands then?
Because all that shot jacket doesn't mean shit if you're getting swept in the playoffs.
It wasn't about taking the ball out of his hands.
You're averaging 40 points a game, jacking up.
Michael Jordan said it was that.
But you still got swept.
Michael Jordan said that. Michael Jordan said it was the demichaelization offense. The triangle offense was called the demichaelization offense.
I don't think you actually watched.
I did watch. Michael Jordan called the triangle offense the demichaelization offense because they were trying to get the ball out of his hands.
I've seen the highlights you guys watch. You don't actually watch the games.
That's a lie.
That's all we do.
That's a lie.
Games, bro.
That's a lie.
That's
a blatant lie.
We put on full games over here, sir.
I was 14 years old when Michael Jordan missed 20 shots out of 22 and 3 quarters.
Bro, every time you guys tell us his best offensive game, he's missing 20 shots.
Now that you say that, okay, this is what we can do then. Email. Hold on, guys. We're gonna have some fun with this. Email goatjameskingdomshow@gmail.com. That way I have your email address. We will send you the link to the private lobby where we watch the basketball games. Front to end. We're gonna start with the 1998 NBA Finals. And you're more than welcome, Scott. So again, that's GoatJamesKingdomShow@gmail.com. And you're more than welcome.
Why would we start at the 1998? Why don't we just start with the whole career?
No, because that's where we're going to start, 98 and go down. Because we're going to show you Scottie Pippen's brilliance.
Oh, go down. Okay, that works.
Yeah. And we're going to show you Scottie
So
Pippen's brilliance
you want to
on
talk
top of
about
all of
points per
that.
game? This
You guys
motherfucker,
are
John
clowns.
Stockton's averaging 12
Don't
points per
say that,
game,
Scott.
and
You was
Scottie
being
Pippen
very
is
nice.
playing better than him.
You were being very nice. Now we don't want to be clowns now because you can't explain Jordan's GOAT status. It's not our fault that you guys think Jordan's the GOAT by making him better than LeBron.
No, you're right. You're right. My bad. My bad.
Mhm.
My bad. You're my
But-
bad.
but-
But that is like the craziest thing I've ever heard. I've never heard anyone say Scottie Pippen was brilliant.
Now we clowns.
Bro, no, wait. Oh, hey, I can tell you this right now. If you were watching the
Scottie Pippen
90s,
was brilliant.
if you watch the 90s,
You've
you
never
can hear the
heard-
players of the 90s tell you that that Scottie Pippen was that. You go throughout the 90s, we got film of Charles Barkley saying Scottie Pippen's the second best player.
Said that Scottie Pippen was the best player on his team, bro. What are we talking about here? Phil
Yeah,
Jackson, the coach.
Yeah,
In
we
the
got
90s
players
said
saying
that,
it.
nigga. Not no afterwards. He said that in the 90s that Scottie Pippen does everything that you want a basketball player to do. He is the leader of our team.
I
don't
want
say
you to
that about
submit
looking
that
at you
as
don't think
evidence.
it's
I
brilliant.
want to
Talk
see
about that
that clip
interview
because
with
I've
Phil
also
was
got
like,
clips
Scottie,
where
he was
Phil
like,
Jackson has said Michael
Mike's
Jordan's the best
terrific,
player.
but
No, listen.
He
At
said
the end
Michael
of the
Jordan's
day,
a great scorer. He's not the best player. He's not the best rebounder on the team.
yeah,
Scotty's
so
a better
Scotty's
rebounder.
a better all-around player.
He's
That's
not
what
a better defender than Scotty. That's facts.
Definitely not. He's not
He don't
even a better
assist and
ball handler than
facilitate better than Scotty. He's not a better ball handler than Scotty. Scotty bringing the rock up. What are we talking about here?
That's
These are
not
Phil
facts.
Jackson's
first
words.
of all,
That
this is
is
y'all
facts.
problem right here.
facts.
This is y'all problem here. Y'all
lied
judging
about it.
Scottie
That's
Pippen
not
facts.
scoring
When you're
to
doing
players
goals
scoring
on
today.
a team
Well, I'm
and
gonna bring it up.
if you got your guys scoring 30 points a game, you're naturally gonna not put them all the time on the best offensive player. There's only so much energy you can have. So if you do
That's
have
not
a
what you said
capable
before.
defender,
So with
you
that being
That's not
definitely
what you
use
said
him. And
before.
Scottie Pippen was that guy.
So with that being
That's not
said,
what you
what's the
said before.
testament for his defense then?
Now,
You think he's a lockdown defender, but you ain't got no evidence.
At the end of the day, we want to thank you, Scott. This was a great conversation. But again, just email us, and I will be more than glad.
You've got
to
no evidence. You guys have just said stuff without any evidence. You tell me your evidence.
Okay,
Hey,
here
I'm
goes.
getting the film right now. I got you.
Hold on, not the evidence. Hold on, wait, y'all ain't got to talk about no evidence. We're talking about the.
Now, I bring up receipts, man. I don't be just
We're
saying
talking
shit. I
about the
look
go
shit
to
up.
basketball. We're talking about the go to basketball here, sir. That's Ramon James, sir. Like, it's one and only LeBron James. Again, he has the greatest career. He has the greatest youngest player. He's the greatest oldest player. He has the highest peak. He has the greatest prime. He has the longest prime. He's the most versatile player in NBA history. He's the best offensive player in NBA history. He's the greatest scorer in NBA history. He's the greatest winner in NBA history. And he's won everywhere he's been on. So we have plenty of information to show why LeBron James is the GOAT of basketball. And all you're going to cry about, say it's longevity. And we don't even know what longevity means. The only person in sports history that ever had the title longevity attached to him is LeBron. That's how great he is. It's basically you just admitting that he's been great for a long time. That doesn't make you great. I'm sorry, sir. If you're great for a long time and you're greater than anybody else, that's just how it works. That's in anything in life. If I've done something better than you for longer than you, I'm better than you. That's in anything in life.
So you're saying longevity is the only factor for you?
No, longevity is a part of it because nobody's going to call Bill Walton one of the greatest players of all time because he's had a short career and he did a lot in short time. That's not what makes you great. Doing something for a small period of time does not make you great. That's a sample size. Nowhere appetizer is better than the meal. So you have to be everything. You have to be the appetizer, the meal, and dessert. The problem is Jordan only gave us the meal. He never gave us an appetizer and he never gave us dessert.
Hold on. Unless it's the Red Lobster biscuits, I don't know about all that.
That's the problem.
Well,
you got to give
I
us
think
everything.
actually bringing up Bill Walton's a good point because he did have an extremely short career and had a very injury-riddled career, and yet he was named a Hall of Famer. So that's actually a really
Johnny,
good point.
I found the clip. I could
That's
play
true.
it.
No, but that's because in his era, players didn't play that long, right? It's a difference. So yeah, in his era, he was a Hall of Famer for his era, but he would have never made the Hall of Fame playing that. It's like saying Gilbert Arenas is a Hall of Famer.
I got the clip. I could play it.
But we already know that we don't have to play the clip. We already know that,
Yeah,
there's
if you're gonna
people
play
who's
a clip
called
that
Scottie
said
Pippen
Phil
brilliant
thinks
at
he's a better
basketball.
all-around player, I'll say
No,
that
you
he
said
thought
nobody
Scottie
said he
Pippen
was
was, but he's
brilliant.
definitely not the
No,
You
you
said
best.
nobody said that he was
no one
brilliant.
said he was brilliant. That's what you
Phil
said,
Jackson
bro.
said he was brilliant. He was phenomenal
You
at
said he was the
basketball.
best player.
I don't know. I've never heard anyone call him brilliant. Let's hear him say brilliant.
Now
Oh,
you
you
just,
never
oh
heard?
my god.
So there's no synonyms for brilliant?
Terrific is also a synonym for brilliant.
It's all, yeah, I mean, I don't understand this. Like, I mean, brilliant is the exact word. Like, there's
Fantastic,
phenomenal.
amazing,
I
phenomenal.
had to use the exact
Brilliant's a
word
pretty
that Phil
extreme
Jackson
adjective.
used.
Anyways, I would say yes. Scottie Pippen's a great all-around player.
Exactly, and that's what Jordan had to help him win 6 championships.
Because in Phil Jackson's own words,
Not
scoring
the
is not
best
the
player.
end all be all. That's in Scottie Pippen. That's in Phil
Yeah,
Jackson's words.
LeBron's had more help.
Scoring is not the end all
I
be
would
all.
make
You
the
need more
argument
than
that
just that to win.
LeBron had the best number 2 player, or LeBron was the best number 2 player on the Lakers. Anthony Davis and LeBron were interchangeable. Either Anthony Davis was the best number 2 player of all time on a championship team, or LeBron was the best number 2 player on
And
a
he got
championship team.
Anthony Davis, what, year 17, year 18 of his career?
Year 17.
Year
Like, that's when
17.
he has
Year
It
Anthony
took
17.
Davis.
it took
Exactly. He had
17 years
to
for
get somebody as
LeBron to
good
play
as
with an
Scottie
all
Pippen.
defensive first team. He ain't
Yeah,
never played
player.
for his
Yeah, he ain't
entire
never
career
had
play with an all
yeah, he
defensive
never
first
had
team
no
player.
All-NBA
Jordan had that for
So what
several
was
years in his
Dwayne
career.
Wade?
before
He
that.
had that
Dwayne
for at
Wade's
least 5
considered the
years of
number
his
3
career.
best shooting guard of all time.
Shooting guard is the
What do
Still
you
didn't
think?
make
Do
no
you
position in
think
all
the
Scottie
NBA.
defensive
Pippen's
first
better than
team.
Dwayne
He
Wade?
That's
still wasn't make
subjective.
all NBA first team when LeBron played with him.
When did
You're
he have
talking about a
Dwayne
version
Wade?
of Dwayne Wade. You're talking about a version of Dwayne Wade that was not in his prime when he played with LeBron James. He was not making all NBA first team consistently like Scottie Pippen was in the 90s. He was not making all defensive first team. He didn't make one all defensive team, I don't think, while he played with LeBron James.
He
And you
didn't.
know that you know that
And let's
you
not
know
talk
what?
about Chris Bosh.
And
He
another
didn't
thing,
win shit.
Didn't the Heat before after 2006, didn't the Heat only win like 2 playoff games? 2 or
Yeah,
3? Because
because
they
what's
lost
Wade doing
they
when he
lost
don't
one.
got Shaq on his
Yeah,
team?
yeah, they lost in the first round. He lost like 4-1, like in they got swept in '07. I think he got
Man,
hurt in
It
Got
don't
they got the
matter, man.
first round after 2006.
first round
It
loss, first
it
round
don't
loss, first
matter,
round
man.
loss,
It
missed
don't
the
matter.
playoffs.
All NBA team lets us know how good a player is for the league. Scottie Pippen
For
was all
that era,
NBA and all
yes.
defensive team for Jordan, way much more than LeBron had that. LeBron didn't have Dwayne Wade for 7, 8 years like Jordan had Scottie Pippen being brilliant. He only had Dwayne Wade for 4 years, and Dwayne Wade was only good for really 2 of them. And even at that, LeBron still overachieved and
One
won
and a
2
half,
championships with
really,
that.
1.5.
And he
He
won,
was
and he
really only
still
good
won
with
2
1.5.
championships under those
Still,
circumstances. So again, LeBron James
and
has
it's
the
not
most
like Chris
titles in
Bosh is
his
making
area.
defensive teams.
None of those guys again, and it's not
So when
like Jordan's
LeBron played
facing
with
teams
Dwayne
like that
Wade in
too.
those 2011 finals, Dwayne Wade
Mm-hmm.
averaged 26.5 points a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. That's because they would let him do that because they were busy focusing on LeBron James.
That's a pretty
Dwayne Wade could do
high
that.
average for your second guy.
Yeah, when you're throwing him the ball, when you're making him throw the ball, yeah.
JJ Barrera checked
Hold
LeBron.
on.
Jason
You
Terry
want to talk
checked
about, hold
LeBron.
on, Scott, because
That's
you
not
want to talk about
We
focused.
points
saw
per
we
game.
saw
How many points did Wade
Let's
average
watch
in
that tape.
2014?
Muggsy
That's
Bogues
their
Let's
How
watch
many
that tape.
points did Wade
Muggsy
average in
Bogues
Let's watch that
2014,
averaged
tape.
better
Scott?
than JJ Barrera.
Hold on, Scott. How many points did Wade average in
None of that
2014? Since you want to
matters.
talk about points per game.
None of that matters. Jordan could have
No, it
never
matters to
been
him, though.
asked. No, none of that. I don't care what matters to him. None
About
of
the
that
same as
matters
Scottie
because
Pippen.
Jordan would have never been asked to be a ball facilitator and help his team win a
About
championship
the
by setting
same
up their
as
offense.
Scottie
Because Jordan
Pippen.
couldn't do it. This is why they need Scottie Pippen because Scottie Pippen was the one who was setting up the Bulls' offense. Scottie was why the Bulls' offense actually worked, not Jordan, not nothing else. It was because of Scottie Pippen that the actual triangle offense was actually functionable for the Chicago Bulls. Jordan did not know how to make it functionable. He couldn't do it, and he didn't want to do it without Scottie Pippen or Phil Jackson. If that was the case, they could have run the triangle with anybody and Michael Jordan, but they can't. There's a reason why he needs Phil Jackson. There's a reason why he needed Scottie Pippen. LeBron didn't need Dwayne Wade to be a winner. He didn't need Scottie. None of these guys. LeBron James made these guys more of a winner. Dwayne Wade was not winning nothing if he doesn't join LeBron James in 2011. Kyrie Irving ain't winning nothing if he's not. If LeBron James doesn't decide to go back to Cleveland to the team that the only reason he even has Kyrie Irving is because they were so
Except
sorry.
for the fact that he already won.
Who? Dwayne? Yeah, you're gonna win alongside Shaq. Like that's like Dwayne Wade didn't.
Literally playing with Shaq.
Dwayne Wade is not winning because of Dwayne. The Heat did not. I'm a Heat fan, Scott. The Heat are not winning because of Dwayne Wade, man. Y'all gotta stop
much
this.
did Shaq average in that 2006 run?
Shaq averaged Gary Payton. He averaged Alonzo Mourning. He did, all those guys joined the team to go play with Shaq, not with Dwayne Wade. Nobody was joining the Miami Heat to go play with alongside Dwayne Wade, who was a nobody. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody cared for Dwayne Wade. The Heat didn't even want him in the draft. They only selected him because that's who that was there. Like, y'all gotta stop this stuff with Dwayne Wade, man. I watched Dwayne Wade's entire career. I know how great Dwayne Wade is. He don't even have more points than Robert Parrish.
That is not true, dude. Pat Riley was talking. He was definitely hyping up Dwayne Wade during that.
When?
And why didn't he pay Dwayne Wade and let him go in free agency?
When? Dwayne Wade was gonna leave the Heat in 2010 if it wasn't for LeBron. He was gonna leave the Heat then.
He wasn't trying to pay him. Because he wasn't trying to pay him.
When he was getting drafted,
the only reason Dwayne Wade stayed in Miami is because LeBron
yes,
went there.
The Heat wanted
That's the
Bosh.
only reason he stayed.
The Heat wanted Chris Bosh. They didn't get Chris Bosh. Pat Riley was not interested in no undersized guard. Dwayne Wade fell into his lap, so he picked it. That was
O'Neal in that 2006 playoff run averaged 18.4 points a game. He was a shell of himself.
Doesn't matter. Teams were strategizing against him. The Heat game plan was to use him and effectively. He had his best field goal percentage shooting seasons during those years with Miami, and they built a team around Shaq. They built a team around Shaq. The only reason Dwayne Wade was able to go off was because he was a second option. Teams were not game planning Dwayne Wade. They were game planning to stop Shaq. So Dwayne Wade was getting easy plays off of Shaq's creation, Shaq's advantage creation.
Shaq's gravity.
Shaq's gravity was helping Dwayne Wade. Because as soon as Shaq left and as soon as Shaq couldn't do that, they were losing, getting swept in the first round and losing the first round.
And it is partly why I'll put LeBron over Kobe. But in that run, Dwayne Wade averaged 28.4 points per game while Shaq was averaging 18. That is not Shaq taking on the brunt of the offense.
Yes, that is. Because you have to double team Shaq. You're double teaming Shaq. You're not double teaming Dwayne Wade. You're double teaming Shaq. Shaq is the reason why Dwayne Wade's able to do that.
No, I'm not even in the attraction idea where he's attracting the double team. He wasn't taking on double teams like that.
Dwayne Wade was not getting double teamed. Game plans were not there to stop Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was basically benefiting off of playing alongside Shaq, which is why he wanted to play along LeBron.
Shaq was not attracting double teams.
You have to ask yourself, how did the Heat win those finals in 2006? They won those finals because they had to go away from Shaq in the fourth quarters of those games because they were playing the hack of Shaq strategy. And admittedly, Shaq was a terrible free throw shooter.
Yeah, he missed
in previous years, this didn't really matter. And yeah, exactly. Like this nigga Dwayne Wade in the last 3 games is averaging over 16 free throws a game. Like that's the main reason why they were able to win that series against the Mavs. Because they're double teaming Shaq.
Oh my
Wade
God,
gets the ball,
bro.
and he's so quick you can't stop him from getting to the paint.
Mac, you a liar. You a liar, Mac. You're a liar, Mac. Because Dwayne Wade's second season, he had Shaq. None of y'all gave a fuck about Dwayne Wade his first season. Even Shaq said, "Who the fuck is Dwayne Wade?" Nobody knew who Dwayne Wade was his first. Dwayne Wade made a name for himself when he played good versus the Charlotte Hornets and when he had that one dunk versus Jermaine O'Neal. That was it. That's the only time y'all know players when they do stuff in the playoffs. Shaq came in the next year, and it was easy for Dwayne Wade to play off of Shaq. Everything went through Shaq. So Dwayne Wade, yes, did he excel playing alongside Shaq? Yes, that's what we're telling you. Because he's playing against Shaq. Where was all this acceleration in 2009 and 2010 when he couldn't win, when he couldn't get out of the first round, or he couldn't get better than the 7th or 8th seed? What are we talking about? When he's getting swept by the Chicago Bulls in 2007? Like, what are y'all talking about?
In the so-called weak East, he over here under 500.
LeBron leaves in 2015. They don't even make the playoffs.
And they got Wade in, Bob.
Dude, Shaq averaged 13.7 points a game in that finals, while
so,
34.
So what did Wade average?
We don't go off of points per game.
In 2014?
We go off of game strategy.
What did Wade and Bosh
we go off of roster building. The roster was not built. Hold on, wait, Scott, listen to me. Gary Payton didn't join Miami Heat to play with Dwayne Wade. Lonzo Mourning didn't join the Miami Heat to play with Dwayne Wade. Antoine Walker didn't join the Miami Heat to play.
They didn't win it.
No, we're talking about. Listen, pay attention. Gary Payton didn't join the '06 Heat to play alongside Dwayne Wade. Alonzo Mourning didn't join the '06 Heat to be alongside Dwayne Wade. Antoine Walker did not join the Heat to play alongside Dwayne Wade. Jason Williams did not join the Heat to play alongside Dwayne Wade. Posey did not join the Heat to play alongside Dwayne Wade. They all joined the Miami Heat to play with Shaquille O'Neal. He was the one who promised the championship, not Dwayne Wade. He was the leader of the team, not Dwayne Wade. The offense was built around Shaq, not Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was a piece of what Shaq wanted, which was a chance to win a championship.
You're gonna have to give me some evidence on that, because
I got plenty of evidence.
I don't think it was just because of Shaq. I think it was because of both of them.
No, nobody. Why would you go join a team in 2005 and Dwayne Wade never did nothing? What was Dwayne Wade in 2005 for you to go join the Miami Heat to go play with him? What? What was he? It was a kid averaging 15 points per game.
He was second team. He was NBA all second team.
When Shaq joined, when Shaq got there, before that, again, I just watched Alonzo Mourning and all those guys say that they joined the Heat because Shaq went to the Heat.
And when Shaq joined, look it up.
Exactly. So that was because of Shaq. Everything was because of Shaq. Nobody's going over there to go play alongside Dwayne Wade, Lamar Odom, and Caron Butler. They wouldn't have got a Gary Payton. They wouldn't have got an Antoine Walker. They wouldn't have got none of those players if Shaq's not there. Shaq is why that team is a championship team. Shaq was the one who took a pay cut so that they can get those players to come join the team. He was the one that went and got Gary Payton. He's the one that they went and did all that for Shaq.
In 2004,
Gary Payton was going to retire.
Dwayne Wade was
Gary Payton was going to retire. Shaq went and pulled him over to win a championship.
Alongside Shaq. Alongside Shaquille O'Neal. All NBA first team Shaq.
5 rebounds.
Alongside all NBA first team Shaq.
Yeah, you're saying it's just Shaq. I'm saying it's both of them. And
no,
then
I'm telling you,
Shaq started to tail off.
I'm telling you that Dwayne Wade,
digress.
And that's when the Heat started losing. When Shaq digressed. That's the point. The Heat were winning because of Shaq. They wasn't winning because of Dwayne Wade. Because Dwayne Wade didn't digress, and the Heat started losing.
No,
so clearly Dwayne Wade's 28 points per game and 26 points per game is not why the Heat win anything.
Win before this. He led that 2006 team.
He didn't lead them. Shaq did. Shaq was the leader. That's why Gary Payton had to tell Shaq, hey, we're going to the young fella. Don't worry about it. We're not going to go to the block to you because this series is not going to be for you.
Shaq has never been. I don't know in what context you're talking about. If you're talking statistically, I've already proven that wrong. If you're talking just as a leader, Shaq has never been known as a good leader. Hence why him and Kobe got into it. Kobe consistently had to make him go work hard and care about winning.
Sir, the best player on the team.
Are you actually talking about?
The best player on the team isn't the best scorer.
This nigga.
That's that simple. Just because you're the best scorer on the team doesn't mean you're the best player. Shaq was better all around. Shaq was better all around. Shaq was the better player on that team. He was the best. That's it. Like you have to stop Shaq. You don't have to stop Dwayne Wade. That's why Dwayne Wade's able to do what he has to do. If teams had the game plan versus Dwayne Wade, the Heat are not winning nothing.
Straight up, it's not.
That's literal facts. We saw it happen when he got bounced in the first round multiple years after Shaq left.
All right, let's see. Let's look it up here.
With Shaq though, didn't he?
In 07, the Heat got swept.
With Shaq.
Yeah,
that was
when
Shaq.
That was the declining Shaq. That's what I'm saying.
This is when Wade's supposed to be the leader.
That's when Wade's supposed to be the man for sure. But what did they do when Wade was really the man? When it wasn't going through Shaq?
What happened when Wade was the man and they're going through Wade instead of Shaq now? Now they're game planning to stop Wade because they know this is a diminished Shaq in 2007.
2006 playoffs.
No, y'all trying to say why did he do it he started in 2006 and it just didn't continue in 2007.
No, it began in the finals in 2006. Shaq was the man in the Detroit series. Shaq was the man versus Detroit. He was the man versus in the series before that as well. It wasn't like Shaq was playing bad throughout the whole playoffs. He was not playing bad. He had a bad finals. He didn't have a bad playoffs.
He had a bad finals, and that brought down his playoff averages, nigga. But he was still averaging over 20 in the playoffs before the finals.
Hey,
You
everybody,
niggas
happy
act like he
Father's
was just
Day, y'all.
averaging a
And the
low
game plan was
point
still
per
to go to
game average
Shaq in the
throughout the
block
entire playoffs.
and play around Shaq. The point was to get the ball to Shaq in the block. The only time they didn't go to Shaq was when they wanted to give him some rest, and then they would go to Wayne Wade. But at the end of the day, the game plan is get the ball to the low block to Shaquille O'Neal. That's the game plan
And then have
every
him
night.
create. Exactly.
You don't pay Shaquille O'Neal $100 million to be a second fiddle guy. That's why they traded him in 08, because they realized there's no point in holding on to Shaq. We're not going to re-sign him. He's not going to be our number one option. He's getting $25 million a year, $30 million a year. We're getting rid of you. We trade you. That's it. We're done. We're moving on. And what did the Heat do? Plummet from there. 2009 Heat didn't do too well. With Dwayne Wade's one of Dwayne Wade's best NBA seasons. First round exits. 40-win season. Something like that. 45 wins. 46 wins. Something like that. That's it.
Barely above 500 in the weak East, by the way. Dwayne Wade's best season, he can't win 50 games in the weak East.
Supposedly in the weak East. And mind y'all said that it's easy to score in LeBron's era, but y'all keep praising all his teammates for scoring, which I don't get.
Mm-hmm. I don't get either.
Shoot. Yep.
Damn, that was a new one. I got scared.
Cool.
No one. LeBron's era is the easiest offensive era by far, besides
Exactly.
the 2000s.
No,
I'll give you
it's
credit
just
for
the most
2000s,
talented
but
era.
the
It is the
2010s,
most talented, more
2020s were
skill.
the easiest
era.
offensive era.
Okay,
More
it's
talented.
easier. So why are you praising his teammates for scoring then? If it's so easy for them, why is their scoring not being diminished like
More
LeBron's scoring?
skill based on what? They're
No,
better
why-
shooters. They're not better.
Why are
they're
you not
more
diminishing their
skilled.
scoring like you're
You can
diminishing
carry
LeBron's
the
scoring in the easy
ball,
era?
You can travel now. That's
No,
not
you
more
can't.
skilled.
They were traveling in the 90s.
It was traveling
Jordan was
90s,
allowed to
niggas.
travel.
Yeah,
They're
Jordan-
not-
Every spin fadeaway Jordan did was a travel, basically.
Castle, shout
They
out.
let
not
Jordan take
traveling
3
nice.
steps to dunk
He
when
got
he
that
started
super
losing his
slow
lift off in the 90s, bro. There's literally film
But-
of him taking like 3-4 steps to get lift for his jump because he can't jump that much anymore in the 90s. The rest will let him get away with that shit because it's showtime. People come to see Jordan play. They want to see him dunk.
First of
So
all,
the league is
LeBron's
gonna
been
market
taking
it.
3 to 4 steps since he first started the NBA.
That's a lie.
I
That's
can't
a
even
lie.
believe you're bringing up traveling.
That's a lie.
You
That's
brought it
why.
up.
Well, I mean, you're the one that brought up traveling, nigga. Like, you're the one. Like, what the fuck? You brought it
Dude, he
up, and now
kept
you
getting
mad
called
when we
for it in the
proved to you
2004
that Jeffrey was
Olympics. He
also
didn't even know
traveling,
what to
nigga.
do.
Like, it's a double standard, bro. It's
What
ridiculous.
is
Hey,
new, man?
you
What is
brought
Hold
new,
on,
man?
but let's end
what
it.
My point is that the traveling is off the charts now today. There is no such
No,
thing
it's
as
not.
a step.
Did he just come up here and just hate on LeBron like for 2 hours? Because he couldn't explain why
Even
Michael
if
Jordan's a
there is,
GOAT. Is that just what
no,
it
even
is?
if there is
He
more
couldn't explain why
traveling,
Jordan's a GOAT, so he just hate on
You're
LeBron for
hating
2
on
hours.
Jordan.
Hey,
It is.
Johnny,
even if
man,
it's not,
Y'all
even if
are
you may
there's
be able to
traveling more
pop
in the
bottles
league,
today,
It's a
man.
little hypocritical.
it's not because of
to
LeBron.
sit there
I'm about
and
to
hate
pop
on
bottles. We're about to
Jordan
go
and
enjoy
I'm
our
over here
day,
just
man.
debating the
Hey,
LeBron
nah,
Jordan
but you
debate.
probably
I'm
get
about
to
to drink
pop
some of this
bottles
LeBron
because
Hennessy,
Hold on,
nigga.
wait, Scott.
was
Scott,
looking.
we want to thank you, Scott. You was a good sport. You came up with some good takes for Jordan. Again, you didn't come up with nothing that we haven't heard before, but you did come up
Johnny Wi-Fi
with tip
tripping
our cap
again.
for that. If my Wi-Fi is tripping, is it my
Yeah,
Wi-Fi?
we
Or is
couldn't
it
hear
yours?
exactly what you
He
said for
froze for a
like 3
second. It's all
seconds.
good.
But either way,
Johnny, man.
yeah, Scott, we want to thank you though. We want to thank you for coming on our show. Happy Father's Day if you are a father as well. But what we will do, like I said, remember, go James Kingdom Show at Gmail. Just email us and we'll set up the
happy
link for
Father's
you
Day.
to join
Happy
us
Father's
to
Day.
actually, to watch the games. Thank you. But we are gonna have to end today's show. It was great talking to you. We really appreciate you. And again, thanks for showing up here on a Sunday afternoon, sir. But you can get your last word before you get up out of here, please.
No, I'll definitely send you an email. Let's watch some tape. And I appreciate the conversation. I agree everybody was respectful. I apologize for the clown comment. I was wrong about that. But I do appreciate the time and would love having this conversation. So hope.
No, that's great. That's great. Don't worry. We've been called worse than clown, but we just wanted to make sure we keep
So
it
thank
respectful.
you.
'Cause
Sorry,
again,
the delay is messing me up.
We got. Yeah, no, the delay is messing it up and making it harder to have this conversation. So we're gonna let you go so you can enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks again. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And again, go James Kingdom Show at gmail.com. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. Let's get him out of here. Let's get ready to get up out of here. That was kind of fun, Brandon. We haven't had one of those in a while, man.
Yeah, we should have actually did the actual exposing GJK because it just went on and on
Now it
about
was
making
hard to
no
do it
sense.
because of the
But
delay. It
yeah,
was
that's
hard to
why I
do it
said
because
we.
of the delay.
Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah.
we should have just did the 5 minutes. It would
Hey
have been a
man,
lot better.
Giannis look like he going to the Heat, man.
For what? How? For what? Who they trading?
They say like in a
No.
3-team deal
No, that ain't gonna work.
with
That ain't gonna work. That
with
ain't
the
gonna work.
Bucks and the Pistons.
Keep him in the studio. Yeah, I don't know about that. But again, y'all, this is what we do here. Y'all see, look, we let people speak. We have a great conversation. You know, we was even able to hold back Wild Boy and New World. Y'all know that's very difficult for us to do around here. Even Cayenne showed up and tried to have some. I couldn't let Cayenne speak because if Cayenne would have started talking, Scott would have been like,
It
"Yo, what
would
the
have
hell is
been
going
30
on?"
minutes. Would have been 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna clip this one. I mean, I don't know how can we clip this one. This is kind of long because he did
Yeah.
come longer, like he said. It was hard to do it because the fact that he had the delay, we really had to like stop after we talked so that he can finish hearing everything and then let him go. So it was kind of difficult to do the debate in that kind of a sense. But it was still good to have, you know, somebody come up here and have the debate with us. He was in our comments recently, Brandon. So I told him show up on Sunday. We can have the conversation. So. But he was respectful, so shout out to him, man. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, he
So,
was. He
Yeah,
was pretty respectful. That was,
he just didn't know
he didn't crash out,
what
did
the
he?
greatest of all time is.
yeah,
That's
he
all.
didn't know. He didn't know.
That's
Yeah, he
all.
didn't know LeBron. He didn't know LeBron James is the greatest winner of all time. He didn't know that we had information about LeBron James' winning. That he didn't know. He had no clue on this. He did do some research though. He did say he did research Goat James Kingdom material. But if he would have did that, he would have known. Listen, man, you're built different. We built different around here. We just do things differently than everybody else. And even he admitted to it, man. He's never heard people talk like this. He's never heard nobody talk like this, Brandon. Never heard people say these things. But that's what we do here in Goat James Kingdom. So if you like the type of content we do, subscribe, like, hype all Goat James Kingdom content on all platforms. Catch us right here on Sunday afternoons, noon Eastern, on the Goat James Kingdom platform on YouTube. This is also available for those who are subscribers to the Radar channel, also subscribers to FYF Sports Debate, and also to the Real Takes Over Fake Debates channel as well. Shout out to all the channels we collaborate with. Shout out to all the GJK assassins, all the GJK members. If you want to become a GJK member, just go to the Goat James Kingdom YouTube channel, hit the join tab, select your different tiers. We have 3 different tiers for representing Goat James Kingdom. Again, to be a GJK assassin, you got to show up every Sunday and represent yourself to the fullest, which y'all know who y'all are. So shout out to y'all, man. Peace and blessings to all the GJK assassins and all the GJK members in general. Because again, here in Goat James Kingdom, we are the best. We've been doing it now for quite some time, and we're going to continue to do it. Brandon and I are the 2 best people to talk about LeBron James and the GOAT of basketball. The home of the GOAT debate is right here on Goat James Kingdom. Today's show, we were talking about LeBron James being the athlete of the century. And obviously, it's only been a quarter of this century, but still, what LeBron James has done cannot be touched by anyone else. He is the GOAT of basketball. And now he's the athlete of the century, quote unquote, by Time magazines. So with that said, we're going to get up out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. Happy Father's Day from Goat James Kingdom. I'll see you guys on TikTok. Make sure to follow us on TikTok as well. Make sure to follow the Friday Night Exposure on Friday. And again, man, this is Goat James Kingdom. Peace and blessings.
Came in at 18 with the world on his back. Every camera, every critic, every headline attack. They said, can he live up? He said, watch me rise. Turn pressure into power right in front of our eyes. No college stage, straight to grown man smoke. And still became the standard every record book wrote. Points all time, playoffs too. 40K, 10K, 10K, nobody else in that view. Longevity insane, still elite in year 20. Most stars fade out, he kept giving us plenty. 4 rings, 4 finals, MVPs in the light. Different teams, different systems, still reach the height. Athlete of the century, crown still heavy. 20 plus years and the throne still steady. From the chosen one lights to the all-time score. Goat James walked through every door. They try to debate it, try to deny, but the resume too loud when the banners fly. Not just the game, He changed the culture, century crown on the king's shoulders. Miami pressure, Cleveland promise, LA lights. Every chapter had a mountain, every mountain had fights. Down 3-1, whole legacy on trial. Then he blocked history with a championship smile. Cleveland cried, the drought was dead. 52 years of pain got left on the floor instead. Then he took purple and gold through a bubble war. Another finals MVP, still adding more. Olympic gold, global name. Business moves strong, built a school, built a brand, proved the doubters wrong. From Akron to the world, that impact run deep. Greatness don't rest when the mission don't sleep. This ain't just hoops, this is era control. Body, mind, money, legacy, soul. They can argue rings, they can argue style, but who owned the century for this long a while? Athlete of the century, crown still heavy. 20 plus years and the throne still steady. From the chosen one lights to the all-time score, GOAT James walked through every door.